extremely weak. An old man shook his head and said, "These people are useless. Even if they don't die, it will take tens of thousands of years for them to recover." "Old man, how do you know? I'm an alchemist, but I can't even see this. Am I a waste?" Hu Xian took a step forward, walked out of the defensive formation of the Magic and Martial Arts Academy. He looked around and said majestically, "I declare that the Magic and Martial Arts Academy's strong sword competition will begin ahead of schedule." "What?" The whole audience was shocked. Someone asked curiously, "How early?" Hu Xian replied, "Today is now. As the new dean of the Magic and Martial Arts Academy, I accept everyone's challenge. You can challenge me even without an invitation. And the rules have also changed. If you defeat me, you will naturally be the undisputed number one. If you can't defeat me, your battle index data will be left behind, and the subsequent rankings will be based on this data. Moreover, the challenge is not limited to force, but also includes alchemy, formations, and so on. But everyone only has one chance, so you have to think carefully about which aspect of me you choose to challenge. New Dean, no matter which aspect they choose to challenge you, will the combat index data they get count?" Someone asked loudly. "That's right, all combat indexes count, regardless of occupation." "Then New Dean, what if I compete with you in financial resources?" asked a young man in luxurious clothes. Hu Xian smiled and said, "If your financial resources can surpass mine, the first place will be yours. If not, the financial combat index is still valid. However, everyone only has one chance, so you must think carefully before choosing what to challenge me." The guy who asked about financial resources said excitedly, "Well, the demon Nubin Shui He-jun, will challenge the new dean." After saying this, the guy flew over, already eager to challenge Hu Xian's financial resources. Landing in front of Hu Xian, less than 3 meters away, he asked excitedly, "New dean, how do you challenge me?" Hu Xian smiled slightly and waved his hand. A special formation. A huge formation appeared, condensed into a huge array screen. Hu Xian then introduced, "There are 10 registration points set up below the screen of this formation. Those who line up to register need to pay 100 Demon Crystal Kings, then enter their identity information, choose the direction they want to challenge, and then drip blood to confirm. And then their registration is successful. If you are sure that you are particularly strong in a certain aspect, but do not have enough Demon Crystal Kings, it does not matter. There are 10 special registration channels on the left and right, which do not require the consumption of Demon Crystal Kings. However, to pass this channel, you need to show your strength. If you are too weak, you will naturally not be able to apply successfully. Those who have successfully registered will line up on the left and right sides and take turns to challenge me. Besides, this is a challenging profession." At the wave of his hand, a dense array of professions appeared on the formation screen. Everyone's eyes were focused on the formation screen. "Oh my god, even the chef can go up and challenge. Isn't it true? Musicians can also take on the challenge? Nonsense, anyone who can take out 100 Demon Crystal Kings can challenge it. I can definitely earn 100 Demon Crystal Kings. As for the special channel, if you don't have the strength to apply for the challenge, you won't have the chance to enter the top 100. So, who would apply unless they are truly capable?" The guy who went up to challenge Hu Xian's financial strength rushed to sign up as quickly as possible. For him, 100 Demon Crystal Kings are just demons of higher quality than ordinary ones. The registration was completed in minutes, and I couldn't wait to come to Hu Xian. As Hu Xian waved his hand, the area within 100 meters radius became a formation control area. That guy came again, and the information immediately appeared. Devil Mubin Shui He-jun, challenge professional financial strength. One name, one challenge profession. Other information is not displayed, but the level is. New Dean, tell us quickly, how do you challenge? He was very impatient. Hu Xian smiled slightly, turned on the communicator, and checked the balance of his demon card. Then he said, "In the first round, if you can surpass my balance, you will enter the second round." And he looked at the people around him and said, "If this is a financial challenge, the winner can get all my financial resources." Oh my god. That is, a 900 trillion Demon Crystal King? Oh my god, 900 trillion? Or the Demon Crystal King? The scene was extremely shocking. The 900 trillion Demon Crystal King. This is crazy. After the shock, everyone's attention was focused on the Devil Mubin Shui He-jun. A demon Mubin Shui He-jun, who saw Hu Xian's remaining balance clearly, turned pale instantly. Looking at Hu Xian, it is unbelievable that he actually possesses such terrifying financial resources. Even if the entire Magic and Martial Arts Academy were added together, there wouldn't be this many, right? Hu Xian asked with a smile, "How was it? Did you win the first round?" After hearing this, everyone finally reacted. This is just the first round. In other words, he has more Demon Crystal Kings on him, definitely more than 900 trillion. The demon Mugen Shui He-jun said with a dejected look, I lost the first round. I thought that with my financial resources, I would be able to win over the new dean, but I lost before I even started. I felt like a clown. Hu Xian smiled and said, it doesn't matter if you lose, tell me your financial resources and I will give you combat data. The demon Mugen Shui He-jun originally wanted to give up. But then he thought that now that the rules have changed, maybe there is a little chance. Although he is not as strong as others, he is still very confident in his financial resources when facing others except the new dean. So he opened the communicator and checked his balance. Oh my god, 13 million demon crystal kings, no wonder they dare to challenge financially. Although they are far inferior to the new dean's 900 trillion demon crystal kings, they can still beat countless people. I'm curious, what battle score will the new dean give him? Everyone's eyes were on Hu Xian, waiting for his score and curious about how many points he would give. Chapter 975, The Charm of Stir-Fried Vegetables. Hu Xian smiled slightly, said nothing, waved his hand, and the battle data of the demon Mugen Shui He-jun appeared on the formation screen. Name: Demon Mugen Shui He-jun. Challenge: Financial Resources. Battle points: 23 points, 13 points for financial resources, 5 points for courage, and 5 points for overall performance, a total of 23 points. Oh my god, extra points for courage, extra points for overall performance too. That's right. I thought there were only points for the challenge items. If that's the case, many people will have a chance. The demon Mugen Shui He-jun asked somewhat dejectedly. Dean, what ranking can I get with a 23-pointer? Not sure, it depends on the strength of the people behind us. The devil Mugen Shui He-jun left in disgrace. A young girl jumped up impatiently and shouted, I want to challenge you by force. Hu Xian nodded and said, let's get started. Watch this. The girl didn't waste any time and started to act directly. In an instant, the wind and clouds rolled up, the military power was at its maximum, and a powerful pressure swept over. Although the formation set up by Hu Xian prevented the pressure from leaking out, it could be judged from the aura that this girl was very powerful. Whose family is this girl from? Her strength is probably no less than the 50th level of the Super God gene. I haven't seen it. It's hidden very deeply. Seeing the girl approaching him, he breathed and waved his hand, and a formation enveloped her. Rumble. All the girl's attacks fell on the formation. Seeing that she was trapped, the girl did not get discouraged. She burst out with all her strength, trying to break the formation with martial arts. Boom boom boom. Amidst bursts of loud noises, the girl's data appeared on the huge array screen. It's okay, Hu Xian said suddenly. The girl stopped, frowned and asked, what does the dean mean by this? Hu Xian pointed to the formation screen and said, see for yourself. The girl quickly looked over and saw that it was her own score. The strength value adds 27 points, the courage value adds 7 points, the overall performance adds 12 points, and the total score is 48 points. The first demon Mugen Shui He-jun who challenged the challenge looked extremely ugly when he saw the score. Unexpectedly, the second challenger's score was more than twice mine. Next, an old man jumped onto the stage. Hey, can the old man also participate in this round of the strong swordsman competition? Shouldn't I? The old man said, Dean, you didn't stipulate that older people can't participate in the strong sword competition, right? Hu Xian nodded and said, indeed not, so you can challenge it. But the older you are, the more points you will lose. The old man smiled and said, I'll deduct points if you want to. I'm just curious, Dean, are you a great cook as well? So, you want to challenge my cooking skills? That's right. Please ask the dean to give the questions. Hu Xian nodded and said, in that case, let's have the simplest stir-fried vegetables. Please ask the dean to provide the tools and ingredients so that no one will say it's unfair. Hu Xian nodded, and with a wave of his hand, the stoven materials appeared. It's time to start. The old man said confidently, then I won't waste any more time. Just operate it. Hu Xian also started cooking. Countless people were watching at the scene, and they were all very curious, is this dean really omnipotent? As soon as I saw Hu Xian get started, I entered a certain state. Those who knew the business were immediately shocked. Wow, he got into the state right from the start, and it's the highest cooking state. On the side, the old man who was still preparing the materials for the challenge was stunned for a moment. Hu Xian prepared the ingredients in a short time and started cooking. It looks like just simple stir-fried vegetables. However, as the cooking began, the flavor of laws appeared, and the laws from between heaven and earth merged into the stir-fried vegetables. This scene shocked the whole audience. Oh my god, what level of cooking is this? You can actually integrate the power of law into dishes? What will happen after eating such dishes? Nonsense, this is probably the highest realm of culinary art. Eating such dishes will naturally help people understand the laws. It is said that those who do not understand the laws will also understand them thoroughly at this time. Doesn't that mean that this dish is a rare treasure? Over here at the Magic and Martial Arts Academy, countless senior executives have long been paying attention to Hu Xin. Seeing Hu Xin's jealousy, everyone was shocked. If we take a bite of this dish, our cultivation will probably be elevated to a higher level. If I take a bite, I'm afraid I'll have a breakthrough. As members of the school, the dean should give us a bite, right? Here, Hu Xin has finished cooking. He looked at the old man and asked, "Why aren't you moving?" The old man said bitterly, "I lost." Hu Xin said, "If you lose, you can also show your cooking skills, and I will give you an overall score." After saying that, he looked towards the back of the academy and said, "Someone come over here and take this plate of vegetables and eat it. Don't waste it." "I'll do it. I'll do it." Everyone was extremely excited and rushed over. "Dean, give me the dishes. Dean, give it to me." Everyone started scrambling for it. "Okay, split it up. Don't worry if you don't get a share. I'll just sell more when I have time later." "Thank you, Dean." An old man caught the dish dropped by Hu Xin and thanked him carefully. "Come on, let me have a taste." "Don't worry, the dishes are in my hands, so I'll go first anyway." There must be no less than 1,000,000 people around, watching them fight for a plate of food. But no one laughed at me. Everyone was extremely envious. Finally, the old man was the first to take a bite of the dish. Buzz! The next second, a powerful aura burst out from the body uncontrollably. Boom! There was another explosion, and his cultivation level broke through directly. The whole audience was shocked. It's unbelievable, it's just a plate of stir-fried vegetables. Even if it has the flavor of the law, it shouldn't be so powerful. But the facts are before us. Come on. Let me have a taste. Come on, I want to have a taste too. The top leaders of the Magic and Martial Arts Academy are becoming stronger. What is extremely shocking is, anyone who eats a bite of vegetables will see their cultivation level soar and make breakthroughs one after another. At this moment, people realized how terrible the cooking skills of the new dean of the Magic and Martial Arts Academy were. Any dish of stir-fried greens can be considered a miracle cure. I want to eat some vegetables too. Yes. I have never thought that green vegetables are such delicious and tempting dishes. Dean, we want to eat stir-fried vegetables too. Countless students shouted. Their eyes were full of desire and expectation. Hu Xin looked at them with a smile and said, "As students of my Magic and Martial Arts Academy, you all have the opportunity to dishes I personally cook. Of course, since there are so many students, if you want to eat the dishes made by the dean, you need to exchange a few points. As for the details, we will announce it after the points rules are released. However, all students can rest assured that as long as you are still in the Magic and Martial Arts Academy, you will definitely have the opportunity to eat the dishes made by the dean himself. Not only that, students can also exchange the elixirs made by this dean." Chapter 976. City Lord Summons. Wow, the dean can also make pills. The dean is amazing. Thank you. Dean. Long live the dean. The students all shouted wildly, having witnessed with their own eyes the effect that a bite of green vegetables had on the college's top brass. They all yearned for it. Fortunately, as members of the academy, they all have opportunities. Countless people around are extremely envious. No, I must join the Magic and Martial Arts Academy. Me too. Magic and Martial Arts Academy is my home. Ding, congratulations to the host. You have completed the task of joining the Magic and Martial Arts Academy and becoming the Dean of the Magic and Martial Arts Academy. The task rating is perfect, the reward is doubled, and you have obtained 20 of the power of rules to leave this world. Hu Xin was overjoyed. Now you have obtained 51% of the power of rules to leave this world. At this time, Hu Xin felt that it was a waste of time for him to conduct the assessment here in person. After careful thought, I came up with a plan. A challenger rushed up. "Dean, I challenge you to a formation." Hu Xin refused. "Don't be impatient, everyone wait." In order to solve the problem of slow assessment, I decided to set up various assessment points after everyone completes the registration. They just need to line up to take the assessment. Having said that, we began to arrange various formations related to the assessment and combine them with technology. So Hu Xin set up assessment points for different professions one after another. And for each assessment point, Hu Xin set up a video of his own performance. These videos were recorded live in front of everyone in the audience. There is no cheating. Oh my god, the new dean of the Magic and Martial Arts Academy is really omnipotent. That's right, not only are they proficient in alchemy, weapon forging, formations, cooking, martial arts, body training, they are all extremely powerful. But everything arranged. Those who are knowledgeable about the matter were even more shocked. The formation strength of the new dean of the Magic and Martial Arts Academy has reached such an incredible level, just based on this point. He is more than qualified to be the new dean of the Magic and Martial Arts Academy. Yes, his cooking and alchemy skills are amazing. I even want to join the Magic and Martial Arts Academy. It is said that the Magic and Martial Arts Academy has changed its rules now, so it will not be so easy to join. But after joining, the benefits I gained are much greater than before. Isn't this nonsense? Just being able to taste the dishes cooked by the new dean is an opportunity? I wonder if the Magic and Martial Arts Academy is still short of someone to sweep the floor. Huaxian flew high in the sky, looked around and announced, "Okay, all the assessment items have been set, and the strong sword contest will be changed to the strong assessment contest. I make a promise here: the top 10 will not only be able to enter the Demon Abyss, but will also receive rewards of elixirs, delicacies and weapons that I personally refine. The first 100 will receive food and weapons as rewards. The first 1,000 will receive gourmet food as a reward. The first 3,000 will receive weapons as rewards. The first 10,000 to appear will receive a reward of 10,000 Demon Crystal Kings. I hope everyone will be brave enough to participate and show their strength." New Dean, the delicious food you are talking about is the kind that you cook yourself, the kind that can help people achieve breakthroughs after eating it. Huaxian nodded and said, "Yes, that's it. Oh my god. The first 10,000 will get a reward, or 10,000 Demon Crystal Kings. There are 10,000 reward spots. With my talent and strength, I will definitely be able to get in there, or at least 10,000 Demon Crystal Kings. This trip is worth it." That's right, I didn't even have an invitation. I just came here with the intention of seeing the heroes of the world. I didn't expect to encounter such a good thing. The whole audience was excited. "I'm going to sign up for the challenge. I want to go." Countless people rushed to the registration point. Fortunately, Huaxian had already set up 1,000 registration points around the assessment site. So even though there were a lot of people, they could all handle the work. And he himself left with a smile on his face. I thought I could have some good time and relax. But the system didn't give him a chance. Ding! New mission. Go to the Holy Land of the human race. Gain recognition from the human race, and complete the mission to gain 1030 of the power of rules to leave this world. A Holy Land of the human race? I didn't expect this quest to appear. The problem is that the system does not mark where the human Holy Land is. This means that the difficulty of this task lies in finding the Holy Land of the human race. I don't know if the college's top management knows about this. All senior members of the college, come to the dean's office for a meeting, Huaxian shouted directly. Countless people heard it. I am extremely curious. Why did the new dean suddenly call a meeting? The college's top brass excitedly headed to the dean's office. Don't dare to be negligent. In less than 3 minutes, everyone arrived outside the dean's office. There's no way. The office is too small and can't accommodate so many people. Huaxian came out. All eyes were on him. "Dean, what's the matter with calling us together?" asked the old dean. "It's nothing important. I just suddenly remembered the Holy Land of the human race. Does anyone here know where the Holy Land of the human race is?" "A Holy Land of the human race?" They all murmured and finally shook their heads. "Dean, the Holy Land of the human race is extremely mysterious, and we don't even know about it." "Dean, some say the human race's Holy Land is in the Far East, and some say it's in a secret place, but no one knows the truth." "You don't know anything?" Huaxian frowned. "Even no one in the Magic and Martial Arts Academy knows about the human race's Holy Land, so there are probably very few people who know about it. Maybe if I meet humans, I can discover something. Since no one knows, let's just disperse." It's the dean. At this time, a beautiful figure flew over from the sky, attracted a lot of people's attention. Is that someone from the City Lord's mansion of the Holy City of Science and Technology? Oh my god, that's the City Lord's personal assistant. It seems that the actions of the new dean of the Magic and Martial Arts Academy have attracted the attention of the City Lord. The scene went into an uproar. A beautiful lady asked loudly, "Is the new dean of the Magic and Martial Arts Academy here?" Huaxian looked up and said, "I'm here. What's going on?" "The City Lord invites you." The other party looked at Huaxian and replied. Huaxian originally wanted to refuse, but when he thought of the Holy Land of the human race, he wondered if the Lord of the Holy City of Science and Technology knew about it. He soared into the sky, flew out of the formation, and said to the beauty, "Lead the way." The latter nodded. As the City Lord's assistant, he naturally had the permission to fly, so he flew away directly. Huaxian followed and left. The Lord of the Holy City of Science and Technology is mysterious and unpredictable. No one knows whether he is a man or a woman. I didn't expect that the new dean of the Magic and Martial Arts Academy would be summoned as soon as he arrived. Nonsense. A new dean of the Magic and Martial Arts Academy is so omnipotent, who dares not take him seriously? I even doubt whether the City Lord is his opponent. I'm curious. What exactly is the matter that the City Lord summoned the new dean for? Anything else? I guess it's to build good relationships after all. The Magic and Martial Arts Academy is the only independent existence in the holy city of science and technology. Chapter 977, The Molesting Demon Tiawalaya. City Lord's Mansion. Huaxian followed the beautiful assistant here. At this time, the beautiful assistant stopped, turned around and looked at Huaxian and said, "Can you stop staring at me?" Huaxian smiled and said, "You don't have eyes on your back, so how do you know I'm looking at you? Is it possible that we have telepathic connection? If that's the case, then we are a perfect match. By the way, my name is Huaxian. What's yours?" "Neuropathy." The beautiful assistant cursed in disgust and continued on her way. Huaxian said loudly, "You said I was crazy. If I don't do something a crazy person should do, I won't live up to the name." Rushed forward and grabbed the beautiful assistant's hand. The latter's body trembled violently, and he subconsciously tried to pull his hand back. But Huaxian pulled it suddenly. The beautiful assistant rushed towards him uncontrollably. The sudden scene made the beautiful assistant scream out in anger. Then he crashed heavily into Huaxian's arms. Huaxian hugged her tightly, almost touching her face, and said, "Since I'm a psychopath, it's okay for me to do something extreme, right? What are you up to?" Just finished asking. Huaxian took a bite. The beautiful assistant was stunned. "I never thought that the new dean of the Magic and Martial Arts Academy would dare to treat me like this in the City Lord's mansion. You know, I am the City Lord's assistant. How many people should be respectful to themselves? Even the old dean of the Magic and Martial Arts Academy didn't dare to offend him. This guy actually molested me." Boom! A powerful aura burst out from her body. I wanted to scare Huaxian away, and then give him a good beating. But it didn't work at all. Huaxian's kisses became more and more excessive, and his tongue became more and more unruly. The beautiful assistant, in a rage, suddenly opened her tightly closed mouth. Huaxian succeeded immediately. The beautiful assistant bit it angrily. "I thought viciously that I must bite off your tongue." At this moment, Huaxian pointed a finger at her back. The beautiful assistant suddenly felt that her body was no longer her own and she had no control over it. Instead, he opened his mouth and let Huaxian take what he wanted. "I can clearly feel the feeling, but I can't do anything." This scene made him extremely angry. Tears rolled down silently. "And I kept saying sorry in my heart. I'm sorry, Lord, Laya is not pure anymore. Laya is sorry for you." Just when Huaxian's hands were becoming more and more restless and were about to take a further step, a majestic voice came. "Your Excellency has gone too far. Lord City Lord, Laya is sorry for you." Hearing this voice, Laya cried even more sadly. Huaxian also stopped and let go of Laya. He smiled and said, "It's just a joke, don't be angry. City Lord. This unblockedly is a coupons." I wondered whether this City Lord was a man or a woman. The voice was so strange that even I couldn't tell whether it was a man or a woman. "You bastard, I'm going to fight you." The demon Tiawalaya, whose body had regained its freedom, was extremely angry and attacked Huaxian violently. Huaxian smiled and said, "If you dare to approach me again, I will never let you go easily this time. Believe it or not, just give it a try and I'll let you be a mother next year. I am the City Lord's woman. If you dare to touch me, you're dead." The devil Tiawalaya knew that she was no match for Huaxian, so she stopped and fret and loudly, "Hey." Huaxian chuckled and said, "Your City Lord is not short of women, believe it or not. I will ask the City Lord to bring you here in a while." "You." The devil Tiawalaya was so nervous that she couldn't speak. "Laya, bring him to see me." That majestic voice sounded again. "Okay, Lord Mayor." The devil Tiawalaya glared at Huaxian fiercely, then strode away. Huaxian licked his lips with a smile and followed behind. I thought to myself, even though I already have many beautiful wives around me, but why does every woman give me a different feeling? Meet the assistant master. Meet the assistant master. The guards and servants they met along the way were all very respectful to the demon Tiawalaya. The devil Tiawalaya was in no mood to pay attention to them now. This made the guards and servants very confused. "Tell me, who is so bold as to provoke the assistant? I can't guess. In the holy city of science and technology, besides the lord of the city, who else can make the assistant so angry? It looks like the man that the assistant brought. This man is so strange, but he was brought by the assistant. It seems that he is going to meet the City Lord. Forget it, let's not talk about this. By the way, it is said that the Magic and Martial Arts Academy is very lively today. Is there anyone among you who wants to go over and take a look? I heard about it too, and was planning to go over and take a look. Then let's go together." A group of guards and servants were talking about it. As for Huaxian, he followed the devil Tiawalaya deeper into the place. Everything around began to change, and the demonic power became stronger and stronger. Soon, Huaxian was shocked to find that the ground was actually paved with the Demon Crystal King. Looking at the surrounding buildings, It turned out that they were all cut by the Demon Crystal King. Even if one is not short of money, one has to admit that this mysterious city lord is generous. 3 minutes later. Finally we arrived in front of a huge palace. Nice formation. Huaxian looked at the huge palace and blurted out these words. A demon Tiawalaya taunted. You can't spit out ivory from a dog's mouth. There is no formation in the palace of our city lord's mansion. Little beauty, I don't blame you for not understanding, but you'd better be polite when you talk to me. Otherwise, the first request I will make to the city lord is to get you. Snort. Who do you think you are? Huaxian said confidently, although I don't know your city lord. I firmly believe that if I make a request, your city lord will definitely agree to it. Snort. You keep calling us our city lord. Do you know that you are also in the holy city of science and technology? Our city lord is also your city lord. The two of them had already walked into the palace while arguing. The huge palace is all of the same color. The color of the Demon Crystal King, and it looks a bit deserted. In the distance, on the throne, there was a cloud of mist and it was impossible to see the people inside clearly. Huaxian tried to see through it. When the eye of truth touches the cloud, I just felt a terrifying pressure erupting. A dazzling aura flashed by. Even though Huaxian withdrew his gaze as quickly as possible, in the end, he was stabbed in the eye and tears flowed uncontrollably. You deserve it, the devil Tiawalaya on the side cursed excitedly. It took Huaxian a while to adapt. He looked at the cloud with lingering fear and said, Lord City Lord, I wonder why you are looking for me. Unable to figure out the other party's background, Huaxian didn't dare to act recklessly. But the other party ignored it. But Huaxian felt that a faint aura was locking onto him. It is not difficult to guess that the other person is looking at me. Chapter 978. The True Identity of the City Lord. The other party exclaimed. I can't see through you. These ordinary words shot the devil Tiawalaya beside her. The omnipotent city lord in her mind couldn't see through this guy? Huaxian stopped smiling and said seriously, I can't see through you either. I am shocked. This mysterious city lord is really strong. It's impossible for you to see through me, but I am very curious about you. After saying that, the clouds and mist actually began to move. The next moment, a strange figure appeared in front of Huaxian. Huaxian suddenly felt that his body was unable to move. It feels like even the soul is imprisoned. I am extremely shocked. How could this city lord be so powerful? The city lord grabbed Huaxian's hand. Huaxian suddenly felt a power that did not belong to him entering his body. In the blink of an eye, it filled my whole body. System. Can you refine this power? Ding, you can refine special powers, unlimited strengthening points without consumption. Do you want to refine it? Refine. Huaxian yelled in his heart. I am extremely looking forward to what kind of benefits I can get by refining this level of power. Boom. Just started refining. There was a muffled sound inside the body. The first level of the godly gene was broken through. Huaxian's expression just changed. Boom. The second drawer came again. The second level of the godly gene has been broken through. Huaxian was overjoyed. The assistant beside him was stunned by this scene. I couldn't understand why the city lord was helping this guy improve his cultivation. Obviously she misunderstood. Meanwhile, there were constant rumbling sounds coming from inside Huaxian's body. Improving the godly gene realm is easier than drinking water. The city lord was shocked when Huaxian refined his power. I was so shocked that I didn't react immediately. Wait until he reacts. Huaxian's realm has reached the 50th level of the godly gene. I am extremely shocked. This guy can actually refine power at my level. It's incredible. This little bit of power being refined is nothing to him. In order to find out Huaxian's secret, he did not stop. He carefully observed Huaxian's changes, trying to see how he did it. Huaxian took advantage of this opportunity and his cultivation level soared. In less than a minute, he reached the peak of the 100th level of the godly gene. At this time, the breakthrough finally stopped. It's just because the realm above is the primary God Lord realm, and it is not so easy to break through unless there are special circumstances. Even so, the system did not waste energy and began to frantically enhance Huaxian's attribute powers. The various levels of power soared at this moment. After observing Huaxian for a while, the city lord frowned, because he found that he couldn't see through Huaxian at all. Even how he refined his own power was unclear. There was no trace of anything in the body, but his own strength was refined by him. This guy must have a big secret. Retracting the energy, he asked, tell me, how did you do that? Huaxian felt a little regretful and thought, just ask if you want to, but what's the point of taking back the power? But he lied. I don't know what happened when your load entered my body. I only had one feeling, which was intimacy. It's like a part of my body has returned, a kind of familiar feeling that I can't explain. Then, your power actually transformed into a strange force, which made my cultivation level soar like a rocket. Hu Xian looked serious, without a single flaw. Even the city lord couldn't tell the falsehood. He frowned and asked, "Are you sure what you said is true?" "Yes, what I said is true," Hu Xian said with blinking eyes. "In that case, follow me." After saying that, he turned and left. Hu Xian followed behind happily, thinking that it would be great if the city lord could give him a little more strength. The devotee Aiwalai standing by was stunned with shock. You know, as the city lord's assistant, she has never entered the city lord's bedroom. But now, what do you see? Lord City Lord, you actually let this strange man into your bedroom. What's going on? Could it be that the city lord has taken a fancy to this guy? If this is the case, if this guy asks the city lord for me, I'm afraid he will succeed. Soon we arrived at the back hall. This is not the bedroom that the devotee Awali imagined. It turned out to be a courtyard like a paradise. What a mysterious method. It's not an array formation, but it isolates this place into an independent world, Hu Xian couldn't help but say. The city lord said, "This is indeed not a formation, but a law cave that is more advanced than a formation." Law cave heaven? What level of realm is required to achieve this? Hu Xian was extremely amazed. You definitely can't do it at your current level. After the city lord said this, the mist on his body began to dissipate. Seeing this scene, Hu Xian suddenly became quiet and stared intently. I am extremely curious about whether the city lord is a man or a woman, and which ethnic group he belongs to. When the mist dispersed, Hu Xian was stunned by the sight of that peerless beauty. Of course, what shocked him was not the city lord's appearance, but his identity. The mayor of the holy city of science and technology is actually a human. Mouth opened in shock. The city lord asked with a smile. Why, are you surprised about my identity? Hu Xian recovered and said excitedly, it's more than just surprise. It's shocking. I didn't expect to meet fellow countrymen in this world. Fellow countrymen? This time it was the city lord's turn to be confused. Hu Xian smiled mysteriously and also put away the demon bloodline. The breath of humanity is released. The city lord opened his mouth in shock. You are also a human? Did you sneak out from the human holy land? City lord, do you know the holy land of the human race? Hu Xian asked in surprise. Hearing Hu Xian's tone, the city lord frowned. Aren't you from the holy land of the human race? So are you a human? The terrifying ray locked Hu Xian down, and he was suddenly unable to move. Hu Xian quickly said, don't get excited. Fellow countrymen, I am really a human, but I am not a human from this world. I come from outside this world. What? These words shocked the city lord to the extreme. Then he asked gloomily, how dare you lie to me? Do you know that our world is sealed off by super powerful people? We can't get out, and the outside world can't get in. Hu Xian quickly explained. I participated in the ladder assessment of the Demon Academy in the outside world and became the first person to step onto the 11th floor. No one knows what the 11th level of the ladder is, but I know it is the passage to this world. Ladder to heaven? So you can still leave through that ladder? The city lord excitedly grabbed Hu Xian's shoulders. City lord, be gentle. The force was so great that even Hu Xian couldn't bear it. The city lord loosened his grip and said, tell me quickly. Can you leave this world? Chapter 979, Crazy Upgrade. Yes, I can indeed leave this world. Hu Xian answered her affirmatively. The city lord's breathing became rapid due to excitement. After a while, he calmed down a little and said, quick, take me away from this world. Hu Xian smiled bitterly and said, although I can leave. Not now. I must meet certain conditions before I can leave. What conditions? The city lord asked excitedly. Obtain the power of rules to leave this world. The power of rules, or is it from outside this world? What are you thinking about? The power of rules in this world has long been sealed by the powerful. I can't even feel it. How can you obtain it? I have obtained it. But it is incomplete, Hu Xian said confidently. Are you lying to me? The city lord burst into terrifying murderous intent and locked on to Hu Xian. It has been so many years, and I have never been so excited. I didn't lie to you. Lying to you won't do me any good. I'm not stupid, so how dare I lie to you? So you said you have mastered the power of the rules of this world? How do you prove it? System, can I activate the power of the rules of this world and let the city lord feel it? Ding, no. Once the power of rules is released, it will be sensed by the powerful, and the host will be killed. Hearing this, Hu Xian was frightened. Kill? Can't even the system stop it? What exactly is the so-called almighty being? He said bitterly to the city lord, I can't prove it, but I swear, I can really leave this world. If you want, I can take you with me. You dare to lie to me? Go to hell. The angry city master wanted to kill. Stop, I have another identity, Hu Xian said quickly. What identity? If you dare to lie to me again, I will kill you. I am a human. People what? These two words were so shocking that Huaxian didn't dare to say them all at once. I was also worried that the city lord would get excited and shout out, so I emphasized. Don't get excited when I tell you. There is another word, king. What? You actually said you are a human. The city lord was shocked to the extreme. Unprecedented shock. And his face became extremely gloomy and his anger was beyond words. How dare you to deceive me? I really am otherwise. Why do you think I can disguise myself as a demon? After saying that, the blood in his body turned into that of a demon. Not only that, I am also a winged elf, a mole, and a dragon. Huaxian keeps changing his identity. The city lord was already stunned. At this moment, she began to believe it. Because apart from the legendary human king, no one has such terrifying compatibility. Looking at Huaxian, his body was trembling. Excitedly, if you are really a human, I believe you can take me away from this world. Huaxian breathed a sigh of relief and said, don't worry, I can definitely take you away from this world. Since you are the king of men, it's not too much for me to be your woman, right? The city lord suddenly said. She no longer had the dignity she had before, and now acted like a daughter. Huaxian was stunned. Then he said happily, since you are my wife, it is not too much for me to absorb and refine your energy, right? The city lord suddenly realized. No wonder you can absorb and refine my power with this status, what can't you do? In his heart, he believed in Huaxian's identity as the king of people and said, no problem. Throw herself directly into Huaxian's arms. Before Huaxian could react, he hugged Huaxian, kissed him and demanded it. During this process, he also transferred his power to Huaxian. System quickly strengthened my attributes. Ding, congratulations to the host. All attribute powers are being fully enhanced. Unlimited enhancement points are converted and enhanced, no consumption. Huaxian was overjoyed when he felt the evenly increased attribute strength throughout his body. He also enjoyed the city lord's passionate kiss very much. And the city lord was far more proactive than he had imagined. He actually took off his clothes and pants and then, passive throughout. Ding, congratulations to the host, you have obtained the first drop of blood of the first class master. Obtained special enhancement, obtained the bloodline of the origin of chaos, and obtained the first level of cultivation of the primary god. Huaxian was stunned. I didn't expect the breakthrough to come so easily and so suddenly. After the breakthrough in the major realm, the minor realm soared all the way under the blessing of the city lord's dominant power. Huaxian was also shocked to learn about the city lord's realm, and found out that he was actually a first-class master. No wonder I was powerless to fight back against her. The city lord, who was in love with a man and a woman, was also very shocked when he felt Huaxian's breakthrough in realm. He secretly exclaimed, he is worthy of being the human king. Breaking through is as easy as eating and drinking water. The battle between the two lasted for 8 hours. Huaxian's realm had long reached the 100th level of the primary god lord, and his various attribute powers had also reached the 100th level of the god lord Jin. The harvest this time is unprecedentedly huge. The city lord snuggled in Huaxian's arms, completely lacking the dignity of a first-class ruler. Wife, are you from the holy land of the human race? Huaxian asked. Yes, I come from the holy land of the human race. There was some hatred in his tone. Huaxian asked curiously, could it be that my wife has a grudge against the human holy land? It's not a grudge, but I was driven out by the holy land of the human race and left to fend for myself. But they would never have dreamed that I could create a technological holy city on the civilized continent in the world of the demons. By the way, husband, what is the matter with you asking about the holy land of the human race? Huaxian smiled bitterly and said, if I want to leave this world, I must go to the holy land of the human race. Wife, can you take me there? I can't, as an expeller, I will be killed by them if I go. Moreover, the people of the Holy Land have no good feelings towards people from outside the Holy Land, so if you go there, you will be suppressed by them, or even killed directly. Are the humans in this world so cruel? Huaxian frowned. It's not cruelty. It's for the sake of allowing the human race to continue in this world after all. The high-level demon bloodline can disguise itself as the human race. So that's how it is. Then my wife, tell me where the holy land of the human race is, and I will go there by myself. Are you really going? You know, even if you are a real human, you will be in danger of death if you go there. Huaxian smiled bitterly and said, I have to go, even if it means my life is in jeopardy. Seeing Huaxian was so serious, the city lord said, okay then. The human race's holy land is not somewhere else, but just below the palace of the demon king. The entrance is in the harem of the palace. In a deep green pool. This is the coordinates of the teleportation array of the demon king's city. Also, this is my keepsake. Perhaps my family, seeing this item, will be able to give you some help. Thank you. Wife. You are my husband, it would be awkward to say thank you. Okay. Honey, I'll go to the Demon King's city then. Go ahead. By the way, my name is Fu Tianyao. Chapter 980. Good sounding may not necessarily look good. My dear Tianyao, I will go to the Demon King's royal city first. After saying that, he stood up and was about to leave. Fu Tianyao shouted, why are you in such a hurry? There is a teleportation array in my yard, I'll take you there. Wife, aren't you not allowed to go to the human race's holy land? It's just that we can't go to the holy land of the human race, but that doesn't mean we can't go to the Demon King's royal city. However, I will only send you to the teleportation array, and then come back. Why? Huaxian looked curious. Because the people from the Holy Land will also disguise themselves as demons to train in the Demon King's city. I don't want to see them. Got it, honey, let's go over there. Well, follow me. Take Huaxian to the teleportation array. Huaxian remembered something and asked, by the way, wife, why were you expelled from the Holy Land of the human race? It was indeed my fault. I went to steal the Holy King's sacred heart. Although I failed to steal the sacred heart, I defiled it. Is the sacred heart important to the humans in the Holy Land? It is very important. The demons cannot find our Holy Land, thanks to the Holy Heart. Is Xingxian so powerful? Huaxian became curious. Seeing this, Fu Tianyao said, when you go to the Holy Land, don't try to get the Holy Heart, or you will die. The only way I could get away with just being expelled is because my sister is the fiancée of the Holy King's heir. Huaxian nodded and said, don't worry. I'm not an impulsive person. As he spoke, he had already arrived at the teleportation array. It's not big. But Huaxian can see that this teleportation array is not simple. Fu Tianyao hesitated for a while and said, hubby, I'd better send you here. And you can teleport there by yourself. By the way, I gave you the coordinates of the teleportation array in the east city of the royal city. Okay, I understand. He hugged Fu Tianyao and kissed her, then walked into the teleportation array. He activated the teleportation array and said, wife, I'm leaving. Well, husband, be safe. After a dazzling white light, Huaxian disappeared into the formation. Fu Tianyao prayed. Husband, although your identity is not simple, Tianyao will still pray for you. The holy city of science and technology is too far away from the royal city. At least tens of billions of miles away. Even if it is a teleportation array, it will take about an hour to teleport. And the time of transmission is boring. However, Huaxian had mastered extremely high formation skills, so accelerating during the transmission process was also a simple matter for him. After figuring out the teleportation rules of this formation, Huaxian took action. Take out the formation materials and bless yourself. It suddenly turned into a ray of Aurora and disappeared. Less than a quarter of an hour. The teleportation array in the east city of the royal city lit up with white light. As the royal city, there are too many people coming and going to use the teleportation array every day. And the number of people who need to be teleported is also countless. So Huaxian's appearance did not cause any unusualness. And before he could even stand firmly, he was in the crowd. It's just because there are too many people teleported over by the teleportation array. At this time, a soldier shouted loudly, leave immediately after being teleported here. Can't you see that the teleportation array is about to burst due to the crowds? The people who were teleported here for the first time put away their curiosity and quickly left the teleportation array. Those with experience have left long ago. Huaxian also left with the crowd. Remember Fu Tianyao's words, there will also be people from the human race's holy land disguised as other races to train in the royal city. As the human king, it is not difficult to see through them. Huaxian looked around but did not find any disguised humans. There are a lot of beautiful women coming and going. He himself was very handsome, and many girls looked at him. Handsome guy, can you please leave me your contact information? A pleasant voice came. Huaxian looked over curiously, wondering if there was a romantic encounter in Wangcheng. The moment I turned around, I was stunned. I saw a tall, fat woman standing behind me. There is also a huge birthmark on his face, which is pressed down by the fat and looks extremely ugly. Handsome guy. You look so happy, do you like me too? The woman spoke again. Vomit. Huaxian couldn't help but vomit. I never dreamed that her voice was like that of an angel, but her figure and appearance were so unsightly, it could be said to be scary. Handsome guy, what do you mean? Are you disgusted with me? The woman asked angrily. At the same time, continued to approach Huaxian. No, I have something else to do, you go ahead and do it yourself. You want to run? You're dreaming? The moment Huaxian took a step forward, the woman opened her arms and rushed over. Fortunately, Huaxian was fast enough and ran away. The woman didn't feel that she was holding empty and said excitedly, baby, you are mine. Only then did I see clearly that I didn't hug the other person. Damn it. With a curse, he looked around, but the handsome boy was nowhere to be seen. Damn it, I must find you. If you dare to despise me, I will have 100 babies with you. He grabbed a bystander by the collar and asked viciously, did you see where he went? He ran that way. The passers-by who were caught were scared to death. Bang! He slammed the passerby to the ground and chased after him. Huaxian was moving at an extremely fast speed and was already at least 10 miles away from the teleportation array. The royal city is extremely huge, and the entire East City is no less than 10,000 miles in size. He dares to come and gamble without any money. Get him out of here. Next to it is an entertainment city. An angry voice came from the other side. One guy got kicked out. Looking at this guy, Huaxian smiled. Walked towards the guy. What are you saying? I just lost everything because of bad luck. Just wait, I will get my revenge sooner or later. After saying that, he turned around and was about to leave angrily. Huaxian came over and shouted, brother. From the sound of your voice, it seems that you are very good at gambling. The guy who lost all his money looked at Huaxian and asked, are you talking to me? Huaxian nodded and said, yes, I am talking to you. The guy suddenly laughed. I thought to myself, it's a good thing that I have no money, but there is such a simple guy coming to my door, I can't miss him. He walked over, put his arm around Huaxian's shoulders and said, brother, I'm not bragging. In Wancheng, in Dongqing district, my gambling skills are second to none. How about it? Brother, do you want to get rich? Feeling the softness coming from the other person, Huaxian just wanted to laugh. I thought, she is obviously a girl, but she is pretending to be a tom. Without exposing him, he said seriously, of course I want to get rich, I dream about it. I thought, if you like gambling, then it would be easy for me to get close to you. Little brother. With me here, your dream will come true. Easily follow me, and I will help you get rich. He hugged Huaxian and walked towards the entertainment city. By the way, brother, how many demon crystal kings do you have? Chapter 981. Betting 10 billion. Not a lot, but not a few either. Huaxian answered like an honest man. No more. No less. How much is it exactly? Just a few tens of thousands. Tens of thousands? His eyes suddenly brightened. The tone towards Huaxian also became better. By the way, brother, my name is Demon Yanke, and I'm a well-known gambling god. Don't worry, follow me. And I will definitely turn your tens of thousands of demon crystal kings into millions. Let's go. I can't wait to take you to win money. Holding Huaxian, he quickened his pace. By the way, brother, what should I call you? Devil Huaxian. Brother Huaxian, we are really destined to meet. Soon we arrived at the entrance of the entertainment city. Stop, Devil Tianke, how dare you come back? The guard said viciously. Snort. Don't look down on me. I tell you, I brought my brother with me. But he is a rich man. The other party looked at Huaxian and said disapprovingly, him? Look at the way he's dressed. Does he look like a rich man? Hey, don't look down on me, and don't look down on me. I'm telling you, my brother is very rich. You said he was very rich. Now I'm curious about how rich he is, a guard said sarcastically. Demon Yanke sneered, you can't imagine how rich he is. Just him, if he has 10,000 demon crystal kings on him, Garrett will lose. Really, Garrett, then do you want to make a bet? The Devil Tianke said disapprovingly. Another guard said, Devil Tianke, you are really a lunatic. Are you addicted to gambling? Why are you betting with us? What's the matter, Demon Hex? Are you afraid that Garrett will lose? Demon Yanke provoked. Sure enough, Garrett fell into the trap. He said coldly, would I be afraid of losing? Tell me, what's the bet? Seeing that the other party had been fooled, the Devil Tianke was extremely excited. Rubbing his palms, he said, I don't want to bet too much, how about betting on 1,000 demon crystal kings? Garrett, don't be impulsive. The Demon Hex surged loudly. Garrett said, Hex, thank you for your kindness. I just don't believe that this guy is so rich. Devil Tianke, as long as your friend can produce 100,000 demon crystal kings, I will give you 1,000 demon crystal kings. If you can't produce it, you can give me one. 0. I'll go. Garrett, you are cheating. Aren't you? You didn't say 100,000 before. How am I cheating? I bet you 100,000. Devil Tianke, you can't afford to lose, right? It is certain that Huaxian cannot come up with 100,000 yuan. The Demon Yanke was very angry and said, Garrett, I have seen how shameless you are. If you don't dare to gamble, then don't gamble. Brother, let's go and ignore him. He pulled Huaxian and walked towards the entertainment city. Stop, Demon Yanke. You can't afford to lose. If you don't die, if that's the case, I will blacklist you. Garrett, you're obviously the one playing dirty, and you still dare to threaten me? I'm just cheating. What can you do to me? Now either give me 1,000 demon crystal kings, or I'll put you on the blacklist. The demon Yanka was furious. If he were really put on the blacklist, it would be more painful for him than killing him. He looked at Hu Xian and said, "Brother, admit defeat and give him 1,000 demon crystal kings." Hu Xian looked at Garrett with a smile and said, "Isn't betting 1,000 demon crystal kings too little? How about this, I take out 1 million demon crystal kings, and you give me 100,000 demon crystal kings. If I can't take it out, I will give you hundreds of thousands of demon crystal kings. Do you dare to bet?" After Hu Xian finished speaking, he turned on the video recording. When the other party saw that this was a collection of evidence, he wanted to fight back with ridicule. "But I dare not. After all, he is not very confident. So how can he be so crazy?" He sneered. "I, Garrett, am not greedy. If you can't take out 100,000 demon crystal kings now, just give me 1,000 demon crystal kings honestly, and don't play other tricks on me. Waste." In response, Hu Xian cursed directly. "Who are you calling a loser?" Garrett was very angry. "Whoever answers me will be scolded. You're looking for death." Garrett took direct action. Demon Tiancha was quite considerate. He stood in front of Hu Xian and said, "I said I raised it. You just said you bet 10,000, and then you raised the stakes to 100,000. Now that my brother has raised his salary to 1 million, it shouldn't be too much to raise his salary to 100,000. Just tell me whether you dare to gamble or not. If you don't dare to gamble, then get out of the way." "Great, 1 million. Right?" The demon hex on the side reminded loudly. "Garrett, don't be impulsive." Garrett said loudly, "Don't worry, X, I know what's going on. He can't even come up with 100,000 demon crystal kings. So there's no way he can come up with 1 million demon crystal kings." After that, he said to Hu Xian, "Come on, kid, take out your 1 million demon crystal kings." Hu Xian smiled and said, "If I take it out, you will lose 100,000 demon crystal kings to me. Does this bet count?" "Of course it counts. Take it out quickly," Garrett urged. More and more people gathered around. "Interesting. Very interesting. A bet of 1 million demon crystal king, with a stake of 100,000, I really don't know which of them is the lunatic. I think Garrett will definitely win after all. Looking at this guy, he doesn't look like a rich man at all. I also think the winner is Garrett." Hearing this, Gat Elier became more confident. He said loudly to Hu Xian, "Hurry up, don't waste time." The demon Tianka began to retreat on tiptoe. He didn't believe that Hu Xian could come up with 1 million demon crystal kings. After all, this is the demon crystal king, not the demon crystal marrow, nor the demon coin. "Devil Tianka, why are you running?" Garrett shouted when he saw this scene. "I thought to myself, you were the one who made the bet, and you still want to run away? No way. If your friend can't come up with 1 million, you will be implicated as well." The devil Tianka argued loudly. "Who said I ran away? I just had to go to the bathroom suddenly. What a coincidence. You're in a hurry at the critical moment. I think you know that your so-called friend can't come up with 1 million demon crystal kings?" Garrett taunted. "Bullshit, I'm very confident in my friend. I really need to go to the bathroom. You guys continue. I'm going to the bathroom first." "Devil Tianka, you can't leave today," Garrett shouted loudly. "I'm not leaving. Why should I leave?" said the devil Tianka in a desperate tone. "I thought to myself I didn't gamble with you, so even if I lose, it has nothing to do with me." Garrett sneered. "It's best not to leave." He turned his gaze back to Hu Xian and said, "Hurry up." Chapter 982, 1000, Love or Not. Crash. As Hu Xian waved his hand, the demon crystal king, like a small hill, scattered on the ground. The whole place fell silent immediately. Everyone stared at the demon crystal king in shock. Everyone present was an expert, and with a casual sweep of their spiritual sense, the demon crystal king's data would appear. "Fuck, a full 1 million demon crystal kings," someone exclaimed. There was no way around it. Mainly because the 1 million demon crystal kings piled on the ground were simply too dazzling. "Damn, this is the first time I've seen such a large group of demon crystal kings." "Me too. I wish this was mine." "You must be dreaming. This is the demon crystal king. He has a full million. He is so rich." Many people's eyes fell on Hu Xian. Some girls even thought, if I can become his woman, does it mean that I can get these 1 million demon crystal kings? Even if I can't get 1 million, 100,000 would be good too. The devil Tianka was shocked for a while, and finally reacted. "Extremely shocking. It's hard to believe that a random stranger I just met is so wealthy." Thinking about what Hu Xian said about him, only having tens of thousands of demon crystal kings on him, he thought, this brother is really not kind. He looked at Garrett suddenly and said, "Garrett, weren't you very arrogant just now? My brother has taken out 1 million demon crystal kings. Hurry up and bring the 100,000 demon crystal kings bet money." Garrett's face had turned pale. Hearing this voice, he suddenly looked at the devil Tian Ke and roared, "You even cheated me. Are you setting a trap for me? 100,000 Demon Crystal Kings. Based on his salary at the casino, he wouldn't be able to pay it back in 100 years. Dat Liar, who set a trap for you? If you refused to make the bet, wouldn't this have happened?" The devil Tian Ke said in a good mood. Snort. You still dare to quibble. You are deliberately setting a trap for me. I tell you, I will report this matter to the higher-ups, just wait for me. Garrett said and was about to leave. The devil Tian Ke immediately stood in front of him, opened the recorded video and said, "Garrett, I have evidence here. Do you want to cheat? If that's the case, I'll go to the royal city and sue you." I thought. You have the support of the entertainment city. No matter how big the entertainment city is, can it be as big as the royal city? Garrett's face was extremely ugly. The murderous Sora was released uncontrollably. Feeling cheated, he was filled with immense hatred. Hey! What's the matter? You can't stand losing and want to kill someone. The devil Tian Ke was not afraid of him and continued to sarcastically. Demon Hex said, "Brothers, this was just a joke. Why don't we just forget about it?" Just shut up. That's 100,000 Demon Crystal Kings. Do you think you can just forget about it? Let me ask you. If we lose, will Garrett just let it go? Devil Tian Ke said angrily. He urged, "Garrett, hurry up, don't waste our time. I still want to take my brother to the casino to make a fortune. I can't wait to use Hu Xian's funds to turn the situation around." Garrett was not willing to take out 100,000 Demon Crystal Kings, but with so many people watching, I'd feel embarrassed not to express my opinion. He took out 1,000 Demon Crystal Kings and said, "I don't have 100,000 Demon Crystal Kings, I only have these 1,000. It's up to you if you want them or not." 1,000? Are you sending away beggars? Hu Xian said coldly. You don't want it, right? You don't have that 1,000. Garrett started to act like a rogue. Hu Xian smiled coldly and said, 100,000 Demon Crystal Kings in exchange for your life. I don't think it's a loss. What, you want to kill me? Garrett pointed at his nose and asked in disbelief. Then he sneered and stretched his head in front of Hu Xian, pointed his finger at his head and said, "Boy, you want to kill me, right? Come on, I'm standing right here, come and kill me." Demon Yan Kezen was worried that Hu Xian would make a move. So he stopped him and said, "Brother, it's just 100,000 Demon Crystal Kings. There's no point in getting into trouble with this kind of trash who can't afford to lose." A sneer appeared on Hu Xian's face. Not much to say. A sudden punch hit Garrett's head. Oh my god, is he crazy? He really dared to do something to Garrett. I also think he's crazy. He's the guard of the entertainment city. If you touch him, you'll be the enemy of the entire entertainment city. That's right. If this guy really did that, he would definitely be dead. Garrett felt an extremely strong murderous intent. Shocked to the extreme. I can't believe this guy really dares to kill me. He was so scared that he stepped back quickly. Hu Xian's fist landed where he was before. She stared at him and said coldly, "Didn't you ask me to kill you? Why did you run away? Or are the guards of the entertainment city all losers like you who can't afford to lose and are afraid of death?" You. Garrett was too angry to speak. "What do you mean by you? I'll give you one more chance. Stake out 100. Zero Demon Crystal Kings or die." "Boy, you are too arrogant. Do you know that you will die soon like this?" Garrett roared angrily. Snort. "It seems that you are unwilling to pay. In that case, then die." Disappeared from the spot in an instant. "Brother, don't be impulsive." Bang! There was a loud bang. Everyone was stunned. Because they saw with their own eyes that Garrett's head was blown up by Hu Xian. He is the guard of the entertainment city. Killing him would be a slap in the face of the entertainment city. Looking at Hu Xian, everyone felt that he was going to be in trouble. Hu Xian was not worried at all. He waved his hand, collected 1 million DM on Crystal Kings, and said to Demon Yan Ke, "Brother, don't just stand there. Hurry up, I can't wait to get rich." The whole audience was speechless. You can already afford millions of Demon Crystal Kings. But that's not considered rich? In your mind, how many Demon Crystal Kings are needed to be considered rich? At this time, the devil Tian Ke became a little hesitant. "Brother, what's wrong? Let's go quickly," Hu Xian said again. Demon Tian Ke took a deep breath. I thought to myself, just go for it. Besides, this time it was Garrett's problem, so it's impossible for the casino to blatantly protect him, right? Good. He replied and quickly followed. Under the gaze of countless people, the two walked into the entertainment city. But we didn't go far. A large number of guards from the entertainment city rushed over. The leader was a burly middle-aged man. The guards around him showed him great respect, and there was even a hint of fear in their eyes. What's going on? Looking at Garrett's body on the ground, the middle-aged man asked sternly. The stunned Demon Hex came to his senses and looked at Hu Xian in horror. I never expected that as the guard of the entertainment city, I would be killed. You know, the Entertainment City is one of the top 10 forces in the Royal City. As long as they don't offend anyone, no one from the other 10 major forces would dare to touch anyone from the Entertainment City. But the guy in front of him clearly did not belong to any of the top 10 forces, but he just went crazy and killed everyone in the Entertainment City. I'm asking you a question? The middle-aged man asked angrily. Chapter 983. Killing someone means paying with one's life, not bullying. The demon Hex finally reacted and said in horror, Captain, he killed Garrett. Pointed at Hu Xin. The middle-aged man stared at Hu Xin and asked coldly, how do you explain it? Hu Xin smiled slightly, said nothing, and turned on the recording video. The betting scenes unfolded before them one by one. After reading it, the middle-aged man said inferently, just because he lost the bet, you want to kill him? Do you know that he is from my casino? Since the other party was not polite, Hu Xin was no longer so polite. He sneered, you can't afford to lose the bet, but you still threaten me by claiming to be the guard of the casino? Do you think he shouldn't die? In other words, I'll use 100,000 Demon Crystal Kings to buy its life. Tell me, will anyone kill him for 100? 0 Demon Crystal Kings? Even if he loses, even if he doesn't admit that he can't afford to lose, you shouldn't kill him. Tell me and I'll take care of this matter. But now that you've killed him, this matter is different. I can give you the 100,000 Demon Crystal Kings on his behalf. Can you bring him back to life? So, you want to bully me? Hu Xian's tone also became cold. The Devil Tian Ke on the side looked at Hu Xian, and suddenly found that he was not as honest as he seemed. Because he himself was afraid of the strength of the Entertainment City, he was not afraid at all. If that's the case, what exactly is this guy facing when he approaches me? Did he see through his identity? How is this possible? Snort. Killing someone means paying with your life. It's not bullying. Take him down for me. The guards behind him immediately surrounded him. The demon Yin Ke was frightened and shouted, hey, don't get me wrong, I don't know him. The demon Hex shouted, you keep calling him brother, and you brought him here to now you say you don't know him? He and I only met halfway. And I didn't expect that he would kill someone in the Entertainment City, the Devil Tian Ke argued cunningly. Hu Xian put his arm around her shoulders and said, don't be afraid, brother, everything will be fine. The Devil Tian Ke yelled, shut up. Who are you and your brother? I don't even know you, so don't implicate me. Not a brother? That's okay. I actually like you. Why don't you be my wife? What? The people around were stunned. The look in his eyes when he looked at Hu Xian was extremely strange. I thought to myself, I didn't realize that this guy actually likes men. However, this demon Tian Ke has such good skin, no wonder he is attracted to him. Disgusting me. Get out of here. The demon Yan Ke roared as he struggled hard. I am certain in my heart that this guy must have known my identity and seen through that I am a girl, so he acted like this. I thought to myself, what a bastard, he had actually been planning on me for a long time. Take them all down for me. The middle-aged man waved his hand and gave an order. Etc. Hu Xian shouted. Ow, do you have anything else to say? The middle-aged man asked disaffably. Hu Xian sneered, I am a VIP guest of the Entertainment City. How dare you touch me? Just you, the VIP guest? Would you please take out your VIP guest badge? A guard said disaffably. The people around were also looking at Hu Xian. I saw that he was not worried or afraid at all, but full of confidence. Someone muttered, could this guy really be a VIP guest of the casino? Maybe it's possible after all. He's not afraid at all? Some people also asked, is it possible that he is pretending to be powerful and intimidating the people in the Entertainment City? We can rule out this possibility. As long as you have a good mental state, you won't be afraid. Hu Xian smiled and said, I don't have the medal yet. But what? Hu Xian turned on the communicator and logged into the demon card balance inquiry. The balance was opened in front of everyone. The system shows me a balance of 100 million yuan. Ding, congratulations to the host for hiding the demon card quota for the mission. The display quota is 100 million. Immediately, the Demon Crystal King's balance of 100 million was displayed in front of everyone. Oh my god, 100 million. The whole audience was stunned. Many people's breathing became rapid. The Devil Tian Ke stared at Hu Xian and muttered in disbelief, who are you? You are so rich, why are you approaching me? Could it be? No, it's impossible. I hid it so well, no one could see through it. Hu Xian smiled and said to the captain, do you think that with my 100 million in savings, I am qualified to be a VIP of the Entertainment City? The middle-aged man was extremely shocked. I never thought that this guy, who looked ordinary except for his good looks, was actually so rich. He smiled bitterly. With 10 million in assets, you can become a VIP of the Entertainment City. With your 100 million, you can definitely become a mid-level VIP. That little guard at the Entertainment City dared to bully me, and couldn't even afford to lose the bet. Is there any problem if I kill him? No problem, but you need to become a VIP first to be exempt. Then how can one become a VIP? Hu Xin asked. Sir, please follow me. I will take you to register as a VIP. The object is extremely excited. Well, led the way. This way, sir? Hu Xin followed the middle-aged captain and left. The scene went into an uproar. Damn, what's going on? Even though 100 million is a lot, the captain shouldn't be so flattering to this guy. Right? I can tell from the look of it that you've never been to a casino and don't understand its rules. Let me tell you, whether you are an employee or a guest of the casino, as long as you bring new customers to the casino, you will be rewarded. There is such a thing. This is the first time I know about it. Can you tell me, brother, what are the rewards? Then listen to me. Anyone who brings new customers to the entertainment city, especially big customers like VIPs, will immediately receive a reward of 10,000 Demon Crystal Kings. Then if you attract new big customers, you will get a 1 commission for every purchase they make at the casino. For example, if that guy just now spent 100 million in assets in the entertainment city, you can get 1, which is a commission of the 10,000 Demon Crystal King. Oh my god. It's so good. Doesn't that mean we can make a fortune by attracting new customers? You think too much. Only those who invite VIPs or above can get a 1 commission. Those below that will not get that high. As for VIPs, how can ordinary people attract new guests? Yeah, that's true. I was wondering why the captain of the guard was so nice to that guy all of a sudden. Now I understand. Of course not. This guy has an asset of 100 million and is a mid-level VIP. Even if he doesn't spend any money, he can still get a reward of 100,000 Demon Crystal Kings. Oh my god, 100,000. I'm so jealous. Why don't I have such good luck? Chapter 984, It's delivered to my door, I can't refuse it. Inside the entertainment city, the guard captain excitedly took Hu Xin to the membership management center. At a glance, there were no less than 100 people queuing up to apply for membership. And more people are coming. They are all queuing up obediently. Only the captain took Hu Xin and walked straight over. This scene attracted the attention of the people in the queue. Isn't that the captain of the guard, Demon Kaijia D? The pretty boy he brought with him looks ordinary, but he doesn't have to queue. Nonsense, he is the captain of the security team of the entertainment city after all. So he has some privileges. Isn't that guy behind them the gambling devil Tian Ke? Is it really him? This guy is the king of losers? Or the gambling king? I don't understand. He loses every time he gambles. Why does he still like gambling so much? Who knows? They have many Demon Crystal Kings. Soon I arrived at the membership registration window. The devil Kaijia. I pushed the door open and walked in with Hu Xin and the others under the curious gaze of the people in line. Captain Demon Kaijia, what are you doing? A staff member asked in confusion. Look at Hu Xin and Devil Tian Ke. She knew that the devil was naturally resistant to him, and Hu Xin looked very ordinary, so she was confused. The devil Kaijia laughed and said, Chang Tingyuya, don't underestimate this gentleman. He is a wealthy man with assets worth 100 million. Hurry up and get this gentleman a mid-level VIP membership badge. 100 million. Did he really? Chang Tingyuya was very suspicious. Sir, please show us proof of your assets. The devil Kaijia became more and more respectful to Hu Xin. Hu Xin nodded and directly opened the balance of the demon card. The office staff couldn't help but look over with curiosity. I was shocked when I saw the 100 million yuan amount. I thought to myself, you can't judge a book by its cover. This guy looks ordinary except for his good looks, but he actually has assets worth 100 million. This is a mid-level VIP member, and he has special privileges here. Chang Tingyuya, what are you standing there for? Why don't you quickly get the master of VIP membership? The devil Kaijia urged sternly. Chang Tingyuya reacted with a start and said to Hu Xin excitedly, Dear intermediate VIP, please follow me. That's so respectful. Hu Xin nodded and followed her into another office. Just as the demon Kaijia and the others were about to follow in. Clang! The office door was slammed shut. The demon Kaijia pushed it, only to find that it was locked. I was suddenly speechless. In the office, Chang Tingyuya seemed to have become a different person. She asked in an extremely charming tone, Sir, I don't know how to address you. Devil Hu Xin. Master Hu Xin, do you have a partner? While speaking, he reached out and grabbed Hu Xin's hand. Yes, there are a lot. Hu Xin did not refuse and answered honestly. At this time, Chang Tingyuya lifted up her work skirt, revealing her beautiful legs in stockings and asked, Then sir, do you mind having another partner? I thought to myself, you have such powerful assets and you are so handsome, I must win you over. Hu Xin smiled and said, Well, it depends on your performance. Hearing this, Chang Tingyuya smiled excitedly and said, Don't worry. Sir, Yuya has already made you satisfied. Grab Hu Xin's clothes and try to take them off. Hu Xin suddenly asked, Miss Yuya, have you used the same method on many VIPs? Chang Tingyuya's body trembled slightly, and she suppressed her panic and said, My lord, you are joking, you are my only man. Then why were you so nervous just now? Hu Xian pressed on. Chang Tingyuya hooked her arm around his neck and said with a smile, Sir, please don't be so fussy. Don't you think I'm pretty? Just say the word and I'll be your woman from now on. Sorry, I'm here to apply for VIP membership, not to pick up girls. If it's about picking up girls, I think it would be more appropriate to go somewhere else. Chang Tingyuya was stunned. I know that I am being disliked. I don't care. He smiled and said, Sir, please don't be like this. Yuya is willing to follow you wholeheartedly. It's okay for Yuya to be abandoned. More and more charming. More and more attractive. Hu Xian's anger was also ignited. He smiled and said, Wait a moment. I'm going to the bathroom, and then. He patted her butt. Chang Tingyuya was overjoyed and thought, Why are you pretending to be shocked? You men are all the same. But he said, Sir, the bathroom is over here, go quickly, don't keep Yuya waiting for too long. While speaking, she had already taken off her skirt. Hu Xian twitched his eyes. I have to say, Yuya has a good figure. He went to the restroom, turned on his phone, and used hacking technology to invade this inner office. Sure enough, there were several surveillance cameras. 2 of them are private surveillance. With a slight smile, I understood the purpose of these surveillances. With a little bit of skill, you can handle these surveillances. Then walked out. Stunned. At this moment, Chang Tingyuya changed into an extremely sexy outfit. Waiting at the door. Hu Xian rushed over the moment the door opened, hugging her tightly. Then, while Hu Xian wasn't paying attention, he bit it. It has come to this, how can Hu Xian still tolerate it? He hugged her suddenly and responded strongly. The conspiracy succeeded. And Chang Tingyuya was overjoyed. 3 hours later. Chang Tingyuya collapsed on the sofa due to exhaustion. It's unbelievable that this demon man is so ferocious. I have exhausted myself, but I haven't reached my limit yet. For the first time, I felt something other than exploitation towards this man. Baby, you look very tired, Hu Xian asked playfully. Master, you are so awesome, I am so tired. Don't you like how awesome I am? I like it. I like it very much. Master, from now on, I, Chang Tingyuya, will be your scan till you abandon me? It depends on your performance. By the way, please help me get VIP membership. Okay. Sir, carry me to the computer, please. No problem. Holding her in front of the computer. Master, you do it. Hu Xian sat down. Then. Master, you are still bad, you still bully others like this. Hu Xian laughed and said, Just do your thing, it won't bother me. After saying that, his movements became more intense. Master, please be gentle. Okay, I'll be gentle. Sir, I'll just fill in my own name as the recommender. Whatever you want. Thank you, sir. Chang Tingyuya excitedly registered Hu Xian as a member. However, the recommender was not the devil Kai Jiadi, but her Chang Tingyuya. Master, please bind your account. Good. Hu Xian was busy binding his account. Ding, your personal account has received 100,000 Demon Crystal King Intermediate VIP Invitation Funds. Chapter 985. Okay, I'm yours now. When the notification sound of the money arriving rang out, Chang Tingyuya became extremely excited. Hu Xian responded fiercely. Thank you, Master. No need to thank you, we just take what we need. Master, from now on Chang Tingyuya is yours, and only belongs to you. Okay. Then they fought for several more hours. Perhaps it was because of the 100,000 Demon Crystal Kings that Chang Tingyuya managed to hold on. Finally, he collapsed from exhaustion on Hu Xian. Hu Xian was satisfied, put her on the sofa and walked out. Master, please don't leave. Chang Tingyuya pleaded weakly. Hu Xian grinned and said, I'm here for fun, and I've wasted too much time. After saying that, he opened the door and walked out. The demon Kaijiati rushed over immediately. Sir, have you signed up for membership? Yes. It's open. Sir, what level of membership did you sign up for? Looks like a mid-level VIP member. What? Intermediate VIP? Roaring, the demon Kaijiati was extremely angry. He rushed directly into the small office and roared, Chang Tingyuya, you bitch, I invited a mid-level VIP. Why didn't you fill me in as the inviter? Hu Xian smiled slightly, ignored all this, looked at the devil Tian Ke and said, Brother, let's go, take me to make a fortune. Hearing this, Demon Tianche rolled his eyes and said, Demon Hu Xian, tell me the truth, what is your purpose in approaching me? Hu Xian walked up to her, put his head close to her ear and said, Because I've long seen that you are a woman disguised as a man, and you are a beautiful woman. And I have a hobby, which is liking beautiful women. I will naturally not miss such a good opportunity. You bastard. I treat you as a brother, but you approach me for other purposes, the devil Tianke accused loudly. But in my heart I felt deeply relieved. I thought, it's good that no one has seen through that I'm a human. Huaxian smiled and said, so, you accept me? Snort. You wish it depends on your performance. Now, hurry up, let's go gamble. I can't help it. He dragged Huaxian away. Huaxian asked speechless Lai, why do you like gambling so much? Because I made a bet with someone that I would win 10 billion in assets. It's just 10 billion in assets, and you haven't won it yet? 10 billion in assets. That's all? Are you crazy? That's 10 billion demon crystal kings? Demon Tianke said in shock. Huaxian smiled and said, yes, that's all. What? The demon Yanke was dumbfounded and stood there in a daze. It took him a while to read the stared at Huaxian in disbelief. His breathing quickening. He asked doubtfully, do you really have 10 billion in assets? Yes. It really is. But isn't the balance on your demon card only 100 million? Hey, isn't that pocket money? As long as I want, let alone 10 billion, even 100 billion is a piece of cake. Are you sure? I am sure. I am sure. Well, come with me. Pulled Huaxian to a place with few people. Then he said, show me your 10 billion assets. I, Demon Yanke, put my words here, as long as you take out 10 billion assets, I will agree to your pursuit. Really? Huaxian asked excitedly. In the eyes of the devil Tianke, she just wanted to get him. So he was very excited. Of course I'll take it seriously, provided you can come up with 10 billion in assets. In that case, my dear, you watch carefully. Huaxian turned on the communicator and checked the balance of the demon card. The demon Yanke was staring intently. When he counted a 1, a series of zeros appeared afterwards. The demon Yanke and it with his spiritual sense and was stunned for a moment. After a long while, he murmured confidently, you actually have 10 billion in assets. Do you know that this asset is already a high-level VIP in the entertainment city? Huaxian shook his head and said, I don't know. All I know is that you are my woman now. Bullshit, the devil Tianke objected subconsciously. Huaxian interrupted, have you forgotten what you promised me just now? The demon Yanke was speechless and shut up. After thinking for a while, he said, okay, now I am yours. Since I am yours, does that mean yours is mine? After saying that, he looked at Huaxian seriously. Huaxian said calmly, of course, what's mine is yours. These 10 billion demon crystal kings are yours. Okay. Keep your word, transfer the money to me quickly. He couldn't wait to take out his devil card and handed it to Huaxian, and asked expectantly, transfer the money quickly. Huaxian nodded, without any further ado, opened the transfer function and entered her devil card account number. Under the excited gaze of the demon Yanke, the value of 100 trillion was entered. Then, enter the password in front of her. As the passwords were entered one by one, Demon Tianke's breathing became heavy with excitement. After entering the last password, click confirm. Ding, 10 billion demon crystal kings have been credited to your demon card account, please confirm receipt. Funds will be transferred to your account within seconds. The demon Yanke was stunned. It took me 3 full minutes to react and I quickly checked my balance. After opening it, I looked at the balance of 10 billion. Stunned. I never dreamed that 10 billion would become mine. He looked at Huaxian in disbelief and asked, why are you so nice to me? You really transferred 10 billion to me just because you like me, and you have no other purpose? Huaxian smiled and said, of course there is a purpose. If possible, I hope we can sleep together at night. The demon Yanke trembled and said in fear, not ready yet. I thought to myself, I dare not have sex with you. Otherwise you will see through my true identity. Is that so? That doesn't matter, didn't you say you would take me to make a fortune? I think it's okay now. Yes, let's go, let's make a fortune. He dragged Huaxian towards the entertainment hall. Not only did it conceal the excitement and panic in my heart, but I also wanted to fulfill my own wish. I was thinking, with 10 billion demon crystal kings, I could now gamble and earn 10 billion, right? Soon. We arrived at the entertainment hall. Demon Yanke was so excited. I didn't pay attention to the road. Bang! Bumped into someone else. A beautiful woman's scream was heard. This attracted many people in the hall to look over. Huaxian looked at the woman who was knocked to the ground. There are actually 3 white tails, swaying, which is particularly eye-catching. Looking at the woman's figure again, it was close to perfection, and finally the focus fell on her face. A special face blocks the sight in spiritual consciousness. It's impossible to see her face at all. But her perfect figure makes her look like a super beauty. My dear 9-tailed Foxna, what happened to you? Who dares to push you to the ground? An old man rushed over and asked, with great heartache. If you have any requests, please bring them up. Chapter 900 Itexus, I am very curious, what is this guy going to do? Emperor? They hit me. Nine-tailed fox Na said pitifully, and then burst into tears. The old man's sharp gaze fell on Huaxian and the devil Tian Ke. He asked fiercely, how dare you hit my woman? Tell me, how do you solve this problem? Demon Yan Ke quickly said, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bump into you, I see that you are fine. So please forgive me. Nine-tailed fox Na said resentfully, I think you bumped into me on purpose. You must have seen me as pretty. So you bumped into me on purpose and wanted to take advantage of me. After complaining, he said to the old man, Red Fox Emperor, you have to make the decision for me. The old man said distressed lie, don't worry, baby. I will definitely make the decision for you. He looked at Huaxian and Demitian Ke and said, I'll give you one last chance, tell me how to solve this problem. Huaxian said coldly, the apology has arrived, what else do you want? Boy, are you so arrogant? The Red Fox Emperor asked coldly. Huaxian smiled and said, crazy? Well, since you want to see me go crazy, you also want me to give you an explanation? No problem. I'll satisfy you. Hearing this, many people around who had not been paying attention to this place looked over curiously. I'm curious. What is this guy going to do? I'm curious too. Under everyone's curious gaze, under the gloomy gaze of the Red Fox Emperor, Huaxian walked over to Nine-tailed Fox Na, who had not yet gotten up. He squatted down under her gaze. Gumihona didn't understand what Huaxian was going to do. So she asked weakly, what are you going to do to me? Huaxian smiled and said, what else can I do? You have such a great figure, which man wouldn't like you? Since my friend injured you, I decided to take responsibility for you. From now on, you will be my devil Huaxian's woman. Nine-tailed Fox Na was stunned. The whole audience was stunned. All eyes fell on the Red Fox Emperor. I thought, how would you react if someone tried to steal your girl right in front of you? Boy, you are looking for death. The Red Fox Emperor was furious and went straight to kill Huaxian. Huaxian was not panicked either. He took out a medal and threw it over. The other party thought it was a hidden weapon, and caught it subconsciously. Took a look. Just a glance. The body rushing towards Huaxian trembled violently, then stopped. Everyone's eyes fell on his hands. After seeing it clearly, everyone was shocked. Some even exclaimed, Intermediate VIP medal. What? Intermediate VIP? That's a big shot with tens of billions of assets. Stateless people were shocked. Finally, everyone's eyes fell on Huaxian. They couldn't believe that he was a mid-level VIP. But how come he doesn't have any dignity of a mid-level VIP? Huaxian looked at Nine-tailed Fox Na with a smile and asked, I wonder if a mid-level VIP like me is qualified to be your man. Hearing Huaxian's admission, the whole audience was affirmed. The Red Fox Emperor was angry. But he didn't dare to act recklessly. He was just a senior member. He was vulnerable even in front of a VIP, let alone a mid-level VIP. Nine-tailed Fox Na reacted and said excitedly, Fox Na is willing. As soon as these words came out, the Red Fox Emperor's body trembled violently. And he asked in disbelief, Nine-tailed Fox Na, you and I promised to be together forever, why did you betray me? Red Fox Emperor, I am helping you now. If I don't agree to this intermediate VIP, do you think he will forgive you for contradicting him like this? After that he said to Huaxian, Sir, please let him go for Huna's sake. Huaxian nodded cooperatively and said, No problem, I agree to everything my baby asks. Thank you very much. Still calling me sir? Huaxian interrupted. Thank you, husband. Husband doesn't sound good either. I like to hear you call me husband. Nine-tailed Fox Na shyly called out, hubby. That's right, you have a good husband, and your husband loves you. After saying that, he reached out to the mask of Nine-tailed Fox Na. The latter was shocked and quickly said, Hubby, you can't take off Huna's mask. Why not? Huaxian asked curiously. Hubby, please don't pick it, okay? Begged Gumihona. No, you are my wife, how can I not even know what you look like? But husband, you'll be scared if you pick it. Scared? What do you mean? Huaxian looked confused. Because, Hanai is ugly. What? A Red Fox Emperor sneered. Nine-tailed Fox Na? You bitch, I am also curious about what you look like. Huaxian looked at him and asked, You haven't seen it either? Snort. Not only have I never seen what this bitch looks like, I've never even touched her. She always refuses with various excuses. You want to get her, but I'm afraid it's impossible. A Nine-tailed Fox Na was a betrayal to the Red Fox Emperor, so her words were full of resentment. Red Fox Emperor, shut up, Nine-tailed Fox Na said angrily. The Red Fox Emperor sneered. Huaxian said, No matter what, take off your mask and let me see. Honey, do we really have to do this? Gumihona felt extremely aggrieved. It has to be this way. How can I not even know what my woman looks like? Why? Well, husband. I hope you won't dislike me after reading this. After saying this with a sigh, Gumi Hona stretched out her hand like a veil. Countless people gathered to watch. Come very close. Apparently, they had known Gumi Hana for a long time and were curious about her appearance. Under the watchful eyes of the crowd, Gumi Hona grabbed the mask, pulled it off violently. The scene he saw made the timid scream out loud. Huaxian was also shocked. It was unbelievable that the face of the nine-tailed fox now was actually a rotten skull face. In other words, no appearance at all. How so? How can such a perfect body have a skull face? A red fox emperor laughed crazily. After a while, he looked at Huaxian and said, I have to thank you. If it weren't for you, I don't know how long I would have been deceived by this ugly bitch. Huaxian quickly calmed down, stared at Gumi Hona and asked, how could this happen? Ding dong. Nine-tailed fox Na threw away her mask. Looking at Huaxian, without answering his question, he said in a mocking tone, so you dislike me now and are disappointed in me, right? Huaxian grabbed her hand and said, so, you are not confident? As for disdain? From the moment I acknowledge that you are my woman, I will not disdain. So you are still my Huaxian's woman now, in the future. And forever. Even if you want to leave me, it's impossible. As soon as these words came out, the whole audience was shocked. I can't figure it out either. Nine-tailed fox Na does have a great figure, but that rotten skull face makes people want to vomit when they see it. It can no longer be described as ugly. No one would like this kind of woman, no matter how good her figure is. But this devil Huaxian? Is he crazy? Chapter 987. No, I can't stand it anymore. Nine-tailed fox Na couldn't believe it either. He asked doubtfully, are you serious? The people around were also looking at Huaxian, wanting to know how he would answer. Or people think that she will definitely answer no. Seriously, Huaxian said sincerely. The people around were dumbfounded. Someone couldn't stand it anymore and asked, why is this happening? This nine-tailed fox is so ugly, why is he still so devoted to her? I want to know, too. As a mid-level VP, how could you be so in love with the ugliest of uglies? There must be a conspiracy. Could it be that this nine-tailed fox has some secrets that we don't know about? There was a lot of discussion at the scene. Madman. You really are a madman, the Red Fox Emperor roared loudly. Then he turned and left. He felt disgusted that he had been living with such an ugly nine-tailed fox for 3 years. I am extremely thankful that, apart from holding hands, I have never done anything excessive with her. Otherwise, you will vomit on the spot. Nine-tailed fox Na asked again, are you sure you don't regret it? No regrets. Huaxian replied immediately. Gumi Hona grinned. But his rotten skull face and smile are creepy. At this time, she made an excessive request. Since you say you don't dislike me, then kiss me, my man. What? Hearing this, everyone around was shocked. Then he stared at Huaxian. I thought, you're not really going to kiss her, are you? If you can eat all this, it would be really awesome. Huaxian, don't be impulsive, the devil Tian Ke advised. Nine-tailed fox Na stared at Huaxian, waiting for his reaction. Huaxian smiled and said, okay. The whole audience was shocked to hear this answer. Huaxian was slowly approaching his face. Just this scene has made countless people want to vomit. Getting closer. Vomit. Finally someone couldn't help but vomit. More people followed suit. No, I can't stand it anymore. Someone shouted and walked away. Awesome, brother. You are really awesome. I admire your courage. I think I am the bravest person, but I am not as brave as you. Even Gumi Hona herself was shocked. You know, the way I look now, I feel disgusted even when I look in the mirror. But there really are people who will face the worst version of themselves just because they like themselves and because of their commitments. I experienced it myself and couldn't believe it. It seemed that Huaxian was about to kiss her. Few people present dared to watch. Mainly because it's disgusting. Under the gaze of those who dare to look, Huaxian kissed her. Someone exclaimed. I kissed. Everyone open your eyes. Stunned. Because we really kissed. Open it and look. What's that halo? Someone shouted. I saw a white halo appearing on the ugly face of the nine-tailed fox Na. Oh my god, everyone, look carefully. Her face looks like it's being repaired. It's really being restored. Amid everyone's exclamations, Gumi Hona's face was visibly repaired. In less than a minute, an exquisite and peerless face appeared in everyone's sight. Even though a large part of Huaxian was blocked by the kiss, just the outline was enough to make it clear. At this moment, Gumi Hona is extremely beautiful. Huaxian let go and looked at Nine-tailed fox Na from a distance. Also shocked. I thought that Nine-tailed fox Na's suppression was at the king level. But I never expected that it was at the peerless level, infinitely close to perfection. Nine-tailed fox Na smiled at Huaxian, and she Inian asked. Abi, Fox Na didn't disappoint you, did she? Huaxian smiled. hugged her and said, "You didn't disappoint. Thank you, husband, for not disliking Fox Na like that." Nine-tailed Fox Na was sincerely grateful. "Thank you, wife, for not disappointing me." "So corny," the Devil Tian Ke muttered. At the same time, I was wondering if Huaxian had already seen through the true face of Gumi Hona. Otherwise, how could he kiss that rotten skull face? If he had seen through it a long time ago, it proves that he has special means to see through others. It's like my own daughter. If that's the case, has he seen through another layer of his identity? In other words, he already knew that he was a human. So what is his purpose in not exposing himself and getting closer to himself? The demon Yan Ke fell into deep thought. Huaxian picked up Nine-tailed Fox Na, came to the thoughtful demon Tian Ke and said, "Wife, let me introduce you to your sister." Demon Tian Ke. Sisters? The people around reacted, and while they envied Huaxian, they kept looking at Gumi Hona, wishing they could switch places with Huaxian. Someone exclaimed, "Isn't that guy the gambling king of Devil Tian Ke? Could it be that he likes men, and he's in a relationship with this guy? Oh my god, this is the first time I know that the Devil Tian Ke is actually a back-to-back." After hearing the discussions of the people around him, the Devil Tian Ke decided not to hide it anymore. She reached out and removed the headscarf, letting her hair fall. And he took off the men's clothes and took out the disguise. Immediately, an exquisite face came into people's sight. Oh my god! The Devil Tian Ke is actually a woman. Although her appearance is not as good as that of Gumi Hone, she is also extremely beautiful. Fuck! Who is this guy? How could he see through the disguises of the Devil Tian Ke and the Nine-tailed Fox girl? In that case, how many beauties are there in disguise? I never expected that all the beauties nowadays would pretend to be so mysterious. Even an experienced lover like me couldn't see through it. No, I want to discover the beauties in disguise. Countless people were envious of Huaxian for discovering the stunning beauties. The Devil Tian Ke came to Huaxian and asked in his ear, "Are you hiding something from me?" "Indeed. But it's hard to say now, let's go make a fortune." Speaking of getting rich, the Devil Tian Ke's eyes lit up and said, "We have wasted so much time, it's time to get rich. Let's go upstairs. That's the VIP paradise." He took Huaxian and laughed. "Don't leave, beautiful lady. Let's have fun in the lobby on this floor." "That's right, I haven't seen enough. I'm so sad to see you go." Countless people on the first floor screamed. The Devil Tian Ke ignored him and pulled Huaxian upstairs at a faster speed. At this time, Nine-tailed Fox Na put on a mask. Huaxian didn't say anything. Soon, they passed through a formation barrier and arrived at the second floor hall. Like the lobby on the first floor, it is huge. And there are quite a few people. Most of them are beautiful women. Demon Tian Ke remembered something and asked Huaxian, "Ubby, there are so many beauties here, are you tempted?" Huaxian looked around, not letting go of any beauty, but said, "I am satisfied with you. These beauties are not worthy of my attention." "Really, handsome guy? Then what kind of beauty do you think can catch your eye?" a beautiful and pleasant voice asked. Chapter 988, Then You Accepted Me? Looking back, I saw a girl in a green long dress, with her proud chest seeming to burst the dress. Even crystal shoes could not hide the shining beauty of the feet. There was not a single trace of excess, they were flawless to the extreme. I looked at the face and was stunned. She is another peerless legendary beauty. "Miss, he looks like a nobody. Don't pay any attention to him." "Hey, pretty girls, you're going too far by calling me a bit player." After Huaxian finished speaking, he was about to take out the intermediate VIP medal. Only then did he remember that he had given it to the Red Fox Emperor and he had not returned it to him yet. However, this medal is made of pure energy and is extremely special. The host does not need to keep it well if it is lost, he can just summon it with his mind. The next moment, a light appeared on Huaxian's chest. After a while, the intermediate VIP medal appeared there. It can be seen that Huaxian is showing off. The girl said, "TSK, it's just a mid-level VIP badge. Do you think you're so great?" The commotion here didn't seem to affect anyone else, except for a few who saw it and looked at it curiously. Everyone else is busy with their own things. Huaxian then discovered that these entertainment spots were all covered by separate sound-priming formations, so the guests inside would not be disturbed by the outside world. Unlike the ordinary lobby on the first floor, which is noisy, this is the advantage of being a VIP. "My little beauty, your master doesn't look down on me, but you keep looking down on me, believe it or not. I will take you in. Then you'll take me in." The little beauty counterattacked subconsciously. Huaxian chuckled and said, "Little beauty, tell me the truth, have you been planning to take advantage of me for a long time?" After hearing this, a beautiful girl finally understood what Huaxian meant. She said shyly and angrily, "You're dreaming, you rascal. I, the Devil Zumai, will never fall for you. So your name is Devil Zumai. Then my dear Zumai, you should just follow me obediently." Shut up, if you dare to talk nonsense again. I will smash your mouth. Zumai, stop talking nonsense. The beautiful woman said, staring at Huaxian and asked, are you here to have fun or to make a fortune? Demon Tianke said, of course we are here to make a fortune. After saying that, he took Huaxian and left. Miss, that guy is too much. Don't talk nonsense, he is a mid-level VIP after all. DSK, who cares about the VIP? He is nothing but a side dish in front of you, my lady. You. The devil Tianke brought Huaxian to the dice throwing entertainment location. There are quite a lot of people here, no less than 100. However, the venue is large, and bets are placed through the VEP metals mine, so as many people as possible can participate at the same time. Honey, do you want to go out and have some fun? The devil Tian cast excitedly. Seeing this, Huaxian smiled and said, if you want to play, go ahead and play. Then husband, I'm welcome. After saying that, he let go of Huaxian and rushed over. Bet me 10,000 Demon Crystal King, bet on 7. Hearing the sound, everyone else looked over. Hey, this beauty. You look so familiar, have we met before somewhere? Someone asked the devil Tianke. Another person said, yes, I think she looks familiar too. Demon Tianke rolled his eyes, put his hair up and asked, so, do you recognize me? Are you devil 10K? Oh my god, you are a woman. And she's a beautiful lady? Everyone at this gambling point was shocked. Someone muttered, no wonder he beat me up the last time I hugged him. I didn't expect he was actually a woman. Devil's class, you've hugged her, didn't you realize she's a girl? Someone asked. The devil's class smiled bitterly. I really haven't felt it yet. It's open, 32 o'clock. Hey. Although the odds are very tempting, it's too difficult to bet on one point you guys play. I'll go play something else. I'll play other things too. The next round will begin soon. Sensing that Huaxian and the others were also approaching, Demon Tian cast. Honey, how much do you want to bet? Huaxian looked at the dice. The clairvoyant I saw through the entire betting setup and said, under normal circumstances, unless the dealer wants you to win, it's impossible for you to win. Husband, have you figured out something? The devil Tian cast softly in Huaxian's ear. Yeah. Huaxian nodded. Demon Tianche was convinced that Huaxian would not lie to him, and muttered angrily, no wonder I rarely win. So, husband, do you have a way to win? Huaxian smiled and said, of course. You bet 10 billion in 9 points. The demon Tianke was stunned. Then he said, honey, isn't 10 billion too much? How about we bet 100 million and try it out? And then bet the bigger one when you have figured it out? I thought, my first bet is 10 billion. If I lose, I will lose everything. I didn't expect you to be more of a spendthrift than me. Huaxian shook his head and said, there's no need to go through so much trouble, just listen to your husband and bet 90 billion. Seeing that Huaxian looked serious, it didn't seem like he was joking. Why? He sighed and said, just bet 10 billion, it's all yours anyway. Seeing that the bet was about to start, he shouted loudly, I bet on number 9, 10 billion Demon Crystal King. What? The whole audience was shocked. But the next moment, the light and shadow screen locked above the devil Tianke's head showed the pressure of 10 billion. S technology is very advanced and is bound to the demon card. If you don't have that much money in the card, you can't press it out. What shocked the whole audience was that Demon Tianke could actually come up with 10 billion Demon Crystal Kings. As for betting on number 9, everyone thought he was crazy. The dice rolled all the way, and when it approached number 9, it slowed down. At this time, the dealer started to use tricks. The goal is to get the dice to land on 8. Everything is under the control of the dealer. On the 7th, it almost stopped. As if using all his strength, the dice rolled over again, and it looked like it would land on number 8. Seeing this, everyone thought the situation was settled. It's a pity, Demon Tianke was just one number away from actually buying the 10 billion Demon Crystal King. At this moment, the dice rolled again. Incredibly weird. Seeing this, the dealer kept making small moves, shouting in his heart, stop, stop. Yet the dice did not stop. It was about to roll over to number 9. If that is really the case, 100 times the compensation would be 1 million Demon Crystal Kings. Cold sweat broke out. Oh my god. Some of the onlookers also shouted out. Fall down. Fall down. When the dice turned over and the corners fell to the ground, if it fell it would be number 9, and if it didn't fall it would be number 8. Someone shouted excitedly. The demon Yante also roared, fall down, fall down. Some people even blew air at the dice excitedly. However, the entire gambling spot is protected by layers of formations. And not even air can enter, let alone blow. Chapter 989. The premise is that you can win. Although the sounds here cannot be transmitted, the exaggerated movements of the people here can be easily seen. Many people looked over curiously. I was shocked when I saw the small screen above Demon Tianke's head. Fuck. Who is that lunatic who actually bought 10 billion Eamon Crystal Kings? Nonsense, the dice have 100 times odds if you bet on it. 10 billion will become 1 trillion. You must be dreaming. There are 100 numbers there. Buying one number may seem to have a 1% chance. But how many people have ever won it? That's true, so this guy must have a problem with his brain to buy 10 billion. Miss, look at the dice roll. Someone actually bought 10 billion. The demon Zoom, I said to her master. Hey, that guy is there too, he exclaimed in surprise when he saw Hu Xin. Let's go and take a look. Just at this moment, he had been trying to figure out the stopper for a long time, but it finally fell down as expected. Yeah. Seeing this scene, the gamblers at the scene were even more excited than the winner. Devil Tianke, they roared, jumped and cheered. The Devil Tianke was stunned. 1 trillion, I actually bought 10 billion and won 1 trillion. He looked at Hu Xin suddenly. This was the number 9 that he asked him to buy. I really want to know, how did he know the dice would land on 9? The banker's face was pale without a trace of blood. I muttered to myself, it's over, it's over. Compensating the Demon Crystal King with 1 trillion. Losing your job is a small matter, but if you are not careful, you will lose your life. But pay it quickly. Everyone looked at the dealer and shouted loudly. It was so exciting, as if they had won $1 trillion themselves. The banker felt more and more stressed and quickly pressed a hidden button to notify his superiors. Then he said to everyone in a trembling voice, don't worry, 1 trillion is too much money to pay. I don't have that much money here. I need to notify the higher-ups to come over. After everyone thought about it carefully, they understood and calmed down. At this time, many people came here to see what was going on. Brother, why are you so excited? Someone asked. The person being asked said excitedly, you know the Devil Tianke, right? I know ISN, he the gambling king who always loses. What's wrong with him? He is no longer the gambling king who always loses. He just bought 10 billion dice and won. Now he has made 1 trillion Demon Crystal Kings. What? You won the prize with 10 billion? Fuck, I said they were excited. It must be the guy who bought 10 billion that one. I just didn't expect that the guy who bought 10 billion was actually the Devil Tianke. The scene was extremely noisy. Miss, what should we do? They won 10 billion. And the compensation is 1 trillion, the Devil Zoom, I said worriedly. The lady ignored him and walked towards Hu Xin and the others. Oh my god. Isn't this the Entertainment City's wealthy daughter, Demons Yuanyuan Zur? She's here? Someone exclaimed. Nonsense, it's normal for her to be alarmed by a compensation of 1 trillion. You are wrong. The demon fairy Yuan Zur often appears here. The purpose of my coming here is to see her peerless beauty. Me too. People were talking about it. The demon fairy Zur has brought the demon Zuai to Hu Xin and the others. Demon fairy Fate Zur looked at Hu Xin and asked, I'm curious, why are you so lucky? As the daughter of an entertainment city, she knows better than anyone that in all entertainment facilities, unless the banker wants to lose, the player cannot win. But now, this guy's partner actually won, and that's a problem. Hu Xin smiled and said, my luck has always been good. Yeah? Then buy it again and try it. Demon Yunke shouted, you can buy it from us if you want. But pay us our 1 trillion first. I thought to myself, wait for the compensation to arrive, then I will take my husband away. And I will not be stupid enough to give you money. Demons Yuanyuan Zur looked at the dealer and said, pay them 1 trillion Demon Crystal Kings as compensation. Miss, I don't have such great authority here, the banker said, trembling lie. At this time, an old man arrived and asked, Miss, why are you here too? Devil secret. Second time, you came just in time. Pay them 1 trillion. Miss, this. Before he could finish, Demon Fairy Fate Zur said seriously, why, does what I said not count? No, miss, calm down, I will compensate them right away. Immediately lock the account of Demon Tian, transfer 1 trillion Demon Crystal King. Ding, 1 trillion Demon Crystal Kings have been credited to your personal account, please check. The whole audience was shocked. 1 trillion Demon Crystal Kings have really arrived. Looking at the Devil Tianke, I am so envious. Some people are jealous. Some people even have evil intentions. The Demon Yanke was also shocked. Although I know I have won 10 billion. But when the 1 trillion yuan compensation of 100 times arrived, she was still shocked. And we start the next round now? The Demon Fairy Zur asked Hu Xin. The Devil Tianke finally reacted. She suddenly pulled Hu Xin and ran away, shouting, hubby, let's go. We've already won 1 trillion, we don't want to gamble anymore. However, it has not yet run out of this small area. The formation changes. Bang! A Demon Tianke crashed heavily into the formation. At the same time, several strong men arrived with eager eyes. What do you mean? The Devil Tianke looked at the Devil's Yuanyuan Zur and questioned angrily. Demon Fairy Fatsuer smiled and said, "We don't mean anything, but your man promised me that we can continue gambling after the compensation is paid. Do you want your man to break his promise? We don't want to gamble now." After saying that, he thought that if he didn't bet, the other party might not let him and others leave. So he said, "Let's gamble tomorrow." Demons Yuanzuer ignored her and looked at Huaxian and said, "Let's start the bet." Huaxian smiled and nodded. "I can continue to gamble, but are you sure you can afford to pay if you lose?" The Devil's Umai said angrily, "Who are you looking down on? Our entertainment city dared to open a casino, and we never thought about not being able to pay the compensation." Huaxian ignored him and stared at the demon fairy Yuanzuer. The latter smiled and said, "My Zuer is right, we opened a casino and we dare to pay. Only if you can win." Huaxian nodded and said, "If that's the case, then I'll stay a little longer." Then he said to the people around him, "Everyone has heard it. If we continue to win, they will pay. Don't worry, handsome guy, I recorded it. If they cheat, I will post it on Skynet. Don't be afraid, brother. We are here to take care of you. Brother, come on, you must win." The people around him were hoping for chaos and they all gave their full support. Chapter 990, Crazy, really crazy. Okay. Since everyone supports me so enthusiastically, I will start the bet, Huaxian said generously. He said to the demon Tianke, "1 trillion, bet on number 55. Oh my god. The whole audience was shocked. "Husband, are you crazy?" the devil Tianke asked in disbelief. Huaxian said confidently, "My baby, don't you believe me?" Demon Tianke smiled bitterly and said, "Hubby, I believe you, but isn't this trillion too much? How about we bet 100 billion? A nine-tailed fox at the side also said, "Hubby, let's bet 100 billion. The odds are 100 times, and even if we win, we will get 10 trillion. 10 trillion. Yes, husband, even if we win 100 billion, it will be 10 trillion, the devil Tianke persuaded. Huaxian said seriously, "Please be more confident in your husband. Besides, if we win 1 trillion, that's 100 trillion. Isn't that great? Crazy, really crazy? I bought it for 10 billion, I'm afraid I'd used up all my luck in my life. I got 1 trillion demon crystal kings, but I'm still not satisfied and dare to invest all. If I lose, I'm afraid I can't bear the blow." That's right, if I had won 1 trillion, I would have taken the money and left long ago. Everyone around was in an uproar. I thought even if you want to continue gambling, you can't go all in like that. Even the demon fairy Yuanzuer was stunned. 1 trillion is 1 trillion. If he wins, he will have to pay 100 trillion. So scary. "Miss, he is a lunatic," the devil's Umai cursed in shock. Huaxian continued to say to the Tianke, "Wife, be obedient and bet on number 55, the 1 trillion demon crystal king." Seeing that he couldn't persuade Huaxian, Demon Tianke smiled bitterly and said, "Hubby, this is 1 trillion. If you lose, you have to bear it. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing." Huaxian was still full of confidence. Demon Tianke smiled bitterly and bet 1 trillion on number 55. "I'm also betting on number 55, 100 demon crystal kings. I'll bet on number 55. 50 demon crystal kings. I'll bet on number 55, 1000 demon crystal kings." People around followed suit and placed bets. "Zincash, even if we lose, not much can be borne. If we win, it will be 100 times. Devil's secret second time, you roll the dice yourself." "Okay. Miss." The tone of the devil's second reaction was also heavy, and he looked under a lot of pressure. "If this is done improperly, the compensation will be 100 trillion. He cannot bear this responsibility." Taking a deep breath, under the watchful eyes of everyone, Demon Secret rolled the dice for the second time. Crash! There was the sound of dice rolling. Under the tremendous force, it rotated round and round. After a few laps, the speed gradually slowed down. Seeing this, Devil Honey has started to use some tricks. At this time, the dice is in the 70s. Even if the amount exceeds 100, the order will stop before 10. It is absolutely impossible to run to the interrupted number 55. The dice are rolling slower and slower. Why? When I lose, I wonder how that guy could have such good luck. Damn it, I also bet on 500 demon crystal kings. My heart is bleeding. Who do you think you are? I bet a full 2000. People around started complaining. At this time, someone said, "Why are you feeling bad? Didn't they suppress 1 trillion? They don't feel bad at all." TSK, I suspect he has contracted a strange disease that doesn't change his expression, but in fact he is probably completely broken down. Didn't you see the 2 beauties beside him? Both of them looked pale? It seems so. Look. The dice is over 100, someone exclaimed. Some people also complained, so what if it's over 100? We bought it for 55, it's far from enough. All in despair. The demon who rolled the dice breathed a sigh of relief. Only the demon fairy Yuanzhou frowned. Because she discovered that the dice, which seemed to be about to stop, was actually still moving. At this time, it's past 10 o'clock. What the hell, what's going on? The dice are moving slowly, but they're still moving it. It's past 10. It's already 12 o'clock. Any fool knows this is not normal. The demon fairy Zhuo stared at Huaxian fiercely. Huaxian just smiled and didn't make any movements. It was as if he knew nothing. The more this happened, the more suspicious the demon fairy Yuanzhou became. I couldn't help but ask, how did you do that? Huaxian tilted his head to look at him, and asked with a puzzled look, how did you do that? You're still pretending? After the devil's I finished cursing, she roared, anyone can see that the dice should have stopped long ago, but they haven't stopped yet. Look, it's already past 20. Don't get excited, little girl. First of all, this is your territory, everything here belongs to you, what can I do? You can't keep being prejudiced against me, just because of the little conflict we had before. You. The devil's I was so angry that she couldn't speak. At this time, demons Yan Yuanzhou used a special secret method to send a message to Huaxian. As long as you stop, I am willing to agree to one condition of yours. Huaxian quickly asked. Any conditions? The demon fairy Yuanzhou did not dare to remain silent. After all, the dice had already exceeded 30. He gritted his teeth and said, yes, any conditions? Huaxian said in a lecherous tone. And I want you to sleep with me for one night. You. Demon fairy Zhuo asked angrily, am I only worthy of sleeping with you for one night? No, if you want, you can sleep with me for 2 nights, or even 3 nights. You bastard, okay, promise you. Over 40. Everyone around was excited. Because the dice didn't stop after it hit 40. They don't care whether there is any trick or not, as long as they can win. The dice-throwing demon used all his means for the second time. But those means that had worked so well in the past seemed to have failed at this moment and had no effect at all. His entire body was soaked with cold sweat. Fortunately, no one noticed him. Because everyone's eyes were focused on the dice that were rolling slowly, as if someone was holding it in their hands. At this time, the dice has reached 49. Everyone's breathing quickened. Someone shouted, move, move quickly. Scroll, scroll. At this time, everyone was roaring so hard. Just because they all have bets and their interests are involved. Finally, as expected, the dice reached 50. Then 51, 52. It's 53. There are only 2 points left to reach the target of 55 points. Everyone saw hope and believed that victory was just around the corner. Go away. Get out of here now. The roar became even more crazy. Chapter 991, How About Losing? The demon fairy Yuanzhou panicked. He sent a voice message to Huaxian and angrily asked, asshole, I have agreed to your request, what else do you want? Huaxian smiled and replied, don't worry, baby, I will definitely do what I promised you. Roll, roll. Amid the people's cheers, the dice rolled again and reached point 54. Just one more roll, 55 points, and victory would be theirs. So they roared even more wildly. Such a scene made people around extremely curious. I couldn't help but come over to check it out. After learning more about it, I was shocked. Oh my god, I saw the amount above her head and saw that the people here seemed very excited. I thought there was a system malfunction, but I didn't expect that 1 trillion was really bet. It's crazy. Yes, I also thought it was a system failure. It's up. The dice are up. Sure enough, the dice that had almost stopped rolling started rolling again. Just need to land 55 points and we will win. Fall down? Fall down. Everyone roared like crazy. The demon fairy Yuanzhou was also sweating profusely due to worry. Can't lose. Absolutely cannot lose. Thinking of this, she walked to Huaxian and kissed him on the mouth. The devil's standing by was stunned by this scene. Fortunately, everyone else was staring at the dice and didn't notice what happened. Otherwise they would have shouted that there was something fishy going on. Asshole, I'm already like this, can you stop it? Since the baby has taken the initiative, let's stop here. Ding dong. The dice fell. Countless people roared in pain. My heart is bleeding, why is it falling towards 54 instead of 55? I'm going to die. I lost a full 100,000 demon crystal kings. I lost 200,000. This shouldn't happen, we persisted until the 54th, why did we lose? Everyone started complaining. Finally, all eyes fell on Huaxian and others. I thought, what would happen to them if they lost 1 trillion? Huaxian's expression remained calm. The devil Tianke's face was pale, without any blood. Nine-tailed Fox Na also had a look of heartache on her face. After all, this is 1 trillion demon crystal kings. Demon fairy Zhuo said proudly, so? I lost, right? Huaxian said calmly, winning and losing is a normal part of life. Losing this time won't be a big deal to me. Baby, remember what you promised me, get a room and wait for me tonight. Asshole, what are you talking about? What did I promise you? Stop dreaming. The demon fairy Yuanzhu cursed. Huaxian was dumbfounded. In everyone's opinion, this scene showed that he could no longer hold on and collapsed. After a while, Huaxian asked in a voice transmission, "Are you serious?" "Yes. I am serious. You have already lost 1 trillion. Do you still have the Demon Crystal King?" Huaxian smiled. "Stop talking nonsense with her." He looked at the demon and said, "Go on, I want to place another bet." Demon Yanke screamed. Then he asked in disbelief, "Husband, do you still have the Demon Crystal King?" Huaxian smiled and said, "Yes, there are plenty." Demon Yanke smiled bitterly and said, "But if you only have a few dozen, it will be difficult to make back your investment. Besides, we don't have such good luck." "Don't worry, I'm not bad at anything except luck. Roll the dice quickly," Huaxian urged. The devil me looked at the devil's Yuanzhu for the second time. The latter frowned and looked at Huaxian. Then he nodded twice to the demon. The latter then threw the dice. Crash. The dice started to spin rapidly. Everyone looked at Huaxian curiously, waiting for him to place his bet. But no one thought of calling the bet anymore. A demon blew the trumpet for the second time and said, "There are 3 seconds left before the betting time." Huaxian smiled slightly, and under the watchful eyes of everyone, he determined the bet amount and said, "I bet on 18 points. Seeing the amount, someone said, "Wow, not bad. There are still 900 Demon Crystal Kings." "Brother, look carefully, there is a trillion after 900? Someone exclaimed. "Oh my god, this is the 900 trillion Demon Crystal King. Is it really 900 trillion? After the whole audience was shocked, they fell silent in amazement. So shocking. 900 trillion Demon Crystal King. If he wins, with 100 times odds, he will get 9 trillion Demon Crystal Kings. Or 90,000. The devil's Yuanzhu's face turned pale instantly. She never dreamed that this guy was so rich. In the entire continent, there are probably only 10 major forces that are so wealthy. As for the young man from the top 10 forces who can come up with so many Demon Crystal Kings, I'm afraid only the top 5 of the top 10 forces have the financial resources to do so. "Who are you?" he asked in surprise. It also broke the silence. Everyone looked at Huaxian, curious about his identity. Huaxian smiled and said, "It's not important. What's important is that some people have to pay the price for his breach of trust." Hearing this, the demon fairy Yuanzhu was even more terrified. The dice stopped. "Oh my god, it's 18. Someone yelled madly. Everyone looked over. Demon's Yuanzhu suddenly looked at the demon for the second time. The latter shook his head with a pale face, indicating that he knew nothing. "That's right, this time the dice rolled a few times and finally stopped at number 18. Huaxian said with a smile, "I admire you. 100 times the compensation, exactly 9 trillion, which is 9 Demon Crystal Kings. You cheated," the devil Zumai roared. Huaxian looked at her and suddenly became stern. "You provoke me again and again. Do you think I have no temper?" The invisible aura of the superior oppressed the demon Zumai, whose face turned pale in an instant and she was terrified. "I also think you are cheating," Demon's Yuanzhu also said. "I cheated? Do you have evidence?" Huaxian asked. "We will find the evidence." A young man strode over, looking somewhat like the demon fairy Yuanzhu. "Brother, what are you here?" the demon fairy Yuanzhu asked in surprise. Snort. "Someone is cheating in our casino and bullying you. If I don't come again, you will cry." "Brother, no way, I won't cry." The 2 siblings chatted for a while, and the young man looked at Huaxian and said, "Boy, you are really brave to cheat in my casino. Do you think my casino dare not touch you?" Huaxian smiled. But it was very cold. He questioned, "Are you sure you want to accuse me of cheating? Wrongly accuse you?" To tell you the truth, I have watched the 3 gambling games you participated. Anyone can see that the dice that should have stopped were not rolling normally. Especially the second game, it wasn't cheating. Who would believe it? Chapter 992. Son of a bitch, what's going on? If you say so, then I can only expose the veil of your entertainment city. I just don't know if your casino can bear it, Huaxian said inferently. Hearing this, both the brother and sister had a strong bad feeling in their hearts. Demon Fairy Fatesur said in a voice transmission, "Brother, this guy is not simple. I can't see how he cheated at all. Also, he seems to know our cheating methods very well. We have to be careful." What are you afraid of? The most he can do is accuse us of cheating. Can he make our cheating methods exposed? The demon immortal Long Ayo said disaffectedly. "Brother, I think we should still treat it properly. I agreed to his conditions in order to make him lose the second game, but I changed my mind afterwards. That's why the 900 trillion Demon Crystal King bet on the third game. I was really shocked that such an ordinary-looking guy could be so wealthy. Judging from the 900 trillion Demon Crystal King, his identity is definitely not simple. We can't be impulsive. After hearing Demon Fairy Zuer's analysis, Demon Fairy Long AO became more cautious. He looked at Hu Xin and said, "Boy, even though you cheated, we don't have any evidence yet you are still a VIP guest of our casino and enjoy VIP treatment. So, please move to the lounge, we will give you a reply after we have investigated thoroughly." Hu Xin shook his head and said, "Now you have two choices. First, you must pay me back the 9 Demon Crystal Kings I won. Second, I will disclose the cheating methods used by your casino." "Boy, don't talk nonsense. Our casino is all about fairness, justice and luck. If you dare to tarnish our casino again, don't blame me for being rude to you." Hearing this, Hu Xian's tone became even colder. "It seems that you are unrepentant in that case. Then welcome the disaster." After Hu Xian finished speaking, he waved his hand, and the isolation between the individual sounds disappeared. "Hello everyone, today we'll reveal to you the cheating methods used by casinos." This sound, through the Entertainment City's formation, resounded throughout the Entertainment City. The fourth floor of the Entertainment City is also the private area of the Entertainment City. In an office, a middle-aged man who was reading a book asked in a deep voice, "What's going on?" The beautiful assistant at the side said in a panic, "Boss, I'll go check it out right away." What happened? The customers in the entire Entertainment City were stunned. "I don't understand what's going on. Someone wants to expose the cheating methods of the casino. This is a good thing. Damn it, I've long said that there's something wrong with the casino, but I just didn't have any evidence. Now someone has finally gathered the evidence to expose them. DSK, you're just looking for death. The Entertainment City is owned by the Demon Immortal Clan, one of the top 10 forces in the Royal City. Unless one of the top 10 forces takes action, what does it matter if others have evidence?" This side of the second floor, both Demons Yanyuan Zuer and Demons Yanyuan Long Ao were shocked to the extreme. The other party just waved his hand and the sound formation barrier disappeared. How on earth did this guy do it? At this time, the Demon Immortal Long Ao's communicator rang. "I found out it was my father's assistant calling, so I quickly answered the call." "Assistant Xiao Bi, what's going on?" the other party asked anxiously. "Master," the boss asked, "what happened just now? Why did someone say that they wanted to expose our cheating methods?" "What?" The Demon Immortal Long Ao was extremely shocked. Looking at Hu Xin, he finally felt terrified. "I thought the other party had only destroyed the sound formation barrier on the second floor, but I didn't expect that they had also destroyed the barrier on the fourth floor. My father even heard it. Doesn't that mean that what he said has alarmed the entire Entertainment City?" Thinking of this, he finally realized the seriousness of the matter. Hu Xian smiled and said, "It seems that you finally know the consequences of offending me, so prepare for the disaster." "Wave again." "Stop," the Demons Yanyuan Long Ao roared loudly. But it was too late. In the entire Entertainment City, all cheating-related formations and methods were exposed. In addition, the screens of each formation also played out the cheating process at various points in the Entertainment City. "Oh my god. Look, there are so many formations intertwined in this entertainment facility. These formations seem to be connected to each other, and they seem to be able to control the entertainment facility in the end. Doesn't this mean they can cheat if they want to? Damn it, look, the video has been played. It's all their cheating methods. Damn it, I was wondering why I rarely win, and even if I do, it's just a drop in the bucket. I finally understand, it's the casino that's cheating. Blast the hell out of the casino. I lost 300,000 Demon Crystal Kings here. You must return the principal and interest to me. I lost 1.3 million Demon Crystal Kings. Return them to me immediately." The entire Entertainment City was in an uproar and in chaos, with voices of condemnation everywhere. "Boss, something bad has happened." The assistant came running over in a panic and shouted from a distance. Before he could finish, the middle-aged man angrily said, "I know everything. Where is that guy? The enemy should be on the second floor. The young master seems to be there." Upon hearing this, the middle-aged man quickly turned on the computer in front of him and connected to the surveillance on the second floor. The situation on the scene immediately emerged. Seeing the scene, all the cheating methods of various entertainment venues were stimulated, and there was a video playing the cheating process. I almost vomited blood in anger. Son of a bitch. What the hell is going on? Angry voices echoed throughout the Entertainment City. It was obviously Hu Xin who did it on purpose. The middle-aged people who discovered this were so excited that their blood spurted out. Faced with their father's angry questioning, Demons Yanyuan Long Ao and Demons Yanyuan Zuer were so scared that their faces turned pale, without a trace of blood. And they felt desperate. "Why are you so cruel?" The Demon Fairy Zuer stared at Hu Xin and roared. Hu Xin smiled coldly and said, "I am cruel? First of all, you didn't keep your word and broke your promise. Then, I gave you a chance, but not only did you not take it seriously, you even wronged me? Do you regret it now? It's too late." Demon Immortal Fate Long Ao roared, what good will it do you to do this? My Demon Immortal Fate clan has not offended you. Right? I didn't offend you originally, but you brothers have offended me just now. Oh, and there's this little girl who keeps offending me. Stop it immediately and explain to everyone that you are the one who deliberately targeted us and framed us. I will return all your demon crystal kings to you. The demon fairy Yuan Zuer came to Huaxian and said. Huaxian sneered, do you think I'm stupid? I'm easy to deceive? You're a woman who doesn't keep her word. Do you think I'll still believe you? As for the 900 trillion Eamon Crystal King, even though you won it by cheating, it is still yours. Chapter 993, Average, 3rd in the world. Ding, congratulations to the host. You have completed the consumption of 5 times 900 trillion Eamon Crystal King within 21 hours and received a random reward of Demon Crystal Currency System Activation. Ding, new mission. Return to the demon world. Consume a demon essence within 100 days. If the mission fails, the host will be killed. If the mission is completed, a piece of the universal spacetime gate fragment will be obtained. Huaxian was stunned. He didn't expect that currency upgrade would be rewarded this time. Moreover, the reward for completing the mission is no longer random, but is actually the universal gate of time and space. Doesn't it mean, but if you collect all the gates of time and space, you can reach any place at will? But this is limited to 100 days. I'm just urging myself to leave here within 100 days. Now we only have 51 of the power of rules. It seems that the mission of the human Holy Land must be completed as soon as possible. But even if you get the highest 30 of the power of rules, it is only 80, and there is still 20 short. So the current situation is not optimistic. It can be said to be very dangerous. If the system kills you, you will really die. Thinking of this, Huaxian said coldly, you, the Demon Immortal Fate clan, have fallen to this point because of your own faults, brother and sister. Wife, let's go. He took the demon Yankan, the 9-tailed fox, and left. Young man, why are you in such a hurry to leave? A middle-aged man had already reached the 2nd floor and just met Huaxian, who was about to leave. Who are you? Huaxian asked coldly. The latter smiled and said, I am the owner of the entertainment city and the patriarch of the demons Yanyuan clan, the demons Yanyuan Baka. Why didn't you come out earlier or later? Why are you coming out now? Huaxian asked coldly. The demons Yanyuan Baka was still not angry, and said amiably, calm down. My friend, I'm afraid there is some misunderstanding. Why don't you move to my office and sit down and talk in detail? Huaxian was originally prepared to refuse. 9-tailed fox said in Huaxian's ear, hubby, why don't you talk to him? It just so happens that I also want to ask him for help with something. Is that so? Oh, well. When the demons Yanyuan Baka heard this, he quickly said, this way please. Take another look at 9-tailed fox. Only then did Huaxian move away. Demons Yanyuan Zuer and demons Yanyuan Long A also hurriedly followed behind. Just walk out of the 2nd floor lobby and enter the elevator. The assistant came running over breathlessly. Boss, the technical department said. He was halfway through his speech when he noticed that Huaxian and the others were unfamiliar, so he quickly shut up. Demons Yanyuan Baka asked in a deep voice, what did the technical department say? The technical department said that the other party's methods were too sophisticated. They combined the formation with hacking methods. It was extremely terrifying. They simply couldn't solve it in a short time. A bunch of rubbish. They usually brag about how great they are. The key is that each of them is useful. So when did they say it could be resolved? Boss, they said it will take at least 3 months to gradually resolve the problem. And it will probably take a year to completely resolve it. What? The demon immortal Long Ao screamed. He saw with his own eyes that Huaxian caused everything with just a wave of his hand. My technical department is not bad, so why does it take a year to solve the problem? The demon fairy Yuan Zuer was also equally shocked. Demon Immortal Fate Tyrant smiled bitterly and said to Huaxian, my friend, your formation strength and hacking skills are extraordinary. Huaxian said calmly, just average. 3rd in the world. Soon we arrived at the 4th floor, the VP reception center. As for Huaxian, demons Yanyuan Baka did not dare to neglect him at all. Please take a seat, young friend. Huaxian actually sat in the seat of honor. And demons Yanyuan Baka did not dare to express the slightest dissatisfaction. Bring the tea. The assistant beside him quickly served tea. Huaxian didn't hesitate and took a sip. Seeing that the 9-tailed fox and the devil Tianke were very worried. I thought I could just pick it up and drink it. I wouldn't have to worry about someone poisoning it. Seeing this scene, the assistant really regretted not putting something in the tea. Seeing Huaxian put down the cup, demons Yanyuan Baka asked, my friend, what made you so angry? Huaxian said coldly, you'll have to ask your precious children about this. Rebellious son, why don't you tell the truth? Demon Immortal Fate Long Ao said bitterly, Dad, I don't know the details. The first person to contact him was my sister. The devil fairy Yuan Zuer didn't dare to lie to her father and had to tell the truth. After listening, Demons Yan Yuan Biak angrily shouted, "Nonsense, how can a member of my Demons Yan Yuan tribe go back on his word? Since you have weakened my friend, you must keep your promise from now on. You are my friend's woman." The whole audience was shocked. The demon fairy Yuan Zuer had seen how powerful Hu Xin was and had been tempted for a long time. She also regretted why she had not followed him before. After all, who doesn't like outstanding young people? Now she deliberately said sadly, "My daughter obeys your command." Snort. "From now on, when you follow me, you must be obedient and don't act willfully anymore. Do you understand?" "My daughter understands." The devil's Yan Yuan Biak then said to Hu Xin, "My friend, look." Hu Xin said coldly, "I have no interest in your daughter, so let's just leave it at that." The devil fairy Yuan Zuer's face suddenly turned ugly. "I am a great beauty, but you actually look down on me? I really want to explode. But my father was present, so I didn't dare to do anything rash." "My dear friend, are you still angry with my daughter?" Hu Xin said disdainfully. "She has no right to make me angry. If you asked me to come here just to talk nonsense like this, then I have no interest at all." After saying that, he stood up and was about to leave. "Don't be angry, little friend. Please tell me, little friend, what do you need to do to let my demon immortal clan go?" "I didn't do anything to you. How can I let you go?" Hu Xin asked with a puzzled look on his face. "My friend, I wonder if you can put away the formation and hacking methods? Can't. It took 900 trillion of my food, and you still expect me to forgive you easily. I'm glad I won't target you anymore. Let's go. Get up and leave." Nine-tailed fox Na and Demon Tian Ke quickly followed and left. I never dreamed that this ordinary-looking man would actually cause the Demon Immortal Clan, one of the top 10 forces in the royal city, into a huge crisis. You know, this is what the other 10 major forces are doing, and I'm afraid no one can do it easily. Demons Yan Yuan Biak and the others could only watch Hu Xin and the others leave. Up the demons Yan Yuan Biak was really angry and slapped the demons Yan Yuan Zuer hard. After being beat, the latter shouted angrily, "Dad, you never hit me before." Snort. "I spoiled you too much, which led to today's disaster. Do you know that if this disaster goes wrong, my demon immortal clan will fall out of the top 10 forces?" Hearing this, the demon fairy Yuan Zuer was scared. "But I'm not willing to give up." After a while, he gritted his teeth and said, "Dad, this is my fault, I will solve it. Do you understand?" "How do you solve it?" The demon's Yan Yuan Biak was extremely angry. "I'll go find him and try my best to make him forgive us." After saying that, he angrily chased after Hu Xin and the others. Chapter 994, Silly Girl. What are you going to do? Hu Xin and his friends have already walked out of the entertainment city. Only then did I realize that there was an uproar outside. Countless people gathered at the entrance of the entertainment city, demanding their money back. The guards of the entertainment city could hardly resist. "Who are you? Are you from the entertainment city? You are not allowed to leave." Seeing Hu Xin and the others coming out, the people outside surrounded them angrily. "What are you going to do? If my husband hadn't exposed the cheating in the casino, you would still be kept in the dark," the devil Tian Ke shouted loudly. She is extremely proud of this, because her husband's single and action took down the entire entertainment city. "I was thinking about finding an opportunity to ask my husband whether he dislikes humans. It would be great if he doesn't. Is he the guy who broke through the entertainment city's layers of formations and hacker defenses?" Someone asked. "Yes, it was my husband who broke through the casino's various defenses and exposed their cheating, but he is not a guy." "You said it was him? Why should we believe it?" "That's why we should believe it." Seeing the other party being so arrogant, Hu Xin said inferently, "Whether you believe it or not is none of my business. Get out of here." As soon as these words were spoken, the originally noisy and lively scene suddenly became quiet. Everyone's eyes were focused on Hu Xin. "Boy, you are so arrogant. You dare to confront me today, we'll let you know." Pop without waiting for him to finish his words. Hu Xin slapped him in the face. He was knocked to the ground directly. The other guy was about to explode. Hu Xin raised his hands, trembled with fear, and stepped back repeatedly, then walked forward. The people who were blocking the road were also shocked for a moment. "Fuck, this guy is so arrogant. Why should so many of us be afraid of him?" a guy yelled. "That's right, why should we be afraid of him with so many of us? Fuck him." Suddenly a group of people rushed towards Hu Xin. As Hu Xin waved his hand, a formation appeared, covering all these radical people. Bang! 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 The people in the front all crashed into the formation. What the hell? What did I see? A wave of the hand forming a formation. This guy's formation strength is not simple. So what if it's not simple? Can such a small formation trap so many of us? Everyone attack together, break the formation together, and then defeat him. Break the formation. Boom boom boom. These people launched a fierce attack on the formation. After one round, they were horrified and shocked. Hundreds of people joined forces to attack, but a formation that was casually set up by the other party was not able to shake it at all. Suddenly someone said, "Now I kind of believe that he was the one who revealed the cheating secret of the casino with his formation strength. He is fully capable of doing it. If this is true, it's too horrible. Her treatment of the entertainment city is equivalent to making an enemy of the Demon Immortal clan." But he still walked out safely. "Uxin, wait for me." A beautiful and pleasant voice was heard. Everyone looked over subconsciously. It's Demons Yanyuan Zur, the daughter of the Demons Yanyuan clan, who is Uxin she's calling. Many people recognized it and were extremely curious. When I saw her chasing after Uxin, suddenly I realized, his name is Uxin. For a moment, he even forgot to capture the Demons Yanyuan Zur and threaten the entertainment city. Soon, the demon fairy Yuan Zur rushed in front of Uxin and opened her arms to block Uxin's way. Uxin frowned and asked, "Silly girl, what are you going to do?" Demon fairy Fate Zur mustered up the courage and said loudly, "Uxin, I don't care whether you admit it or not, but I, Demon fairy Fate Zur, am indeed your woman. I promised you, even if I regretted it before, but this is a promise between you and me after all. I, Demon fairy Yuan Zur, will only recognize you as my man in this life. I'll go? Throw yourself into my arms?" Snort. I think the Demon Immortal Fate clan is unable to solve the current trouble, so they chose to sacrifice Demon Immortal Fate Zur and wanted to use the beauty trap to deal with Uxin. I think so. The people of the Demon Immortal Fate clan are so shameless. Yes, it's too shameless. Hearing the angry curses from the people around her, the Demon Fairy Yuan Zur felt very pressured and lowered her head, feeling aggrieved. Uxin shook his head and was about to take a detour to leave. Seeing this, Demons Yanyuan Zur quickly hugged Uxin and begged in tears, "Please don't do this, I beg you, please don't do this to me." "Okay. Are you sick? Look at the women around me, every one of them is prettier than you. Why should I accept someone like you?" Uxin hit him mercilessly. "I don't care how you scold me or despise me, I beg you to accept me. Please, I really know I was wrong, and I will never do it again. I will listen to you." Pop. The devil Tian Ke came over and slapped her hard. A conspicuous slap mark instantly appeared on the face. There was even blood seeping out of the wound, but showed how hard the devil Tian Ke hit him. The demon fairy Zur stared at the demon Tian Ke with murderous intent. "Haven't spoken yet." The devil Tian Ke said sarcastically. "Hey, you took advantage of my husband, so I hit you. What? You look like you want to eat me?" The devil fairy Zur is angry. But she understood that she couldn't explode now and couldn't show any emotion that would make the other party unhappy. He forced an ugly smile and said, "Sister, I'm sorry, it's my fault, I was wrong. You hit me well. You're a bitch." Upon hearing this, the devil Tian Ke cursed. Demons Yanyuan Zur looked at Uxin and said pitifully, "Hubby, please forgive me please." Uxin said coldly, "First of all, I'm not your husband, and secondly, you have nothing for me to forgive. Also, I have shown my utmost kindness by not personally destroying your Demon Immortal clan. Please do not challenge my bottom line again." Buzz. An aura mercilessly shook the demons Yanyuan Zur away. Bang! The latter fell miserably to the ground. Angry and desperate. It's really shameless. She is definitely the most shameless woman I have ever met. No one around him felt sorry for him. Instead they insulted him. "Uxin, do you really want me to die before you'll be satisfied?" the demon fairy Yuan Zur asked angrily. Uxin didn't even turn his head and had no reaction. Seeing this, Demons Yanyuan Zur was extremely desperate and roared again, "Uxin! Then I will die. I have offended you. I hope that my death will make you let go of our Demons Yanyuan clan." Powerful energy burst out from his hands and slammed towards his head. Everyone around was shocked. I didn't expect that a woman like Demon Fairy Fate Zur would be so brave. I think highly of her. Indeed, although he is a bit shameless, he still has blood in his veins. Chapter 995, Actually I am a human. Daughter, don't do anything stupid. If Uxin didn't have it, how could the devil's Yanyuan be a cow watch his daughter hang herself? Dad, I'm useless. It was me who ruined the entertainment city. The devil's Yanyuan Zur cried and blamed herself. Alas, it is your own fault. This is fate. After saying that, he turned around and glared at everyone who was blocking the scene. Everyone disperse if anyone dares to cause trouble again. I'm in a bad mood now. If you run into the gun, you will naturally be unlucky. Although the words were threatening and made people angry, no one dared to show it. No one dared to run into the muzzle of a gun. The demon's Yanyuan Bak went back with his daughter in his arms. Huaxian left the entertainment city and walked into a small restaurant. Hey, 3 guests. What would you like to eat? The boss came over and greeted me warmly. Is there a private room? Huaxian asked. Boss, we have a private room. You are lucky the guests at the previous table just left. Please come this way. Come to the box and sit down. The boss continued to ask, Dear guests, what would you like to order? Bring me a portion of all the specialties you have here. Okay, sir. Please wait a moment. The boss left excitedly, thinking that this was another fat sheep. Wait until the boss leaves. Nine-tailed fox Na asked curiously, Hubby, can I know your true identity? Demon Tiankel also wanted to ask. So he looked at Huaxian curiously. Huaxian smiled and said, If I tell you my identity, I'm afraid you will be scared to death. TSK, I don't believe you can scare us, the devil Tianke said with disdain. I just hope that Huaxian can't stand the provocation and speaks out. Hubby, please tell me quickly, Nine-tailed fox Na said Kokithusly. Then I'll tell you. Husband, tell me quickly. Actually, I am a human. What? Nine-tailed fox Na was dumbfounded. A look of disbelief. The demon Yanket rumbled. As a human from the Holy Land, she did not sense any aura of her tribe from Huaxian, nor did she find the prescribed mark of recognition among the same tribe. So she suspected that Huaxian had seen through her identity and was deliberately saying this to test her. Husband, are you kidding me? How could you be a human? I heard that the only humans in the world are hiding in some holy land. Nine-tailed fox Na said in disbelief. Huaxian smiled and said, To be honest, you still don't believe it. What about this? He put away the blood aura of the demon race and immediately released the aura of the human race. Are you really a human? Demon Tian cast in shock. Huaxian nodded and said, Yes, I am a human. Husband. You'd better hide your identity as soon as possible. It will be terrible if the demons find out, Nine-tailed fox Na said in shock. Don't worry. I have already arranged a formation, it won't be leaked out. Have you set up a formation? Honey, when did you arrange it? The devil Tian cast in shock. When I came in. So we didn't notice anything? If a master's formation is easily discovered, he is no longer a master. Husband, what is the strength of your formation? I don't know either, but this world should be invincible. By the way, husband, are you really a human? The devil Tian cast again. Didn't I tell you that I am a human? So, husband, are you from the holy land of the human race? No. Are there any humans in this world other than the holy land of humans? Of course I am. By the way, honey, why are you asking so many questions? Husband, do you know who I am? You? Isn't it just the demon clan? No, look, husband. A demon Tianke took off the 2 pendants on his ears, and immediately his aura became chaotic. Then he spat out a mouthful of the demon's blood. Suddenly the breath of humanity was released. Nine-tailed fox Na exclaimed, You are also a human? So shocking. It's fine that my husband is a human, but even the devil Tianke is a human? My wife hides it so well. Huaxian asked in surprise. No one is as deep as my husband. Wife, so you are a human from the Holy Land? Demon Yan Ken nodded and said, Yes, I am a human from the Holy Land, my real name is Fu Chenyu. Wife, I have been looking for the Holy Land, but I still can't find where it is. Can you tell me where it is? This Fu Chenyu looked at Nine-tailed fox Na warily. Wife, Hu Na is one of us now. She won't betray us. When Gumi Hona heard that Huaxian believed in her so much, she was very moved and said quickly, That's right. Sister, don't worry, I will never betray you and your husband. Demon Tianke believed Huaxian, so he also chose to believe. Nine-tailed fox Na nodded and said, The Holy Land is under the royal palace in the royal city. Gumi Hona was so shocked. I never dreamed that the mysterious Holy Land of the human race was actually under the palace of the demon race. I'm afraid no one would think of it. Huaxian also pretended to be surprised and said, Amazing to amazing, it really is true that the most dangerous place is the safest place. Who would have thought that the holy land of the human race is right under the palace of the demon race? Yes, it was with this in mind that our ancestors took the risk to build the human race's holy land beneath the demon race's palace, Fu Chenyu said with great pride. By the way, wife, I am also a human. I wonder if I am qualified to enter the human holy land. Huaxian stated his purpose. Fu Chenyu smiled bitterly and said, Theoretically, it is possible. However, a human race in our holy land is very vigilant in order to avoid any accidents. No one else is allowed to enter the holy land. However, my husband, your formation is so powerful. I believe that the high-ranking officials of the Holy Land will be moved after seeing the strength of your formation. So, I'll record some of my husband's formation strength, take it back and show it to them, and then see their reactions. Honey, what do you think? Okay. At this time, the sound of the door opening was heard. Fu Chenyu quickly swallowed back the demon's blood and put on the earrings. Huaxian also recovered his demon bloodline. The boss just pushed the door open carrying dishes. He said enthusiastically, "Sorry for the long wait, your dishes are here." "Thank you, boss." "You're welcome. If anyone needs to thank you, it should be me. Thank you for taking care of my business. You guys eat first, there are some dishes, I'll serve them up." "Okay. My two wives, let's eat first." As soon as the boss walked out, someone else walked in. Huaxian looked over and saw a soldier wearing divine armor, looking very mighty and majestic, with amazing momentum. He held a portrait in his hand, and after comparing it with Huaxian, he said, "Are you the guy named Huaxian, who caused trouble in the Demon Immortal Fate clan?" Chapter 996, No Face. "I am. Who are you?" Huaxian looked at the other person and asked. "I could guess the other person's identity from his clothes." Snort. "Can't you tell from my outfit? Our king wants to see you." "I'm busy." Huaxian refused directly, mainly because he was unhappy with the other party's arrogant attitude. After saying that, he walked aside and sat down. The people around were shocked when they saw this scene. He looked at Huaxian with an incredible look. "I thought, isn't this too bold? That was the king's invitation, and you dared to refuse it." The general's expression suddenly turned gloomy and he was extremely angry. He glared at Huaxian and scolded, "How brave you are! You are the first person who dared to refuse the king's invitation, but do you know how serious the consequences will be?" Huaxian sneered, "Consequences? What consequences can I expect?" "You should take care of yourself. If you fail to invite me to the palace, it means you have failed in your duty. If you can't even handle such a small matter, how do you think your king will view you? Presumptuous. Our king is also your king. Do you dare to betray him?" "Betray? You actually said the word betrayal. Could it be that these two words have been on your mind for a long time?" Huaxian asked back in a very exaggerated manner. This made the eyes of the people around him fall on this general. The latter's face immediately turned the color of liver. Unprecedented anger. His right hand was on the hilt of the knife, and he could no longer control himself from striking out. Looking at Huaxian again, he was still leisurely and didn't care at all. That look really deserves a beating. Not to mention the general. Even the people around him couldn't stand it anymore. I thought to myself, he is a general after all. Can't you give him a little face? You really don't give face to my king? The general asked, suppressing his extreme anger. No, your king is embarrassed, but I will still give it to you. But I won't give you face. The reason is simple, because your performance makes me very unhappy. So, I'll give you a chance. As long as you kneel down and apologize to me, I will go with you to the palace to meet your king. How dare you speak to our general like that? A soldier stood up and shouted. I thought now is the time for me to show my abilities. Huaxian's cold gaze fell on the soldier. I saw through his thoughts at a glance. He smiled coldly and said, "You like to show off, right? But do you know? Showing off also comes at a price." After saying this, he looked at the general and said, "Let's change the way. As long as you kill him, I will go with you." What? The soldier was extremely shocked and frightened at the same time. Their general looked over. Feeling the gazes, he stared at the general, panicking to the extreme. He said in a trembling voice, "General, I am your most loyal subordinate." The general said, "I know you have always been loyal to me, so are you willing to die for me?" Hearing this, the soldier's heart sank. But she had to express her sincerity, because she knew that if she hesitated at this moment, she would die faster. Ding dong. He knelt on the ground and said, "General, I am loyal to you and have no second thoughts." "Very good. This general will remember your kindness. Don't worry. This general will take good care of your family." "General, don't." The soldier guessed the result and screamed in fear. Blang. The blade is unsheathed. Phew. The head was chopped off with one sword. The blood splattered, shocking the whole audience. The other soldiers trembled with fear. Soldiers who are also striving for performance are extremely fortunate at this time. I'm glad that guy stood up before me. Glad I was a step late. Otherwise, you will be the one who ends up like this. After finishing everything, the general cast a cold gaze on Huaxian and said, "It's done as you requested. Can we go now?" I thought to myself, if you force me to kill my brother, I will make you live a life worse than death if I have the chance. Huaxian smiled and said, "How cruel to cruel. I mourn for all your subordinates." "Shut up, I've done what you asked. Do you keep your word?" Jin Ban roared angrily. Huaxian smiled and said, "Of course I keep my word. Stand up and leave slowly. Walk very slowly." The people around were already stunned by what had just happened, and some of them were still unable to recover. It was not until Huaxian left that they reacted. It was still extremely unbelievable. This guy dared to make things difficult for the king's invitation. I'm afraid something bad will happen if I go to the palace. On the street, Huaxian walked slowly alone. The king's personal guards followed behind him. This scene attracted countless passersby to watch and discuss. Who is that guy? He's walking so slowly, and behind him are the king's personal guards. He doesn't look like a criminal, does he? I don't understand. Such discussions have never stopped. This made the general, who was already in a bad mood, even more irritable. He yelled at Huaxian angrily, "Can you hurry up? No, take the aircraft. How boring are flying machines? I just like walking and exercising," Huaxian said shamelessly. The general was furious. He shouted, "Do you know that if you keep walking like this, you won't be able to reach the palace even in a year? So what? Your king wants to see me, and I didn't say you wouldn't go, I just walked a little slower. If your king can't wait any longer, he can come see me." As soon as Huaxian said this, the people around were instantly furious. Oh my god, this guy is the one the king wants to summon, but he doesn't seem to give the king face, and actually ask the king to come to see him? Is this guy a lunatic? He even dares to offend the king? He is absolutely crazy. How can a normal person do such a thing? The general was furious. There was really no other way, so I just opened the address book and made a call. Soon, the call was connected, but there was no communication impact. "Okay, I told you to find that Huaxian to come see me. Why are you calling? My king, please forgive me, my king. Please calm down, this guy doesn't give you any face at all." I begged him desperately and even killed a guard according to his request. Only then did he agree to come to see you. But this guy actually refused to take a flying machine and came to see you on foot, at a very slow pace. This guy even said that if you, my king, can't wait any longer, you can come and see him. My king, I can't do anything to him. Buzz. The space trembled, and a powerful energy wave came from afar. The next moment, shocked the entire royal city. The super strong energy visible to the naked eye reaches the general position in an instant. Now, the general, sensing something, roared in despair. Boom. It exploded directly and turned into ashes. Chapter 997, Holy Land of the Human Race. The whole audience was shocked. I felt the king's ruthlessness. What everyone couldn't understand was that the one who was wrong was obviously not the general, but the guy who was invited. But why did the king want to kill this innocent general? The soldiers were confused and frightened at the same time, because they could be killed by Wang Zhen at any time. "Sir, please come to the palace for a chat." The king's voice came from a distance. The mighty and undying power was so overwhelming that even heaven and earth changed color, shocked the whole city. After Huaxian finished speaking, his figure faded. When he disappeared, no one reacted. Damn, that guy is gone? Did any of you see how he disappeared? No? I don't have any feelings at all. Could it be that this guy is also an extremely terrifying existence? That's how it should be otherwise. Why would the king be so polite to him? I'm really curious. Who is this guy? This side of the palace. Huaxian locked onto the king's location and appeared deep in the bamboo forest behind the palace. Beside the pond, in a very dilapidated thatched house, a graceful figure was seen holding a bamboo pole, apparently fishing. Huaxian landed beside him, looked at the fish bucket beside him and said, "It seems that your luck is not very good." Only then did he turn his gaze to the other person's face. However, the other person was wearing a veil made of special material, so her face could not be seen clearly. "Yes, I have had bad luck recently. Everyone dares to ignore my invitation." There was a surge of pressure and Huaxian suddenly felt a suffocating breath. I was shocked and wondered what level the other party was at. As a junior god lord at the 100th level, I actually felt extremely insignificant. "What, are you scared now?" the other party asked coldly. It seems that he sees through everything about Huaxian. Huaxian smiled bitterly and said, "If you want, you can kill me in 1 second with just a thought. How can I not be afraid?" "You mean to say that if I can't kill you instantly, you won't be afraid of me?" Huaxian said truthfully. "If our strength is equal, I am definitely not afraid of you. I even want to get you." Presumptuous. Court death. It seemed that his bottom line had been crossed, and a terrifying energy instantly enveloped Huaxian. Damn it. Huaxian was killed without any resistance. Even the soul is locked by the terrifying energy. I was extremely depressed. I didn't expect the other party to be so erratic and start fighting over a disagreement. Ding, the host is detected to be dead. The resurrection opportunity is effective. Please lock the resurrection location. Suddenly maps of an area of tens of millions of miles appeared in Huaxian's sea of consciousness. One of the places immediately caught Huaxian's attention. The main thing was that he discovered that the place was full of humans. What you don't understand yet is that is the holy land of the human race. I was originally thinking of asking Fuyanyu to take me in, but now it's easy. Lock on the human holy land. Resurrection. In an instant the soul disappeared in front of the king. The king cried out in surprise. Buzz. The terrifying soul energy caused the space within 1,000,000 miles to distort. You have to know that this is soul power. which actually affects the physical space. This shows how terrifying Wang's soul power is, spread across every corner of 1,000,000 miles. However, Wang frowned. Because of the range of 1,000,000 miles, he did not even find the soul of Hu Xian who had escaped. He frowned and muttered, "How is that possible?" Buzz. The soul power grew again, covering an area of 5,000,000 miles. A result was the same, no trace. It's like disappearing into this world. Weird. Very weird. Yes, his companion. This is the human race's holy land. Hu Xian thought that he would be resurrected here just like before. But I miscalculated. This time it appeared in the belly of a pregnant woman. Originally there was only a girl in the belly, but after I came, they became twins, a boy and a girl. System, what are you doing? Hu Xian asked to press lie. Ding. The rules of the human race's holy land are a world of their own, and exclude any creatures outside the native land. The embryo cluster is more suitable for the host as compensation. If the host reaches the level of the Holy Lord of the human race's holy land, he can directly obtain all the power of the rules to leave this world. Hearing this, Hu Xian breathed a sigh of relief. The original maximum power of rules for the mission was only 30, which was far from enough to leave here. Although I have turned into a baby embryo now, completing the task will allow me to obtain all the power of rules to leave this world at once, which is also a good deal. At this moment, a huge frisk came. Hu Xian felt as if he was being squeezed to the point where he couldn't breathe. The other baby, on the other hand, was actually scrambling to get out. How can this be? Doesn't that mean I'm the younger brother? What was shocking was that this baby girl's strength was incredibly huge. Not at all like a baby. What freak? Hu Xian spoke subconsciously. What kind of freak are you? How dare you suddenly appear and snatch my opportunity? A baby girl actually spoke? Hu Xian was shocked. Oh my god, you can actually speak? Snort. If you can do it, why can't I? Tell me the truth, what kind of monster are you? I am the king of the human race, and you actually said that I am a monster? Buzz. The aura of the human king burst out. Of course, only the baby girl could feel it. How is this possible? How can you have the aura of a human king? The baby girl was shocked. I am the king of men. No, it is absolutely impossible. Our world is sealed, otherwise I would not have reincarnated and rebuilt. Reincarnation and recultivation? Would it be that you are the master of the Holy Land? Hu Xian asked doubtfully. The baby girl panicked. I am not the Lord of the Holy Land. Do you think the Lord of the Holy Land needs to rebuild his strength? Oh, that's good otherwise. You are my sister now, and I would be embarrassed to compete with you for the Lord of the Holy Land. After Hu Xian finished speaking, he rushed out while the baby girl wasn't paying attention. Outside, the midwife was already sweating profusely. At this moment, a child suddenly slipped out. The midwife was stunned. The midwife didn't come out for a long time. Now it's slipping out by itself? What's going on? He picked up the child, took a look at him, and said happily, "It's born, and it's a boy." Just finished speaking. Another child slipped out. The midwife was stunned. It's okay if they are twins, but how come they all slipped out by themselves? Asshole. The girl actually cursed directly. The midwife and the woman who was giving birth were both stunned. The child who just came out actually started talking. Or swearing. A baby girl was angry that Hu Xian had taken the lead, and after she cursed these two words, she realized something was wrong. Shut up now. And he grabbed Hu Xian fiercely. It was a baby's body. But it had no defense, and Hu Xian screamed in pain. Chapter 998, Scheming Sister. The midwife and the woman finally reacted. Hallucination? That must have been hallucination. The two looked at the two babies still attached with laces and thought at the same time. Next, the midwife cuts the frenulum. After everything was ready, she held the two children in her left and right hands, opened the door and walked out excitedly, saying, "Congratulations, congratulations, mother and child are safe. And they are twins, a boy and a girl. The boy is the older brother and the girl is the younger sister. That's great. Not only do we have a son, but we also have a daughter. Lan An, thank you." He ignored his son and daughter and rushed into the room to check on his wife first. Lan An. Although the woman looked pale, she was smiling. "Honey, where are the kids?" "Child? With the midwife." "Run out quickly." A midwife smiled bitterly and said, "I thought you didn't want the baby anymore. How could that be? This is my baby." "Midwife, please wait a moment. Go back to the room and give the child to the lady." Then he took out the money and walked out. Hu Xian and the baby girl looked around curiously. Only then did I realize that the surroundings were in tatters. Hu Xian was speechless. He didn't expect that the family he was reborn into was so poor. The girl seemed to be used to everything and didn't react much. "Wife, that's great. We have a son and a daughter now. Hubby, go get the treasure you picked up earlier and give it to the children." "Yes." Yes, yes, the child is young, and talent is the most important. The man ran away excitedly. After a while, he came back with a black box the size of a fist. Huaxian looked at it curiously, but the baby girl flew out at this moment. He held the box, opened it, and then swallowed something emitting holy light in one gulp. The sudden scene shocked Huaxian and his parents. At this time, the baby girl who took the holy object grew visibly bigger and bigger. At the same time, a powerful auras of cultivation emanated from his body, getting stronger and stronger. In a short while, he went from having no cultivation at all to reaching the 100th level of evolutionary genes. My body has actually grown to about 10 years old. A living young girl. Not to mention it looks great. At the very least, they are all peerless and legendary beauties. You know, it hasn't grown yet. Daughter, how could you eat it all? The middle-aged man said angrily after he reacted. He cares more about his son than his daughter. So his son didn't get to eat it, and he was a little angry. He completely ignored the fact that the baby girl was the treasure he had just flown over to snatch. It's originally mine. Why should I share it with him? The girl said directly. What are you doing? This is risking your life for your father. Seeing that her husband was still blaming the girl, the wife said, Husband, forget it, they are all our children. Brother, come here and hug you. The girl walked towards her mother. He reached out to pick up Huaxian. Sister, brother doesn't need your hug. System strengthened me to the highest level that can be strengthened at present. Ding, congratulations to the host. The body and realm are being strengthened. Unlimited strengthening points, no consumption. Ding. Congratulations to the host, you have been strengthened to the first level of the pseudo-god gene. Your body has been strengthened and grown to the level of an adult. Huaxian, who was originally a baby, suddenly became an adult of about 16 years old as he became stronger, and he fell on his mother. Everyone at the scene was stunned with shock. What's going on? Wife, did you give birth to a monster? The man asked in disbelief. That shouldn't be the case, right? They are all human-shaped, the woman said uncertainly. The baby girl was most shocked. This scene made her believe the identity that Huaxian had revealed before, that he really was the human king. Apart from the human king, even if one took the holy object himself, no one would be as exaggerated as him. Huaxian got up from the bed, walked to the girl, hugged her and said, Sister, brother will hold you. The girl wanted to struggle, but his genetic level was only the 100th level, which was nowhere near as strong as Huaxian's power at the first level of the Divine Machine Camp. He was bullied by Huaxian without any resistance. Are you really my children? The middle-aged man asked in disbelief. Yes and no, Huaxian replied. My sister should be. After all, she was born after 10 months of pregnancy. I was just passing by. Passing by? The couple both looked stunned. Well, since I was born by my mother, I am your son. Mother, your son gives you a gift. He walked over to the woman and grabbed her wrist. System. Strengthen my mother to the highest level she can reach now. Ding, congratulations to the host. Shanglanan has been strengthened to reach the first level of the God King gene. Unlimited strengthening points, no consumption. Huaxian suddenly realized that strengthening the human race consumes strengthening points, not human king points. The function of the human king point is to strengthen the alien race. How could this happen? His cultivation was wasted. His Diantian was shattered, and he would never be able to cultivate in this lifetime, but now, his son just grabbed his hand. And his cultivation surpassed his highest level in the past, reaching an unimaginable level? My son turned into an adult as soon as he was born, and now he has such horrific methods. Is he really a human being? Wife, how do you feel? The middle-aged man rushed over and asked with great concern. After all, with such a crazy improvement, everyone is worried about the side effects. Honey, I'm fine, I feel great, my cultivation is very stable and there are no side effects. It's as if I have achieved a breakthrough thousands of years ago. Shanglanan expressed her true feelings. Really? The man still couldn't believe it. Really? If you don't believe me, ask your son to give it a try. The man looked at Huaxian. Huaxian smiled and said, Dad, I've promoted you too. Walk over and grab the middle-aged man's hand. System. Strengthen my father's cultivation to the highest level that can be strengthened. Ding, congratulations to the host, you have strengthened Hu King Jun to the 50th level of the God King gene. With unlimited strengthening points and no consumption. Suddenly, Hu King Jun possessed a higher level of cultivation. Feeling the real state of cultivation without any discomfort, Hu King Jun was stunned. Brother, what about me? My sister came over and asked very obediently. Huaxian smiled and said, Now you admit that I am your brother. Brother, we came out of the same belly. You came out first, so of course you are my good brother. Brother, please help me improve as well. Okay, since you're my sister, I'll help you. Grabbing my sister's hand. I said, I want to strengthen my sister's cultivation to the highest level that can be strengthened. Ding, congratulations to the host. Huaxian Yao has been strengthened to the 100th level of the God Gene, with unlimited strengthening points and no consumption. Feel your instant improvement without any side effects. Huaxian Yao was shot to the extreme. Originally, with his own identity, it would take at least 10 years to reach the 100th level of Pseudo-God Gene. Now, with a cheaper brother, it can be achieved in minutes. It's incredible. Is this the horror of the human king? It can actually improve the cultivation level of the human race. Wouldn't that improve the cultivation of all human beings in the Holy Land? If this is true, why would the Holy Land be afraid of the demons from the outside world? Chapter 999, You Can't Go Anywhere. Son, what are your names? Dad, my name is Huaxian. As for your sister, it seems you have already decided on a name. Her name is Huaxian Yao. Son, when we named you, did you hear it in your stomach? Huaxian Yao said. Mom, you and Dad struggled for a long time. When choosing a name, the boy was named Huaxian, but the other one was named Huaxianx. The two smiled bitterly. I thought, what kind of monsters these children are. Oh, by the way, my wife, son and daughter, now that we have all gained cultivation and are so powerful, it's time for me to go home. Go home? Isn't this our home? Huaxian asked. Wu Qingjun smiled bitterly and said, Son, daughter, you don't know. Your mother and I are not ordinary people who are useless. We are all from the two great families of Tianwu City. However, the two great families are at odds with each other and do not agree with your mother and I being together. But your mother and I must be together. So they angered each other's families, and in the end, their cultivation was abolished and they were expelled from the family. Is that so? Then we should go back and take revenge. Son, revenge is fine. We all want to return to our family. Then let's go back first. And the family of Fu walked out of the dilapidated house and left without looking back. The couple has no attachment to the place where they have lived for more than 10 years. Wu Qingjun and Shang Lan'an, where are you going? Who are they? A woman carrying a basket met him on the road and asked curiously. Aunt Li, we are going back to our hometown by the way. Where are you going? Back home? Didn't you just give birth to a baby? I heard from the midwife that they were twins. A boy and a girl. Here I am, I brought some eggs to visit you. Aunt Li, thank you for your kindness, we don't need it now, you can take it home and eat it yourself. Aunt Li, we are in a hurry, so we will leave first. Hey, where are your children? Aunt Li asked loudly. Wu Qingjun did not answer. After all, even they, who are well informed, can hardly accept the fact that their children have grown up suddenly, let alone the villagers here. Thus walked away without saying anything. Anyway, I won't be coming back here again. Wife, son, daughter, let's fly away from here. Good. So the family of Fu took off into the air and left. Look, is there someone flying? There are really people flying, 4 of them at that. Is that a fairy? After seeing this, countless people in the village started talking about it in shock. 3 hours later, Tianwu City came into the sight of the family of Fu. The modern city made Huaxian feel like he had returned to Earth. The difference is that these city skyscrapers are all protected by powerful formations. By the way, Mom, Dad, and sister, if I want to move up the career ladder, what's the best thing to do? Of course, to become an official, said the mother subconsciously. Be an official, then I will become an official. Son, it's not easy to be an official. It's not just about having the ability, you also have to study, take exams and so on. Zhang Lan'an explained, patiently. Although my son was very big when he was born from my belly after all, so I was still very close to him. It's heavy, people without documents are prohibited from flying, let us walk in. The family of Fu landed outside the city and did not attract much attention. Only Huaxian Yao's appearance made some people look at her sideways. Aren't you the couple from the Hu and Shang families? In order to be together, you were ruthlessly destroyed by your own family and expelled from the family. What are you doing back now? Someone nearby said. What else can they do? Because of the struggle they had in the past, the Wu family and the Shang family have both become second-rate families, and it's hard for them to survive. Of course, they're here to watch the joke. However, speaking of which, the struggle between the Wu family and the Shang family back then was caused by the two of them. I guess the people from the Hu and Shang families will beat them to death when they see them. They will definitely be beaten to death. I heard that both families have sent people to look for them. I didn't expect them to dare to come back. Such discussions reached the ears of Huaxian and others. Wu Qingjun and Shang Lan'an both looked unhappy. Wife, we should hide our abilities a little bit, we want to see what they are going to do to us. Good. Huaxian took out a few pieces of talisman paper and said, Mom, Dad, sister, chant to cultivate. This thing is very useful. When did you draw the talisman? Huaxian Yao asked curiously. I thought to myself. We are all reincarnated. I brought nothing with me except my memories. How did you take out this treasure? Have you ever heard of the Divine Realm Space? Divine Realm Space? Doesn't that mean that only a junior Divine Master can possess it? Shang Lan and Hu Qingjun also heard it and were shocked. I couldn't even control myself from screaming out loud. Everyone around looked over subconsciously. Seeing the few people who wore the tailmusnums and turned into ordinary people, they said disdainfully, psychopaths. A bunch of trash. I don't know where they heard about the God Realm Space, and they dare to talk about it. The family of four ignored what the people around them said. Enter the city. Abi, should we go to Shang's house first or whose house first? You can't go anywhere. A cold and ruthless voice came. Everybody looked over. Wu Qingjun saw the old man who was missing an arm and asked in surprise, Uncle San, how did you become like this? How did I become like this? It's all because of you. Someone, arrest them for me. A group of people behind him rushed over viciously. It was as if Wu Xian had an irreconcilable hatred for them. Uncle San, you hurt me like this back then, and now you want to target me again, Hu Qingjun asked with great heartache. Snort. Have you been harmed like this? Do you know that because of you, the Hu family and the Shang family that once dominated Tianwu City are now going to perish? If you hadn't caused a war between the two tribes, how could we have ended up like this? We have all had our cultivation abolished and have been expelled from the family. What does the war between the two clans have to do with us? Shang Lan asked angrily. If you two hadn't angered both of our tribes, how could we have started a war? And how could the villains succeed in the end? Capture them and take them back to be punished according to the clan rules. My family will punish our people, and it is not your turn to meddle in other people's business. Another powerful person has arrived. It's the Shang family. Take Shang Lan away. The two groups have been at odds with each other until now and are wary of each other. That's it. If we don't destroy you, who will? Wu Xian said with disdain. Who are you, kid? He is our son. What? Your two bastards have grown this big. It seems like you gave birth to this bastard before you came to blows. Take this evil creature back and punish him together. Chapter 1000. They are dead. Mom and Dad, I want to kill someone, Hu Xianyao said suddenly. The whole audience was shocked by her. A little girl in her teens with no training said she wanted to kill someone. That's funny. Who are you? The Shang family asked. She is our daughter. That's great. You still have a daughter, right? It's just right we can each take one and take her back to deal with her according to the clan rules. You are dealing with us according to the clan rules one by one. I'm afraid you have forgotten that we have been expelled from the family and are no longer members of your two families. Wu Qingjun said angrily, and said to Hu Xian and Hu Xianyao, son, daughter, if they dare to mess around, just kill them. The whole audience was stunned. Are you crazy? Have you forgotten that you are waste? Who told you we are trash? What? Your DNTN is destroyed, your spirit veins are destroyed, and you can still practice? Even if you can? What kind of cultivation do you have now? Why waste your time talking to him? Just take him down if he dares to resist. I'll cripple his limbs. People from both families rushed over mercilessly. One was so aggressive that he seemed to want to eat their flesh and drink their blood. I didn't expect that the Hu and Shang families are still so ruthless even though they are in this situation. TSK, what do you know? If I were you, I would hate them too. If it weren't for them, even though the conflict between the two families was deep, it wouldn't have come to a head-on fight. It can be said that the two families' current situation is all due to the efforts of these two people. The people around were talking about it. The sound was not restrained at all, and both families heard it. Even more angry. Father, don't do anything, leave these trash to me. The most powerful one is only at the 3rd level of the pseudo-god gene. Hu Xianyao has the 100th level of pseudo-god genes, so she didn't take it seriously at all. Rushed out directly. This outburst shocked everyone. Oh my god, that 10-year-old beauty who didn't seem shy disappeared in an instant so quickly that I didn't even see it clearly. Nonsense. He sensed her aura and it turned out to be a false god gene? My cultivation is too low, and I can't see through her true realm. I have a special talent. I saw through it. This 10-year-old girl is actually at the 100th level of the pseudo-god gene. What? The whole audience was shocked. 10 years old? 100th level of pseudo-god gene. How is this possible? It's impossible to take drugs. Totally unbelievable. Bang, 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 bang. As the crowd recovered from their shock, a pile of bodies were left at the scene. Only the two leaders of the Hu and Shang families were still standing. Hu Xianyao walked towards the guy from the Hu family with a cold expression. The latter reacted, startled, and asked in shock, "What are you going to do?" What are you doing? Don't you want to kill us? Of course, I'll send you on your way." After saying that, he rushed up quickly. "No, Hu Qingjun. Stop her immediately. I am your third uncle," Hu Qingjun said coldly. third uncle? Didn't you treat me as one of your own just now? You want our whole family dead, so we don't need mercy. Boom. Huaxian Yao smashed his head with a punch. The soul tried to escape in panic. Huaxian Yao is no simple person. She made hand seals with both hands and sent out a symbol. Buzz. The space trembled, and the guy's soul turned into ashes. The guy from the Shang family was almost scared to death by this scene and turned around and ran away. And you run away? Huaxian Yao's cold voice sounded. Rushed over. TSK. 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 This beauty is so hot, I'm attracted to her. The young man in white clothes, with great momentum, attacked directly. Court death. A crazy attack. Huaxian reacted extremely quickly. Directly mobilize a series of forces to burn and explode. At the first level of the pseudo-god gene, he exploded with combat power that surpassed the pseudo-god gene. Instantly approached the youth. A sword slashed out. No! The young man, sensing danger, roared in despair. How dare he set his sights on Huaxian Yao? He waved his hand and crushed a defensive rune. Boom! Click! The rune defense was instantly shattered. And the remaining power fell on the young man. It also caused him to be seriously injured and vomit blood instantly. He fell to the ground helplessly. The sudden scene stunned the increasing number of onlookers. Huaxian Yao glanced at Huaxian and was shocked he was worthy of being the human king. He was only at the first level of the pseudo-god gene. But he defeated the true god in seconds. Moreover, the opponent activated the rune defense in time, otherwise he would have been killed instantly. Phew. With one sword, the escaped guy from the Shang family was split into two halves. Huaxian landed in front of the young man and said coldly, "You dare to touch my sister? You are so brave, I will send you on your way." "How dare you? Do you know who I am?" "I am." Phew. Huaxian swung his sword, not giving him a chance to finish his words. The head was chopped in half. The soul turned into a gray light and tried to escape. Huaxian smiled coldly and took out a talisman. "Lock him and throw it over." Boom. A bolt of lightning burst out from the talisman and struck the young man's soul at an extremely fast speed. "No, ancestor, save me." The young man's soul sensed the crisis and roared in despair. Buzz. The space trembles. The next moment, a gray-haired old man appeared before the young man's soul. With a wave of his hand, he broke the talisman cast by Huaxian. "You dared to kill my descendants, you deserve to die." The old man took action directly. Shocked the whole audience. "Honey, what should we do? This guy is so strong. When did such a powerful person appear in Tianwu City? It's him? The one who suppressed the strong men from the Huan Shang families by himself." Residents. Although the strongest men of the Huan Shang families have consumed a huge amount of energy, even if they join forces, they are still no match for this guy. People around also started talking about it. Anyway, it's a draw. Wu Qingjun had no suitable weapon, so he rushed forward through the space. "Honey, I'll help you." Shang Lanan rushed over quickly, thinking to herself, "We would rather die together. Wife, take your son and daughter and run. I will stop him." Snort. "You are capable of stopping me," the old man said disapprovingly and attacked directly. At this time, someone recognized Wu Qingjun. Holy crap, what's going on? Isn't that Wu Qingjun whose cultivation was destroyed by the Hu family? Why does he feel so much stronger than before? It's really him. How could a person with a destroyed Dantian and broken spiritual roots have such a terrifying cultivation level? Could it be that the Huan Shang families predicted this disaster, so they deliberately persuaded the two to expel them from the family? And then a war broke out to attract everyone's attention, in order to preserve their strength and let them practice in peace. That's definitely the case. I didn't expect the two families to act so well. We were all fooled. So what? Even if Wu Qingjun and Shang Lanan are very strong now, they are still no match for Ba Wuya. They are dead. Chapter 10:01, Doomsday Ocean. "Husband, I will never abandon you." Shang Lanan yelled and continued to rush forward. Taking this opportunity, she yelled at Huaxian and Huaxian Yao, "Son, daughter, run away and never come back. None of you can escape." Bai Wuya had already approached Wu Qingjun and punched him fiercely. Wu Qingjun felt the power and was extremely shocked. Also very desperate. "Wife, run, we can't stop him." Rumble. There was a loud bang and everyone was stunned. Just because a formation barrier blocked Bai Wuya's powerful attack. When everyone reacted, they found that Bai Wuya was actually covered by a formation. "Oh my god. Look above your heads. Oh my god, this is actually a double formation that combines defense and attack." That's right. Above the formation that was attacked by Bai Wuya, a ball of energy began to accumulate. "How did this formation appear?" someone asked loudly. Everyone woke up in shock. Yes, how did this formation appear? Only Huaxian Yao looked at Huaxian. Because he saw that it was Huaxian who set up this terrifying formation with just a wave of his hand. At the wave of his hand, a formation can be formed. Even the king of men wouldn't be so terrifying, right? So shocking. Bai Wuya, who was in the formation, looked calm and composed, giving people the impression that he did not take the formation seriously. But my heart was already in turmoil. The key point is, he didn't even see how the other party set up the formation. He would rather believe that this formation has always existed. Break it for me. After accumulating strength, Bai Wuya held the sharp weapon and launched an attack on the weakest point of the formation. With his strength, he could just create a gap in the formation, not to mention breaking it. Everyone opened their eyes wide when they saw this. Rumble. The powerful attack landed on the formation, making a deafening sound. What is terrifying is that such a horrific attack was unable to harm the formation at all. Look, the attack formation seems to have absorbed the power of Bai Wuya's attack and accelerated the accumulation of power, someone exclaimed. Everyone's eyes fell on the attack formation. I saw that the terrifying energy was on the verge of a riot. Oh my god, why does the energy accumulated by this formation give me such a palpitating feeling? I feel the same way. Booming magnet. Just then, there was a loud explosion. The attack that the formation had accumulated power of exploded. A black energy, carrying the momentum to destroy everything, rushed towards Bai Wuya. It seems to be very slow. In fact, because of the distance from the orchard, everyone can still see the track in front. The attack was approaching Bai Wuya. No. Sensing the devastating danger, the IWUFA let out a desperate roar. The whole audience was sweating with fear. Bai Wuya is undoubtedly the strongest person in Tianwu City. How could such a person become so desperate now? Boom. With a loud bang, Bai Wuya, who was hit by the energy, was instantly annihilated. The whole place was so quiet that you could hear a pin drop. Huaxian waved his hand and put away the quick formation. Everyone's eyes immediately fell on him. Only then did he realize that this powerful formation that killed Bai Wuya was actually set up by him. Mom, Dad, Sister, let's go. Huaxian shouted, ignoring the onlookers around him. Okay, let's go. Hu Qingjun was extremely excited. Hubby, the Hu family and the Shang family don't like us, so we shouldn't go. Right? Well, I won't go from now on. I will follow my son and daughter wherever they go. We will go. Good. Son, where are we going now? Shang Lanan asked Huaxian. Ma, I want to be an official, said Huaxian. Be an official? Son, why do you want to be an official? Hu Qingjun asked curiously. Shang Lanan and Huaxian Yao were also looking at him. Because only when you become an official can you do more for the people. Only by becoming an official can you reach the pinnacle of power in this world. I didn't expect you to be so ambitious, son. I support you as your father. Mother supports you, too. Huaxian Yao thought for a moment and said, I support my brother. Do. I thought to myself, if you are really the king of men, it would be no harm to support you. Thank you, Mom, Dad, and Sister. Huaxian once again felt the warmth of his family, but his mood became depressed. Because I thought of my parents and sister on Earth. I don't know how they are doing now. Son, let's go since you want to be an official. The most direct way is to show your talents. Your formation skills are so strong, it will be easy for you to be an official. Led by Hu Qingjun, the family walked towards the city lord's mansion. We didn't walk far. Buzz. A terrifying aura burst out in the sky. The entire Tianwu city was alarmed. The next moment, the energy formed a portal. Not long after, a middle-aged man came out. His eyes fell on Huaxian. It's him, Louis XVI, a high-ranking official in the Holy Emperor Palace. Why is he here? Countless people exclaimed. Are you the guy who casually set up an offensive and defensive formation? Louis XVI, I looked at Huaxian and asked. Huaxian nodded and said, yes, it's me. I was a little surprised. I didn't expect that the higher-ups of the Holy Land would notice me so soon. Very good, now cast a formation on me if you can trap me. You can directly become the Holy Son of the Holy Land. What? The whole audience was shocked. Directly become the Holy Son of the Holy Land. This is no less than soaring into the sky. Everyone looked at Huaxian with envy. Some people were also unbalanced and asked, what are you shocked about? Louis XVI, a high-ranking official in the Holy Emperor Palace, is at the Divine Emperor gene level. How can a small formation trap him? That's right, a strong person with the Divine Emperor gene would be afraid of a small formation. However, Huaxian hasn't made a move yet. Buzz. A destructive aura swept across the sky. The entire Holy Land was shrouded in this aura, as if it had fallen into doomsday. How so? Could it be that doomsday I failed? Countless people began to speculate in fear. Looking towards the distant sky, I became more and more panicked. At this time, a projection appeared beside Louis XVI, and roared angrily, Louis XVI, where have you been at this critical moment? Louis XVI said in a deep voice, "Don't you claim to be invincible? Why can't you bear it?" Louis XVI, are you going to rebel? The other party became even more angry. Louis XVI snorted angrily and ignored the other party's projection. He looked at Hu Xin and said, "There is no time, come with me." With a casual grab, the space changed drastically, and a giant hand grabbed Hu Xin and disappeared into the sky. Hu Xin muttered in a deep voice, "It seems that I am too late. Cheap brother, I hope you can create a miracle." About a quarter of an hour, Louis XVI and Hu Xin appeared in a desert. This is the Doomsday Ocean. At a glance, countless alien creatures, carrying destructive attacks, were madly attacking the human defense line. Chapter 10:02, what is he going to do? Boom! Of the thunderous roar, a huge gap was breached in a line of defense. The entire formation was on the verge of collapse in an instant. Formation Master, quickly repair the formation. This is the last line of defense and we must not fail, a beautiful general in armor shouted loudly. She herself was holding a weapon and rushed towards the gap, intending to use force to stop the heretic creatures from further expanding the gap. Countless formation masters were so tired that their faces turned pale, and they tried every means to repair the gap in the formation. Boom! There was another loud bang, and the gap in the formation widened again. Hu Xin could tell at a glance that this was a multi-left combination defensive formation. Otherwise, that one gap would have caused the entire formation to collapse. Formation Master, what are you doing? Repair it quickly. Audience people started yelling and screaming wildly. Come on, Formation Masters. This is the last line of defense, our loved ones are behind us. I can't bear it anymore. An old Formation Master roared, spitting out blood and fell down. Oh my god, our strongest Formation Master, Master Mo, has fallen. It's over, the Holy Land is over. Countless people fell into despair. Boy, are you sure you can repair the formation? Louis XVI asked Hu Xin solemnly. Rumble. The gap in the formation widened again. We must fight hard, we must not let the heretic creatures break through us. Ew. A human wall rushed up. However, in front of these heretical creatures, humans are so weak without the support of the formation. Take me there, Hu Xin said lightly. Louis XVI glanced at him and rushed over with him. In the blink of an eye, they arrived at the gap in the formation. Louis XVI, if you get away with the certificate, you are our sinner. That's right, if he hadn't run away, our front line wouldn't have been broken so quickly. Countless people began to accuse. Hu Xin took out a large pile of evaporation materials. Wave again. Countless formation materials swarmed out. The next moment, the broken gap in the formation was repaired. Everything is done in the blink of an eye. The people at the scene were so stunned that they couldn't react. Everyone looked at Hu Xin with an expression of disbelief. Hu Xin did not stop, he took out more materials and threw them high into the sky. Countless materials were scattered in all directions in an orderly manner. Waving your hands to form a formation? How is this possible? How could there be such a terrifying formation master in the world? The formation master was the first to react and was extremely shocked. They were all frightened by the formation methods that Hu Xin unleashed. Oh my god, what is he doing? He seems to want to strengthen the entire front? How is it possible? The entire battle line, face, is at most 100,000 miles away. Not enough energy. Hu Xin shouted loudly at this time. I'll do it. Louis XVI came to Hu Xin as quickly as possible and poured all his strength into Hu Xin's body at all costs. As his energy increased, Hu Xin's movements became faster. After seeing this scene, many people realized that the stronger the energy, the faster his movements. I'll help you too. A female general also rushed over. I'll come too. More and more powerful people came to Hu Xin and infused their energy into Hu Xin without reservation. As his energy increased, Hu Xin's movements became faster and faster and faster. Oh my god, he is using his mind to set up formations. What level of formation master is he? A formation master cried out in horror. The method of forming a formation with the mind? Or formation masters were shocked. Looking at Hu Xin, it was as if he saw the god of their formation world. Buzz. The sky opens. This scene can be seen in every corner of the Holy Land. Who is that guy? What is he doing? Countless people became puzzled. Become. Hu Xin roared. And the speed of absorbing the surrounding strong energy soared again. A terrifying burst of energy erupted as the words fell. The entire shaky defense formation instantly received a powerful boost and stabilized. Under the shocked gaze of countless soldiers, the formation became more and more powerful. The attacks of those heretical creatures fell on the formation and could no longer be shaken. Later on, there wasn't even a ripple. We defended it, we defended it. Countless soldiers shouted excitedly. It turns out that those light curtains just now were all materials for the formation. Whose formation is so powerful? It seems to have strengthened the formation of our entire defense line. Look, it's not over yet. This is? Everyone around Hu Xin was shocked. Attack formation, someone roared. It was so shocking. What is he going to do? Does he want to integrate the attack formation into the entire defense line? Not enough energy. Hu Xian's voice sounded again. Quick, notify all the strongmen on the defense line to come over for support. I'll come to support you. I'm here too. After everyone arrived, they understood what was happening. All over the Holy Land. Who is that guy? He looks only about 15 or 16 years old. How can he be so scary? Yes. Such a powerful formation genius, it is impossible for the Holy Land to remain unknown. This side of Tianwu City. Zhang Lan'an said excitedly. Husband, did you see that? Wu King Jun was already numb and didn't say anything. Wu Xianyao smiled bitterly and said, Brother, why do I like you a little bit? This side of the battle line. As more and more powerful people came to support, they input energy to Hu Xin without reservation. Hu Xian's techniques are getting faster and faster. Become. Shout this word. Everyone was looking forward to it. As the formation materials fell to every corner of the battle formation, a terrifying pressure swept across the entire Holy Land. The attack formation is complete. Kill him for me. The heretic creatures finally discovered Hu Xin. Dozens of powerful heretic creatures locked onto Hu Xin and came to kill him. A dark spear of judgment pierced through space and instantly appeared in front of Hu Xin. Rumble. If it weren't for the formation that blocked it, Hu Xian's soul would have been destroyed in an instant. The terrifying pressure from the dark spear made the souls of those who were nearby tremble. What is even more shocking is that such a terrifying attack was actually defended against by the formation. And the formation only created a few ripples. After seeing this scene, people realized deeply that the formation set up by this young man was so terrifying. Boom! A loud noise came from high in the sky. Whether they were humans or heretic creatures, they all looked up into the sky. Only then did he discover to his shock that the attack formation had been activated. A ray of destruction that penetrated everything instantly hit the heretic creature that made the attack. The other party did not react. And a wisp of green smoke came out of his head. As both the enemy and our side watched in silence, this huge heretic creature, as big as a hill, staggered and fell down. Chapter 10:03, It's all your fault. What a powerful formation attack, a general muttered. The stunned people gradually came to their senses. All eyes fell on Hu Xin. It's unbelievable that such a terrifying formation was set up by such a young man. Louis XVI. Where did you find this monster from? Someone looked at Louis XVI and asked. Louis XVI was also shocked and said, Tianwu City. When I was patrolling with my Sky, I saw him waving his hands to set up a formation and easily killed an extremely powerful opponent. Is he from Tianwu City? Fellow villager. He is my fellow villager. I'm also from Tianwu City, and he's my fellow villager. There was a lot of discussion at the scene. Hu Xin said tiredly, I'm tired, please take me back to rest. After saying this, he looked at Louis XVI. The latter smiled bitterly and said, I am very tired now too. I thought to myself, you sucked away all the energy in my body. I must be more tired than you. Come to my place and rest. The beautiful general said. Is it okay? Hu Xin looked at her and said, Sure. After saying that, he walked to Hu Xin and took him away. When they walked away, the scene went into an uproar. Dan, could it be that Yushi has taken a fancy to this guy? So what if he likes me? This guy isn't matched in formation. If I were a girl, I would like him too. My goddess, I am so heartbroken. Boom boom boom. There were dense noises. Densely packed heretical creatures launched a frenzied attack on the battle line. Oh my god, are they launching a general attack? Someone shouted in horror. Nonsense, a general of the heretic creatures was killed. They must be angry. I'm afraid they want to tear all of us humans to pieces. And our formation withstand it? Hearing this, everyone looked towards the formation. Looking at the turbulent formation facing the dense attacks, he became nervous. The next moment, countless powerful formation rays burst out. No matter what level of heretic creature it is, once it is shot, it will either die or be injured. Oh my god. This attack formation is so terrifying. This formation absorbs the enemy's attack power and converts it into attack power. It is a very clever method. But such a powerful offensive and defensive formation. What are we afraid of? Behind the battle lines. The coach's camp. Hu Xin was brought here by the beautiful general. Let me introduce myself, Yushi. I'm the deputy commander here. Are you so powerful that you are the deputy commander? By the way, Sister Yushi, do you have a partner? No. Why? Do you have any thoughts about me? Sister Yushi, you are so beautiful, it's normal for me to have some thoughts. TSK. Little brat, you haven't even grown any hair yet, and you dare to hit on your sister? Oh, I didn't notice it. Wait a minute. Sister, let me see if it has grown hair. After Huaxian finished speaking, he actually pulled down his pants and started looking. Rogue. Yushi said with a blushing face. Just because he turned around, he accidentally saw Huaxian's treasure. The exclamation was so loud that I couldn't help cursing out loud. Hey. Sister, I got it. If you don't believe me, just look. Are you looking for a fight? How dare you tease your sister? Sister. Spare me, I won't dare to do it again. I hope you don't dare. Soon, we arrived at a room. Huaxian smelled the fragrance and asked, Sister, is this your room? Yeah, do you have any ideas? Of course. After Huaxian finished speaking, he hugged Yushi. The latter was stunned for a moment. I never expected Huaxian to be so brave. When she reacted, she was about to speak. Huaxian bit her cherry lips. His body trembled violently and his eyes widened. What are you doing? A majestic voice came. Yushi's body trembled and she quickly pushed Huaxian away. Looking at the middle-aged man, he blushed and said in a panic, Dad, Huaxian is the hero who saved us. He is too tired to set up the formation. So I sent him to rest. Just take a break. Why are you hugging and kissing each other? Yushi lowered her head shyly, not knowing how to explain. Huaxian also looked embarrassed. Boy, you kissed my daughter. You know what to do, right? The middle-aged man suddenly said. I know. Dad, don't worry, I will definitely treat Yushi well. Yushi was stunned when she heard Huaxian's words. Especially the word dad. You kid. Okay. Now that Dad has called you, you guys can get busy. You don't have to worry about what's happening outside. After saying that, he walked out. Boom. He shut the door heavily. Hey, wife. Yushi reacted and rushed to the door, feeling extremely shy. As Huaxian waved his hand, a formation enveloped them. Thump. Yushi crashed into the formation. Asshole, what are you going to do? Yushi asked angrily. Wife. My dad has called you. Do you still want to escape? Asshole, you are so young. How can you be so mean? Wife, how am I small? Look if you don't believe me. You rascal. Yushi rushed over, cursing angrily. Huaxian is better. Just take off your pants. Yushi was so scared that she screamed and turned around. Huaxian walked over with a smile, hugged her tenderly from behind and said, Don't worry, honey. I will never let you down. No, you. Without giving her a chance to say come later, Huaxian simply pushed her down. Outside, the heretic creatures are densely packed and are attacking frantically from the sky and on the ground. But none of them could break the defense. Instead, countless people were killed by the attack formation. People also deeply felt the horror of the formation strengthened by Huaxian. 3 hours later, Huaxian hugged Yushi, his hands still playing with her dishonestly, and said, Honey, how do you feel? How does it feel? Yushi asked, pretending to be ignorant. Oh, my wife is still playing dumb, so I can only make a deeper impression on you as a husband. After saying that, he was about to launch an attack again. Yushi was so scared that she quickly said, I know, my husband is awesome, my husband is so great. Please spare me. Snort. It's too late. Amid Yushi's screams, the battle started again. This time, it lasted 4 full hours. The battle ended at nightfall. They walked out of the room hand in hand. However, even though Yushi had a high level of cultivation, his walking posture was abnormal at this moment. Those who have experienced it can spot the abnormality at a glance. Along the way, people looked at me curiously. Yushi's face turned red with embarrassment. He blamed her, It's all your fault. What's wrong with me? Huaxian asked, pretending to be stupid. Asshole, if you keep doing this, believe it or not, I will ignore you from now on, Yushi said angrily. Huaxian laughed for a while and said, Wife, I know I was wrong, I will be gentler next time. Snort. At this time, a beautiful woman arrived and said, Deputy Commander Yu, the acting Holy Lord invites Mr. Huaxian to the Holy Temple. Chapter 10:04, Are you crazy? Temple. Yushi brought Huaxian here. At the same time, there are also many senior leaders from various fronts here. The rest are other senior executives. Looking at the acting Holy Lord sitting in the midst, Huaxian frowned. I always feel that this agency owner is somewhat familiar. But what is certain is that, in the Holy Land, apart from his adoptive parents and adoptive sister, he doesn't know anyone else. Yushi pays homage to the acting Holy Lord. After Yushi paid her respects, she saw Huaxian still shouting, so she pulled him and whispered, Abi, why don't you pay your respects to the acting Saint Lord? Under the watchful eyes of the crowd, Huaxian not only did not greet him, but instead stared at the acting Saint Master and asked, Have we met somewhere before? Presumptuous. Even if your formation is powerful, it is not a reason for you to ignore the acting Saint Lord. Why don't you kneel down and talk? A senior official nearby shouted angrily. Hu Xian cast a cold gaze on him and said, "Do you want to die?" The extremely arrogant words shocked everyone at the scene. "You," the senior official was so angry that he couldn't speak. "What do you mean? Do you think you are better than me?" Court death. The senior official was so angry that he took direct action. The next moment, boom! It hit the formation heavily. "When did he set up the formation?" the person next to him exclaimed as he stared at the formation. "Horrible, absolutely terrifying. This guy must be extremely skilled in formation. Amazing. Really amazing." There was a lot of discussion at the scene. The senior official's expression was extremely ugly. He turned around and looked at the person in the seat of honor and said, "Acting Saint Lord, look at this guy, he is so unruly and ignores you again and again. Back off." The acting Holy Lord's cold voice sounded. This senior official didn't expect that even after all this, the acting Holy Lord was not angry. He wanted to retreat, but now he was confined in a small space by Hu Xian's formation. The people around were also confused what happened to the acting Holy Lord. "You strengthened the formation and saved the entire Holy Land. Do you have any ideas?" asked the acting Holy Lord. Hu Xian said with a smile, "If possible, I want to be the Holy Lord." Live? The whole audience was shocked. Everyone thought he was crazy. In front of the acting Holy Lord, he actually said that he wanted to be the Holy Lord? The acting Holy Lord himself doesn't have a chance. "Husband, are you crazy?" Yushi scolded in a low voice. "I'm not crazy. I saved the entire Holy Land. I saved everyone's lives. Is it okay for me to be the Holy Lord? Besides, if I become the Holy Lord, I can deploy more powerful offensive and defensive formations on the battle line, so that the heretic creatures will have no chance to harm the Holy Land. I can even set up powerful offensive and defensive formations around the entire Holy Land, making the entire Holy Land absolutely safe. No matter how strong you are only strong in individual strength." What? Asked the youths. "Do you dare to break out of the battle line formation?" After hearing this, countless people who were originally very angry fell silent. Yes, no matter how powerful they dare not break out of the battle formation, nor can they wipe out the heretic creatures. Report. At this time a vanguard general returned. Explain. Reporting to the acting Holy Lord, the heretic creatures have retreated. The battlefield has been cleaned up. The offensive formations have killed a total of 1.3 million heretic creatures of various levels, including 10 at the king level. And one emperor-level heretic creature escaped after being seriously injured. Everyone present was shocked to hear this record. 1,100,000 heretic creatures were killed, including 10 at the king level, and even the emperor level was seriously injured. This record was too horrifying. And this is just the result brought by the offensive and defensive formation defense. At this time, the acting Holy Lord said, "You want to be the Holy Lord? It's easy." The whole audience was shocked. The Holy Lord continued, "There is a rule in our Holy Land: whoever can completely solve the problem of heretical creatures will be the Holy Lord of the Holy Land. Even the current Holy Lord must give up his position. So, if I want to be single, I have to solve the problem of heretic creatures," Hu Xian asked. "That's right. Okay, I'll take care of it right away." After saying that, he turned and left. "So we can solve it now?" Everyone at the scene became confused. Snort. "This acting Holy Lord wants to see how you solve it." The acting Holy Lord snorted angrily and followed. Other senior officials followed closely behind. Everyone is curious about how Hu Xian will solve the problem of heretical creatures in the Holy Land. You know, this problem has been bothering them since the emergence of the Holy Land. For the people of the Holy Land, it is simply impossible to solve. Soon, Hu Xian arrived at the front line. Looking out, there were densely packed huge bodies of heretical creatures. The smallest one is as big as a truck, and each one looks ferocious and scary. Even in death, it still exudes a destructive aura. Looking into the distance, there is a flattened land and no heretical creatures can be seen. Yushi at the side asked worriedly, "Husband, what are you going to do?" Hu Xian smiled and said, "Since we want to permanently solve the problem of heretical creatures, we must go deep into the nest of heretical creatures." What? Just hearing Hu Xian's words, everyone at the scene was shocked. Deep in the lair of the heretic creatures, they now wonder what they feel. Because if humans step out of the battle line, they will die. Only a very small number of strong people can fight against heretic creatures. It's simply because the heretic creatures have strong defenses and terrifying attack power, which humans cannot resist at all. Hubby, no. It's too dangerous. Throughout history, everyone who attempted to penetrate the lair of heretic creatures has died. Yushi was extremely worried. Hu Xian smiled and said, "You also said that it is history. Now that I'm here, history will change." After saying that, he walked towards the outside of the battle line formation. Hu Xian, don't be impulsive. Louis XVI advised. That's right, don't be impulsive. More people began to persuade. They really couldn't bear to lose such a powerful formation monster. Huaxian said confidently, "Don't worry, I will be fine. Wait for me to come back and be the Holy Lord." Huaxian, why don't you strengthen our battle formation before you leave? It's Huaxian. Otherwise, you can just consolidate a few more battle formations in the front. Huaxian smiled bitterly and said, "Don't worry. I won't die. To put it in a worse way, even if I die, the formation I strengthen will be difficult for heretical creatures to break through." While speaking, he had already walked out of the formation. "Abi, I'll accompany you." Yushi thought for a while and said firmly. But when he was about to walk out, the formation blocked him. The previous battle line formation allowed exit but not entry. After Huaxian made the revision, no one was able to enter or exit. Except himself, of course. "Husband." Yushi, who couldn't get out, shouted loudly. Huaxian stopped, looked back at him and said, "Wife, don't worry. I will be fine, wait for me to come back." Chapter 10:05. It's over. I'm dead. Roar. Just as he finished speaking, a deafening roar was heard. The scent of human could be smelled. And without the isolation of the formation, the heretic creatures could smell it clearly. Not good. Huaxian. Come back soon, there are spies from the heretic creatures. Hubby, come back soon. Everyone at the scene became anxious. Rumble. With a loud bang, the ground in front of Huaxian exploded. A huge heretic creature opened its bloody mouth and bit towards Huaxian. Huaxian seemed dwarfed in front of this creature. "It's over, I'm dead. This guy is too impulsive." "That's right, no matter how powerful the formation is, can we make any progress?" "Husband." Yushi was extremely sad. Click. The next moment, the giant heretic bit Huaxian. But everyone discovered that the entire formation had been bitten. Huaxian is inside the formation. Then, it was swallowed up by this heretic giant. They haven't realized what's happening yet. The heretic giant fled at a gallop. After a while, someone asked, "Is he trying to use this method to sneak into the lair of the heretic creatures?" That must be the case. This heretic creature swallowed him alive. It must be very happy and is probably eager to go back and claim credit. I'm afraid this Huaxian can really enter the lair of the heretic creatures. Some people also said bitterly. What if he went there? The formation can't be moved even if he is protected by the formation, he can only wait to die on the spot. Alas, after all the hard work, an extremely powerful formation master appeared, but I didn't expect him to be gone just like this. Yes, it is a pity. Shut up, my husband will be fine. Yushi shouted loudly and prayed for Huaxian in her heart. In the belly of the heretic creature. Now it has reached his stomach. The extremely powerful stomach acid continued to corrode the formation, making a hissing sound. Fortunately, Huaxian had set up an air-isolating formation, and although stomach acid was strong, it was unable to break the formation. Because of the giant's huge size, the stomach space is also extremely huge. The giants were running all along the way. So it was bumpy. Time flies. The giant finally stopped. The next moment, the giant's body underwent tremendous changes. Huaxian was shocked that the giant's body was actually shrinking. That's right, it's shrinking. It seemed as if a mysterious force forcibly shrunk him, and he was also shrunk along with it. "Master, the guy who is good at setting up formations was eaten alive by me." Such a voice sounded. "Live? Are you serious?" A shocked voice came. "My lord, the goods are genuine, absolutely real, and that human is in my belly. However, his formation is so powerful that even my stomach acid cannot decay his formation defenses." "How did you get into the human defense formation and swallow him?" "My lord, I was lying in ambush nearby. This guy walked out of the formation on his own. I seized the opportunity to devour him alive, and then rushed back without stopping." "Come out by yourself?" "Master, this human may have come to our base on purpose." Another voice sounded. Snort. "He wants to solve the troubles of us heretic creatures once and for all, right? He is so bold. He has come to our territory. No matter how powerful his formation is, he does not have the final say." "That's right. We must kill him because of his formation. We lost more than 1 million brothers. What are you waiting for? Spit him out quickly. I want to kill him with my own hands." The scene was noisy. "Spit him out." The master also spoke. "Vomit." The giant vomited violently. Omitted Huaxian out of his stomach. He breathed in to dispel the formation and looked around curiously. It was discovered that those terrifying-looking beasts had now turned into humanoid creatures with heretical appearances. And he himself seemed even smaller in front of these heretical creatures, like an ant facing humans. "Damn human, aren't you very good at setting up formations? I'll crush you to death." A guy with murderous intent stomped on Huaxian suddenly. For Huaxian, it felt like the sky was falling when he stepped on one of his feet. There is no way to avoid it. With a wave of his hand, a formation enveloped him. Boom! There was a loud bang. The giant beastman took his foot away. And all the giant beastmen looked over. I can't wait to know if this tiny human has been trampled to death. What they saw were the humans who were intact under the formation. Damn, how could this guy's formation be so powerful? I don't believe it. The guy who stepped on Huaxian roared, raised his foot again. And this time, he stepped down with all his strength. Boom! Amidst the loud noise, the guy screamed. Everyone was shocked. When he lifted his foot, only then did he realize that the formation was carrying that human being and was embedded in the soles of his feet. Huaxian's cold voice came. It turns out that the rubber floor is your weakness. A fatal sword. He put away the formation and struck out with a sword. Although because of his small size, Huaxian's attack was very inconspicuous, the giant beast man was terrified. Swing the knife hard. Click. He ruthlessly cut off his own foot. Boom. As soon as it was chopped off, the entire huge foot exploded. A whole audience was shocked and couldn't believe that this weak human had such terrifying attack power. System. Strengthen my entire realm to the highest level that can be achieved so far. Ding, congratulations to the host, you are in a special environment. You have obtained special enhancement permissions, the enhanced holographic level has reached the highest level, and the primary master has succeeded. At this time, Huaxian's tiny body changed visibly with the naked eye. In the blink of an eye, he reached the terrifying physique of the giant ORC. This scene shocked all the giant beastmen present. Even the Lord is like this. How unbelievable, this human being can actually grow bigger. This is at least a 10,000-fold magnification. When Huaxian looked at these giant beastmen again, he thought they were very normal. And their strength is actually at the level of God Lord, coupled with their special defense and physique. Even a primary human God Lord can put up a tough fight. Hello, Huaxian greeted with a smile. Are you a human or one of us alien beasts? A giant beast man asked. Human, of course. By the way, why are you here? Huaxian asked curiously. Human, you talk too much nonsense. Do you think we can't kill you if you become as big as us? A giant ORC said this and swung his heavy axe towards Huaxian. The companions around looked on inferently. Faced with this scene, Huaxian smiled slightly. A punch was thrown. Boom! The space shattered in an instant, and the latecomer arrived first. A fierce punch hit the giant ORC's chest. Booming magnet. There was no broken ribs, the entire chest cavity was blasted through, leaving behind a huge bloody skull. Half of the heart was blown up, and the other half was still beating violently. Chapter 10:06, Please help, my lord. Huaxian couldn't help but admire the strong vitality of these heretical creatures. Even in this state, they didn't die immediately, but their breath was slowly fading. In other words, even if these heretical creatures suffer fatal injuries, they will not die immediately and they still have strong combat power. This is what makes it terrifying. The heretic creatures around were all frightened. It's unbelievable that this enlarged human could kill one of their generals with just one punch. So, it was unbelievable that their defenses were like paper in front of this transformed human. At this time, the Lord stood up. A strange energy hit this heretic creature. The next moment, her severely injured chest began to grow visibly. Huaxian watched curiously but did not stop it. In less than a minute, the dying heretic creature recovered. Lord, help me. The guy who cut his own ankle begged. The master did not owe it to him with a wave of his hand. The same energy hit his ankle, and the sole of his foot grew out quickly. Huaxian looked at the master and asked curiously, what kind of energy is that? The master smiled and said, want to know? I can tell you, but as a deal. You also have to tell me how you became as big as us? I don't know what happened just now, a strange force surged into my body. And then I began to grow. Not only that, my cultivation also improved crazily. You're talking nonsense. How is this possible? You don't have the blood power of my clan. One person immediately counterattacked. Huaxian spread his hands and said, I told the truth but you didn't believe me. Isn't it your turn to tell me now? He said to his master. You don't seem to be afraid of us at all? The master asked, avoiding the question. I am stronger than you, why should I be afraid of you? Besides, when I was tiny, you couldn't break my defense. You can't break it now either? Human, what if I can't break your defense? Now that you've come to our territory, don't even think about leaving. One person said murderously. Huaxian laughed and said, if I don't open it, it will be a nightmare for you. If I kill your people, who can stop me? You are so presumptuous. Do you think our master is just a decoration? My lord, this guy is too arrogant. Please teach him a lesson. Please help. My lord. Everyone wants to fight. Huaxian watched with a smile. The lord frowned and said, you are not even afraid of me? You should know that as the lord of an alien race, I am a mid-level god lord. Huaxian said calmly. I know. However, with my current level as a primary divine lord, I'm afraid that even a mid-level divine lord like you won't be able to break the formation I set up. If you don't believe me, you can give it a try. What do you mean? Have you set up a formation against me? The master asked in shock. Hu Xian nodded with a smile. The master didn't believe it and punched out. Boom! Less than 1 meter away, a formation barrier actually appeared. What was shocking was that even with the Lord's cultivation at the intermediate level of God, one punch did not even shake the formation. That's really scary. Although it was just a casual punch, it was a punch from a mid-level God Lord. The power of your formation is so terrifying. The Lord was shocked. He didn't dare to attack again because he felt that this formation was not simple. Hu Xian said with a smile, "Now, who do you think is controlling whom?" "You. For the safety of my human race, should I destroy all of you heretic creatures?" "You're dreaming. I have more than 1 billion heretic creatures, you can't kill them all." "More than 1 billion. There aren't many people as strong as you, right? Even you can't withstand my attacks. What do you think the use of having more people in the tribe is?" It hits the nail on the head. Although these strange beasts were angry, they also remained silent. "What do you want?" asked the Lord. "First of all, I want to know, what kind of energy is that has such an amazing healing effect? The holy blood of my clan can only be mastered by my clan leader." "Holy blood, can I have it?" Hu Xian asked excitedly. Seeing him like that, the faces of the alien beastmen around him twitched. At the same time, I also don't understand why the master should tell the truth. "I'll give it to you. Do you dare to take it?" The master looked at Hu Xian and asked back. Hu Xian smiled and said, "What wouldn't I dare to ask for?" As he said this, he walked towards his master. Under everyone's gaze, he came before the Lord, stretched out his hand and said, "Give it to me." Everyone's eyes fell on the Lord again. The Lord smiled and said, "Very good, if you want it, then I will give it to you." The master really took out a ball of green liquid. "I didn't expect you to be so generous," Hu Xian said, reaching out to take it. It's understandable that the holy ruins of the alien beast tribe might not be so easy to take. Otherwise, why would the leader of the alien beast tribe be so generous? But relying on the system, Hu Xian is skilled and courageous and is not afraid at all. "My lord, you can't do that." "My lord, that is the holy blood of my clan." The other members of the alien beast tribe began to persuade them nervously, but the Lord ignored them. Seeing Hu Xian really reach out and take it, a weird smile appeared on his face. The next moment, Hu Xian grabbed the holy blood of the alien beast tribe in his hand. Boom! The holy ruins instantly erupted with indescribable terrifying energy. And it invaded Hu Xian's body and filled his entire body in the blink of an eye. His skin and hair also turned green at this time. Ding! Congratulations to the host for obtaining the holy blood of the beast tribe. The reward is the bloodline of the beast tribe. Do you want to fuse the holy blood? Fusion. Along with the fusion of the holy blood of the alien beasts. Boom boom boom. Hu Xian was extremely shocked. The realm of the first level of the primary God Lord soared wildly. In the blink of an eye, he reached the 10th level of primary God Lord. It continued to soar with no sign of stopping. How is that possible? A leader of the alien beast tribe cried out in shock. As the sacred blood of the beastmen, any other race will die if they touch it. But this human not only did not die, but his cultivation level actually soared because of the holy blood? No, the aura on him? He actually possesses the bloodline of the Holy Lord. No wonder it can absorb holy blood. But it be that he is a member of our alien beast tribe? But he is obviously a human being. My lord, I can't figure out what's going on. The others were shocked and then extremely angry. Master, why are you helping this human to practice? Are you betraying our alien beast tribe? That's right, we were no match for this human in the first place. Now that his power has soared, won't our race be enslaved by him? My lord, are you crazy? Take back the holy blood immediately. Master, you are going to kill us. After hearing the complaints from his tribesmen, the Lord finally reacted. He made a big hand seal with both hands, then hit Hu Xian and yelled, "Holy blood, come back to me." Chapter 10:07, What do you want? But there was no response. At this moment, Hu Xian's cultivation has reached the 50th level of the primary God Lord. The energy of the holy blood has not been exhausted yet and is still rising. Hu Xian felt extremely refreshed. Roar! I couldn't help but roar out in excitement. The Holy Lord tried every possible means but failed to take back the holy blood. Looking at Hu Xian, who had already sprinted to the peak of the junior God Lord, he regretted so much that he bled. He originally wanted to use the holy blood to kill him, but he didn't expect that not only did he not suffer any harm, but his cultivation level skyrocketed. A few minutes later, Hu Xian's cultivation level broke through the primary God Master level and entered a new realm, the first level of the intermediate God Master level. At this time, the energy of the holy blood was finally exhausted. Everything returned to calm. The eyes of all the alien beastmen fell on Hu Xian in horror, because they felt that if Hu Xian wanted to be them, it would be easy. I'm afraid a large number of people will die if he waves his hand. My lord, thank you for the generous gift, Huaxian said with a smile. You're still acting ungrateful after getting the advantage, aren't you? Said the master in great frustration. No, I am really grateful. The other tribesmen looked at their master with eyes that seemed to wish they could kill him. The guilty master couldn't say anything. What do you want? He asked Huaxian. How about a marriage? Huaxian asked. Marriage? Who are you marrying? The lord asked in shock. Of course it's you and me. Huaxian said shamelessly. What? The lord was so shocked. The other members of the alien beast tribe were also extremely shocked. Asshole, you are a human being. What kind of aesthetic taste do you have to be so fond of me? Huaxian smiled and said. Don't forget, I have merged with the holy blood of the Beastman. I know everything about the Beastman as long as you are willing. You can completely transform into a human form. Ew. The master really has no doubt about it if he could defeat Huaxian. He would really like to beat him up. She glared at him and said, I'm telling you, even if I turn into a human form, I'm still ugly and you won't like me. How about you turn into a human form and let me see it? Huaxian said with a smile. Hey, human, after you marry us, will you stop making things difficult for us? Asked a member of the alien beast tribe. Huaxian looked at him and said, that's right, after the marriage, we are family. I naturally can't embarrass you anymore. But if there is no marriage, it's a different matter. Upon hearing this, the eyes of all the alien beast men present fell on the master. The master was so angry that he roared, assholes, what are you looking at me for? A powerful momentum pressed forward. I thought to myself, I am no match for this damn human, so why should I be afraid of you? One of the tribesmen bravely said, Master, for the sake of our tribe's reproduction, why don't you sacrifice yourself? Someone takes the lead. Or people echoed. My lord, if you sacrifice yourself, you can save all of our people, all of our masters will be grateful to you. My lord, please think twice. You? The master felt that he was being tortured and was extremely angry. Huaxian sat in her seat with a smile on her face. The master became even more angry when he saw this scene. I thought to myself, what a bastard, how can you bully others like this? Human, you win, he shouted at Huaxian. Huaxian asked happily, so, you agree to the marriage? Nonsense, I don't agree, will you let me go? Won't. Asshole, why are you asking? Since we are married, you are mine, come on, let's go to your room to the east. You, what do you mean, you should call me husband now. Huaxian took her away. After walking a few steps, he asked, by the way, where is your room? The master kept silent. If you don't tell me, I'll be here, Huaxian said heavily. You, over there. Huaxian smiled and pulled her over. The alien beastmen at the scene looked at each other in bewilderment. Our lord was captured by humans just like that. After a while, a tribesman looked at the others and said, nonsense, they all went to the room. They must have been caught. Then what are we? Damn, God knows why this human is so weird. This time, our alien beast tribe is in trouble. This side of the room. Huaxian smiled and said, why don't you change into a human form? Asshole, do you really want to do this? The master said in a crying voice. She was really aggrieved and wanted to cry. As the lord of the alien beast tribe, commanding 1 billion alien beasts and controlling the holy blood, what a majestic existence he is. Now not only has the holy blood been lost, but people are also going to be sacrificed it. It's so unfair to think about it. Of course. You are my wife. Also, why are you crying? Being my wife and having me pamper you is great. Isn't it? You bastard, you are so ungrateful. I don't need your love. If you're still crying, then I'll have no choice but to do it forcefully, Huaxian said, rubbing his palms. You don't do anything rash. I'm so ugly now, how could you have the heart to do that to me? The lord was extremely panicked and stepped back. I wanted to turn around and run. Ding dong. It hit the barrier of the formation. Hey. You can't run away, little cutie. How could you do this? Bastard, I am the leader of the alien beasts and the largest alien beast, and you actually called me a little cutie. I felt extremely insulted and wronged. Forehead. And I was wrong. I'll change it, baby. You can't get away. Please spare me, please, you are a human. And I am a beast man. Are you stupid? I now have the blood of the same clan of the alien beast clan. If you and I combine, our offspring will most likely be of the same clan. Hearing this, my body shook violently and I suddenly realized. Is this really the case? When he looked at Huaxian again, he was not afraid, but his eyes were filled with passion. At this moment, her body changed and soon she turned into a beautiful human being. Huaxian looked at her in shock. It's unbelievable that the alien lord who turned into a human beauty actually has a perfect appearance. Ubby, what are you standing there for? Hurry up. He actually pounced on me very proactively. Before Huaxian could recover from her beauty, he was ruthlessly pushed down. Next, Huaxian was passive throughout the game. I felt the powerful physique of the alien beasts. 1 hour, 2 hours, 10 hours passed. Huaxian was extremely shocked by the powerful physique of the alien beast tribe. If his physique wasn't strong enough, he would have been unable to hold on. The battle lasted until the 15th hour. The leader of the alien beast tribe finally let out a loud roar, ending the battle. Lying in Huaxian's arms, she said with a smile, "Abi, I didn't expect you to have such a strong physique." Huaxian coughed awkwardly because he almost couldn't hold on any longer. It's not a matter of time, but the fact that the alien beasts are physically strong, every attack is a huge pressure for them. Karina. Chapter 1008, Let him prove it. An extremely angry voice came from outside. Boom! With a loud bang, the door of the house was violently kicked open. Bang! There was a loud bang as it hit the formation set up by Huaxian. A young giant monster rushed in. Huaxian quickly pulled the quilt over and covered the strange beast Karina tightly. "Hey, this guy is very strong," Huaxian said after taking a look at him. "It is the royal family of our alien beast tribe. Of course it is powerful." "Royal family, they're not here?" "They are in the alien beast space. This is just a base for us to attack the human race in your holy land. There are 1 billion alien beast men in one stronghold." Huaxian was a little shocked. Alien beast Gialina smiled bitterly and said, "These 1 billion alien beasts are the survivors eliminated by our alien beast tribe. They are equivalent to cannon fodder. Otherwise, if the elites of our race came here, your human race's holy land would have been destroyed long ago. However, if these eliminated ones can capture your human race's holy land, they will also be able to gain permission to return to the alien beast space. Then why are you here?" "I ran away from my marriage." "Running away from marriage?" Huaxian looked at the young man and understood. "Damn you, Karina, you ran away from your marriage. And you even had an affair with a human giant you rate cheating on me. I'm going to kill you with my own hands. You can't even break the formation." "How can you kill me?" said the alien beast Karina disdainfully. "Snort. It's just a formation. Watch me break it." A fierce punch smashed the formation. Boom! Amidst a deafening roar, the formation did not move at all. Boom! Instead, the attack formation was activated and a bolt of lightning struck him. "Damn it!" The young man cursed and punched out. The space twisted and the lightning disappeared in an instant. "Break it for me." An even more powerful punch struck the formation. Rumble. The thunderous sound could be heard within a radius of 10 miles. However, the formation remained motionless. This scene changed the young man's expression. Looking at the strange beast, Gialina asked, "Who set up this formation? Why is it so powerful?" The strange beast named Lena snuggled in Huaxian's arms and said happily, "Who else could it be? Of course it's my husband." This scene made the young man even more furious. Crackling, he clenched his fists, wishing he could smash her to pieces with one punch. "Bitch, what's wrong with me that you treat me like this?" he asked, in a roar. "There's nothing wrong with you, I just don't like you. Even if you don't like me, can you have sex with a human? You are betraying our alien beast tribe." Boom! Another punch hit the formation. Boom! A devastating energy rushed towards him. In the previous punch, the attack formation was not activated this time. The energy reached its limit and the powerful attack came in the blink of an eye. Damn it! The young man had no time to dodge, and with a roar, he punched out with all his strength. Magnetic. With a slight sound, the fist instantly turned into ashes. No! At this moment, the young man realized the power of this energy. The entire arm was gone in the blink of an eye. Take out a return to city talisman as quickly as possible and tear it into pieces. Disappeared from the spot in an instant. However, that terrifying energy actually followed him. "Honey, what kind of energy is that? It's so terrifying," asked the alien beast Karina with lingering fear. "The power of dark corrosion." "The power of dark corrosion. Isn't that a high-level dark rule, husband? I was lucky and happened to grasp it." Alien Karina rolled her eyes. He stood up and sat up again. Huaxian's expression changed drastically and he asked, "Wife, hey. Hubby, we've been resting for so long, we should continue exercising." "Fuck. Been gailing." The alien Karina's communicator rang. "Take it out and check it out immediately." "Honey, it's a call from home." After saying that, the call was connected. "Alina, what are you doing? Why did the alien beast Bacchus go to find you?" But instead he provoked the dark corrosive force. He returned to the city with the scroll. But his ancestor tried to treat him, but he was not saved and was seriously injured by the dark corrosive force. Hearing this, the alien beast Karina was stunned with shock. "Grandpa, this is not my fault. It was the alien beast Bacchus who found me and wanted to kill me. I didn't do anything. He was injured by the attack formation." "Pa, Then why did the alien beast Bacchus claim that you mixed with humans? The old man was extremely angry and thought his granddaughter was lying. Grandpa, how could I mix with the human race? They are of the holy bloodline of our alien beast race. They can disguise themselves as any race. What? Saint bloodline? Are you telling the truth? Grandpa, how dare your granddaughter lie to you? I really am of the Saint clan's bloodline. Very good, then bring her to see me. If what you said is true, I am not afraid even if the alien beast Hong Hai demon turns against me. Well, I'll bring him to you now. After hanging up the phone, the alien beast Giolina said sullenly, Hubby, you heard it all. My grandfather wants to see you. Huaxian breathed a sigh of relief and said, then go see your grandfather. Husband? Why are you so happy to see my grandpa? Am I not pretty enough? Not attractive enough? Complained the alien beast Karina. No, my wife is too attractive. I am happy because I can meet your family and get their approval. Then we can be a legitimate couple. I think you have explained it well. She was already dressed when she spoke. Hubby, come here and hug me. Huaxian walked over and hugged her. Although it was very comfortable, I felt it was too much to bear. The alien beast Karina took out a return scroll and tore it into pieces. Huaxian only felt a powerful directional spatial force that enveloped himself and the alien beast Karina, locked onto a certain location, established a fast spatial channel, and instantly disappeared from the spot. As a master of formations, he easily figured out the principle of the return scroll. The city of strange beasts, the compound of a certain tribe. The formation lit up with a dazzling halo. The next moment, Huaxian and the strange beast Giolina appeared in the formation. I'm back, someone shouted.